Fucking Chelsea! 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 Fucking
Yes, everyone, you know what time it is. It's your boy Jack here at the Irish Hotspur, here to deliver you, everybody, that watch along. It's a huge, huge derby for this season between the likes of Tottenham and Chelsea, a club that, of course, don't like each other very, very much, everybody. So we have to get together. We have to stick together behind this one and somehow break this Chelsea curse. It's a massive curse that we just continue to find ourselves being the victim of. Let's see if we can break it today. Maybe that Graham Potter guy doesn't have any curses left. Maybe no magical spells left that we can finally be able to break that Chelsea hoodoo. Everybody, please, please smash that like button. You do have the lineups down below. You also have the scoreboard above with the timer and all that good stuff, everybody, for you to stay synced, for you to enjoy your watch along. We do have the lineups, of course, to my side here. We have Fraser Forster's in goal, Christian Romero, Eric Dyer through the middle, with Clement Longley as the left-sided center back. It is going to be Ben Davies, kind of partnering up with Longley on that left side. And it's basically the same lineup, everybody, from that last match against West Ham, which let me know what you think of that. Is that the right move to go with that similar defensive lineup that did actually work out against West Ham and maybe against a very attack-minded team like Chelsea? It's the right sort of move, everybody. Do let me know. We have Emerson, of course, on the right wing back position, keeping his spot while he is in good form. Let's see if he can keep it up today. We have Ollie Skip alongside Pierre Mahoyberg, locking it down in the midfield. The two hard men in midfield there to do a lot of work, a lot of hard tackling, and hopefully set the tone for this game as well. Dejan Kulusevski playing right wing today with Harry Kane, the big H up top, and Richarlison keeping his spot in the left wing position, which is interesting because that does mean then that Spurs are looking probably for that sort of super sub Sonny kind of method again. They're at super sub Sonny type of tactic because Richarlison, well, he wasn't really the most convincing, I would say. He definitely did had some frustrations probably for some Spurs fans. You could see what he did bring to the team and the fact that he works really hard, he runs really hard, he's able to kind of just torment, the opposition for, a while and maybe kind of wear them out a bit more than maybe other players might, like, Kulusevski or Kane would. And then that way you tire them out and then you can bring on somebody with fresh legs, fresh ideas, and also kind of that hunger to be able to make something happen like Sonny. And let's see if it works out again for us, everybody. When it comes to Chelsea, they're going with Kai Havertz up top, with Joao Felix right behind him. And I would say he is the big player for them. He's looked really good in the Premier League and probably, I feel like, is that type of player that honestly our back line always seems to struggle against. A really good dribbler, has that sort of eye for a pass as well, just that bit of ingenuity that he's just a clever player, and I think we do kind of struggle against those types. Raheem Sterling is being preferred at left wing, so it looks like Mudryk is not going to start today. Hakim Ziyech, strangely enough, is continuing to play under Graham Potter at right wing. Ruben Loftus-Cheek is, joining up with Enzo Fernandez in midfield. Reece James at right back. Thiago Silva at center back. Kalidou Koulibaly, who scored against us last time out, but hasn't exactly had the best of seasons, but still did score a decent goal against us last time. And then Ben Chilwell is at left back. They do probably have their preferred fullbacks in this game, and it's starting to look like maybe more of a, let's say, a healthier Chelsea side or a healthier squad. But everybody, let's get this started. I'm going to greet the chat and see how everybody is doing today. Hopefully you're all keeping well. Hopefully you're enjoying yourself. Hopefully you've smashed that like button already as well, everybody. It's good to see you all in here. Like I said before, it's a massive, massive game, everybody. It's a massive London derby, and we all need to stick together. We all need to get get together, be able to sort of come together as a fan base for this one, because we're going to need to find a way to break that Chelsea curse, to break that Chelsea hoodoo, everybody. But like I said before, we have, timer above, scoreboard above, all that good stuff. Dark Sun G in here with a super chat. Big yourself up, my friend. And he says, great to see the exact same lineup from last week. Really happy to see Richie getting a start what is the Blues' lineup? No Kukurea, no Kovacic on the bench, and only Felix and Enzo starting from their big winter signings. Very good point, Dark Sun G, that only Enzo and Felix starting because, right, Madueke was brought in. What was that guy? Datro Fofana, the striker, was brought in. Mudryk, of course, was brought in. Maybe they brought in a defender or something that I'm missing too. It's just way too many players to keep track of. Let's be honest. That they did, they brought in this winter. But good point there, Dark Sun G. And I'm not sure about Kovacic. I can't really speak to that. Maybe he picked up some injury or something like that. And no Kukurea, you're absolutely right. Yeah, I'm not sure if I saw the bench though. I could take a look at maybe what they have available to them on the bench. I imagine usually, being a club like Chelsea, they will have a deeper bench than us. But I will definitely check up on that, Dark Sun G. And when it comes to Kukurea versus Chilwell, I feel like maybe Ben Chilwell is their preferred choice. Kovacic, I do think, is a brilliant midfielder. I probably would rather maybe it be Ruben Loftus-Cheek than maybe Kovacic, but still, I am kind of a bit worried about that midfield kind of combined with Joao Felix. I would say just kind of that three of Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Enzo Fernandez, and Joao Felix can be quite good. And so we'll see if Højbjerg as well as the rest are able to handle it, Dark Sun G. But big yourself up, my man. And I'm pretty happy, actually, with the same lineup. We also have Joff in the house. Good to see you, my friend, out in Perth. You good man. Good to see you in here. Stacy Arbor is in here. I'm hoping for Spurs to win. Big yourself up, Stacy. We have Dermatron in the house. Come on, you Spurs. Let's beat this lot and confirm that Spurs are the best team in London. And remember, come on, you Spurs. Big yourself up. Dermatron. We have Shreyan Segal in the house saying, hey, 3-0 Tottenham win. Come on, you Spurs. Pick yourself up, Shreyans. We also have Dave in the house. Good to see you, Dave. Dark Sun G with another super chat saying, if we win, Blues will have to aim for Conference League. I feel like they probably don't even want to be in the Conference League, if you ask me, Dark Sun G. It feels like they're probably a team that might try to avoid it. I mean, who even really wants to be in the Conference League at the end of the day? I doubt very many. I doubt very many clubs at all would like to be in the Conference League. So that's how I kind of see it, as maybe they're all just trying to actively avoid it at this moment in time. Dark Sun G, that's what I would do. Pick yourself up, my friend. We have Muntasser Ali. Come on, you Spurs. Let's win. Maximum respect to the mighty Jack. Appreciate you, Muntasser. Very, very kind of you, my friend. We also have Hennessy in the house, not home for the game today, but watching from work. Best of luck to you, Hennessy. Hopefully you don't, maybe, give away too much, while you're at work watching the game. But hopefully it's also not too much stress for you either, because nothing like, maybe being in a stressful game while watching work instead of being able to watch it at the comfort of your own home. Pick yourself up, Hennessy. We have Dan Coys in here saying that stat just now by Sky Sports, how Chelsea have won 100% win record at Spurs, is another reason to get this win. So important for 3 points today. Come on, you Spurs, and come on, you Harris Army. I wish we had you there for the game today, Dan, but you're exactly right. It's a really bad hoodoo. It's a really bad curse that Spurs find themselves, in when it comes to the likes of Chelsea. And let's see if we can break it today, but we have found it hard. Pick yourself up. We also have Rowan Kumar in the house saying, today's the day we'll beat Chelsea. Come on, you Spurs. Come on, you Harris Army. Pick yourself up, Rohan. Art Green is in the house too, saying afternoon, Jack, and afternoon, everyone in the chat. Pick yourself up, Art Green, and good manners in there, wishing everybody else well in the chat. Derek Hutchinson say, pick up, Jack, let's smash Harry Potter's mob and send him down to the job center. Send him back to the LinkedIn manager, Derek Hutchinson. Exactly right. Zara A saying, I have no belief on our defenders. I think our defenders can take pressure by the Chelsea attackers. I'm really worried about it. Like for me, this Chelsea side, what I would say is that they haven't been scoring a lot of goals, but they have a lot of players who we do know can create, who we know can, at their best, score goals. They've just found it tough under Graham Potter at the moment. But one other kind of maybe an issue here, and Zara too, is that they actually, weirdly enough, or strangely enough, Chelsea have the second best defense in the league. So it's not really going to be like, we're going to probably be all over them creating chances. Teams have struggled against them to create chances. Teams have, let's say, been kind of locked up by them. While most of the games that seem to play, they lose 1-0, draw 1-1. They've always been quite tight games. So I could see this being a tight game just for the fact that Chelsea, I do believe statistically, have the second best defense in the league, despite having some struggles this season. Pick yourself up, Derek. We also have David Jones in the house and Jack in the house. We have you in the house now, David. Good to see you in here. We have Daniel Sandoval. You'd army. Pick yourself up, Daniel. P Dubs, what's up, Jack? How are you, man? I'm doing well, P Dubs. Hopefully you're keeping well, Rhode Island's finest. Hopefully you're keeping well, my friend. Badiashile, yes, that's right. Badiashile was the one they brought in during the winter window. So many players, let's be honest, and it just got practically exhausting, got confusing with how many players they brought in over the winter window, Dark Sun G. I would say Badiashile is a player that I kind of wish Spurs had gone after, but he's also looked maybe a tad shaky for them from time to time. It's really just Thiago Silva that seems to be kind of holding it all together for them. Borak Speed saying Poro is not on the bench. He's in the stand with Felix's wife. A tactical mind game. Poro masterclass to distract Felix. Exactly right. Good man. He knows his role. Shem Tan saying, come on, you Spurs. Hey, Jack, best chance to break the Chelsea hoodoo at home. 1-0 to the Spurs. Come on, you Spurs. I like that score prediction, honestly, Shem. I could see it happening, right? Chelsea, again, have sort of struggled to score. But this is also the other thing, too, is that while sort of maybe Chelsea have struggled to score, it feels like Spurs are Dr. Tottenham. Like, we will be able to, alleviate that problem for you. If you've been having a tough time scoring goals, I could see this defense maybe helping out that Chelsea team as well. And that's what makes it, I think, also really, really frustrating is that someone like, Eric Dyer, someone like Ben Davies, just this whole defense in general, maybe Bar Romero, who's also, let's be honest, hasn't had the most convincing of seasons, but definitely looked absolutely fabulous against West Ham. It just feels like this defense is so inconsistent. They're so unreliable that they could make even this Chelsea side, figure out how to score and, make them look good, despite the fact that I don't even know if Chelsea, everybody, have scored more than 4 goals, or I don't even know if they scored more than 3 goals since like October or something like that. It's some ridiculous stat where they barely have scored, any more than 2 goals often. Like they barely score more than 2 goals really ever. So it's another thing to take into consideration. Like, can this defense hold strong, and can this defense continue to, keep them out and continue to cause them, their troubles? Big yourself up, Shem. Got John Stokes, the one and only. Afternoon, Jack and Dave. Come on, you Spurs. Big up to the chat room. Big yourself up, Johnny. Patty Higgins is in here. Jack's back. Morning, mate. Big games need big performances. Hope our lads rise to the occasion today. Come on, you Spurs. Hey, Shawnee, I'll bring you in here. We have Shawnee in the background. We'll bring him in just a second here. Good to see you in here, though, Patty. And it's good to be back, my friend. It's definitely an early one, this game, but, no better time to rise up early to come up against the likes of Chelsea, especially maybe a time like now where, I must be honest, we're all maybe slightly more optimistic than what we usually are. We're all slightly more, maybe expectant of, something to maybe happen. We all feel like there's, potentially, we're smelling blood maybe in this situation with Chelsea. We know that there's an opportunity to take them, maybe more so than there usually ever is. But I'm going to bring in my main man, Shawnee, here in just a second and see what he kind of has to say on the lineup. And like I would say, everybody, too, I actually have no problem with, us sticking with the same lineup. It felt very defensive against West Ham, proved to be effective, but maybe this time it actually is the right lineup. Sean, how are we?
Hi, Jack. How you doing, mate?
Doing okay. Nice and early one, a little bit of a nervous one, right? To wake up to a Chelsea game. It's not like waking up to Bournemouth or something like that, that we're playing. It's probably one of the biggest games of the season, let's be honest, too.
Yeah, it's the game that I am always most emotional about. It's the game that ruins my week more than most others if it doesn't go the way that we want. And look, I'm not as confident. I know that there's probably more of a justification to be confident than there usually is against Chelsea, but still not a lot of confidence. I'm still going to put my bets on and always back the team. But yeah, look, it's an interesting. I agree with what I just heard you say about the team. I'm okay with the team. I think it's right to stick to a winning system. For me, it's how we play the game and what we do with certain areas of the pitch today that I'm more interested about. Dave and I were just talking on the pump up show a second ago about how do the forward line have some success. I think that I want to see more flexibility, more fluidity from the front three. I want to see Harry Kane register, acknowledge if the referee doesn't give him the protection that he hasn't had in the last couple of games from players like Koulibaly kind of bullying him and jumping all over him. Then I want to see Tottenham recognize that and pivot and move and bring maybe allow Richarlison to come in and take some of the strain off of of being the recipient. And then maybe Decky pivot over to the left or Kane swing to the right, whatever. Just have some more fluidity that's got a bit of design to it. I don't want it to be reckless fluidity, but have a little bit more of a process of switching things up, keeping the back line guessing, because I would imagine there's going to be a little bit of man marking rather than zonal marking happening when Tottenham do get the ball and pump it forward. And if Harry Kane isn't the recipient, if Harry Kane's pivoted, swung, turned to the right or to the left, and one of the other two, because they're all three of them are powerful fellas, Decky and Richarlison, they can all win a ball in the air. They can all win a ball on their chest. And if Harry Kane's not the intended recipient, I'd love to see how Chelsea can pivot and react to that. And I think that's one of the questions that I have about today. But generally speaking, mate, I am always pumped up, and it's always great to be with you. And of course, Davey Boy, and of course, the wonderful Irish Hotspur Harris Army, Flat Cap Army. Hope everyone's doing okay. And come on, you Spurs.
Oh, great intro, Sean. Thanks. Also, it was good. I said, Derek Hutchinson had good manners in the chat, wishing everybody well. Good manners from Shawnee as well. Wishing everybody well, hoping everybody's okay. Despite that brilliant tactical analysis, he wrapped it up at the end with a nice little bow, just saying, everybody, hope you're all okay, despite it. But Dave, hope you're okay. How are you this morning?
Yeah, I'm good. Nice early one for me this morning. But look, I'm excited, Jacko. I'm pumped up. Look, first of all, I want to say, I really enjoy doing these watch-alongs with yourself and Shawnee and the people that join us in the chat as well. It's always good vibes and good fun, especially when we win. When we lose, maybe not so much fun, but when we win, definitely is fun. And I wouldn't, want to enjoy it with anybody else. True. But look, in terms of the team selection, guys, I think you had to go on an unchanged back line. It's the first clean sheet we kept in quite some time, so I think I'm happy with that. Richarlison and at left wing on this occasion, although I'm not a fan of Richarlison out there, I actually agree with it in terms of the amount of pressing work he's going to do, especially with Reece James.
Yeah, with Reece James.
On that side, it's going to be very, very important. But my biggest thing is, Jack, is look, we've struggled with consistency in performances, which then leads to a struggle in consistency of results. It's the business end of the season. Now is the time to peak. Now is the time to come to fruition. It's when all the sort of rewards are handed out. We've got a good opportunity today to get a bit of a points barrier inside that top four. And we've got to take it, no excuses. At times this season, we've had that chance and we haven't capitalized on it. Today has to be different. It's London rivals as well. You do not want to be losing to Chelsea. We've got a dismal record. Some say it's a hoodoo. Well, we've got to put that right today. And today is all about a consistent performance, which should bring about a result, and find a patch of consistency. We've got FA Cup during the week. This game today will make or break our season for me. Win, get top four, we'll go well in the FA Cup. I think we'll beat Milan. Lose, there's a lot more pressure on these guys. Might show up in the FA Cup, and I don't think we'll have the same mentality going into the Milan game. So I think today is very, very important for Tottenham Hotspur Football Club in terms of for the rest of the season.
Time to see what they're made of, Dave. Time to see what they're made of. Dark Sun G with a super chat. Big yourself up, my friend. He says, I hope we take long shots versus Kepa for once. Come on, you Spurs. 3 points. Yeah, I feel like Kepa can be a liability. What I would say, though, is that he's also kind of weirdly good in possession, but also can have like a howler in him, like in possession. I feel like Kepa, where he can look very smooth, very, seems like he can handle a bit of pressure. But then in the next moment, you'll see him just make an absolute howler of an error all of a sudden. So I would say, like, absolutely put some pressure on him. Definitely in the beginning of the game, make him feel nervous. And then also Dark Sun G says, I love how Liverpool drew with Palace laughed my ass off. Yeah, I mean, absolutely right. And also, it was just more funny to even see actually the two sides keep a clean sheet, because it feels like both teams are absolutely terrible at keeping clean sheets at the moment. So it was weirdly different than the Real Madrid game.
Massive chance there, though, Jack, right? Matt, like, I haven't spoken about this game apart from because I haven't done any streams for a while. But like watching the weekend's football, this is maybe there's been like of the last 4 weekends, I think 3 of them, or maybe the last 5, 3 of them, like the majority of the results have been really disappointing for most of the teams that we're competing with. Either they haven't played, obviously, or that's not disappointing, but they haven't played, or when they have played, they've dropped points. If Tottenham can win today, it's a massive opportunity for us. With Chelsea already probably out of it naturally, but Liverpool dropping points, Fulham dropping points. I forget what Brentford did, but and Newcastle and Man United, etc., not playing. Like this is the kind of moments where you have to seize these opportunities and grab the ball by both horns, right?
No, you're more than right, Sean. And to be honest, how many times have we been kind of regretting, that we didn't take, advantage of those situations? It feels like that's been also the story this season. We haven't taken advantage of it. Like I said, let's see what we're made of. Let's see what we're made of. Good to see you as well, Kev Williams. Hopefully you're keeping well in the chat, my man. Eamon Burns saying, Sean, where's Bugsy today? Is he, big Chelsea fan? Is he watching, maybe away from you, Sean, keeping the distance?
Bugsy, first and foremost, is a female, and she
Sorry, that's
is. She's got a unisex name, or maybe a male name. I don't know, but she's out for her second walk of the day with somebody else right now. She's out chasing the foxes, and if we were playing Leicester, she literally does chase the foxes. If there was a club that was called the Squirrels, then she'd be all about chasing them. I don't think there's too many lions that are in and around deep dark Surrey, but if there were, she'd probably be having a crack at them as well.
braver than most, I would say.
Yeah.
Bugsy, good to see. That's good to see. Pick yourself up. Simon, you got your answer. Adrian Chia saying, "Big up, lads. Hope our bloody back line holds up today. Come on, you Spurs." It's what I was kind of trying to bring up, or at least I hope there was a good conversation about it in the pre-match build-up, where it's like Chelsea have been a side where they really have struggled to score goals this season. But at the end of the day, we know there is a lot of quality in that team. So when are the floodgates going to open? When are they going to maybe start to, figure it out? It feels like a team like Spurs, who have been a very shaky, inconsistent defense, could be kind of an easier opponent for them, or kind of a less solidified, consistent defense, like I said. And that's what slightly worries me in this game too, is that while they have struggled to score this season, Chelsea, it's not like they're struggling to score due to a lack of quality. So that's where I'm a bit worried, is that maybe that quality could come through at any moment. And maybe against Spurs, I wouldn't be surprised, because also Chelsea always turn up against Spurs as well.
Yeah.
Look, this back line, it's been heavily criticized, especially by me. But today I need them. And today is a chance for them to say, it won't put all the criticisms right or all the mistakes they've made, but it's a chance to start putting things right between now and the end of the season, and earn maybe a bit of forgiveness. Look, I just don't want to see any stupid school childish like mistakes, because some of the mistakes we've made this year, it's actually embarrassing to see it at this level. You wouldn't, if it happened at a Sunday League level, I mean, the manager would get the sack. That he'd be looking for a new back line. You'd be looking at trying different players in there. So for me, look, I just want to see them hold out. I want to see them put in a good, short, a solid performance like they did last week. And if they do that, we've also got goals in our team. So it gives us half a chance. If they crumble today, it makes the game a lot harder for us. And we know already going into this, Chelsea do not concede many goals. So it could be a tight game, or 1 or 2 goals to size this game. So we've got to hold up at the back. It's of utmost importance. We will not get a result today if we don't.
Yeah, I'm with you there. And like you said, Dave, despite, your own criticisms of it, like, you just need to depend on them today. We need them today. We need them to be able to turn up like they did against West Ham. But I do think this is a much stronger test, a much better test, this West Ham side, if you ask me. Al Bendon here with a super chat saying, worried whenever teams or players are doing bad, they always score or win against Spurs. I mean, Sean, Dr. Tottenham, it's another valid fear today, is that Dr. Tottenham also probably would be most likely to show up against a team like Chelsea.
Yeah, but listen, I don't always think that Tottenham, like,
you don't believe in the Dr. Tottenham as much?
No. I believe that the sort of Dr. Tottenham methodology, or the philosophy, or whatever you want to call it, it's more for me. I think it's more like attuned to when we go and smash a big team, and then we go and lose to a team that we should be beating. Yeah. With Chelsea, I'm not sure Dr. Tottenham is the right thing, because their team is better. Like, their squad is vastly superior to ours on a team sheet basis, right? Their squad. Yeah. Look at that squad on paper. Look at that bench on paper. It's mouth watering. But so I don't necessarily think, if we lose today, I don't think it's Dr. Tottenham coming to town. I think that we'll see what happens. But for me, I think that this is a really tough, close match that we haven't had the angle on for many years. But I think they're the only club that have got a 100% record against Tottenham at the new stadium, which is a terrifying stat. But stats were made to be broken, rules were made to be broken, and I want to see
made to be broken.
Curses made to be broken. One of the things that exactly, that's a really important thing, mate, because this particular Tottenham team has never lost to Chelsea, and this particular Chelsea team has never beaten Tottenham. I think that should be in the minds of everybody. You remove all that voodoo and hoodoo and all that black magic stuff, and you maybe have a really interesting game. But what I don't like seeing is all the handshaking and all the niceness that I've seen as the players are coming out. I want to see Tottenham. We're about to start on Sky, so I'm going to press pause until you let me know we're going. But what I don't want to see is niceness today. because
Yeah.
they're better than us technically. I want to see us. I've said this on the last show a few times. I want to see us level the playing field by having some early crunches. I want to see Smash Romero time one beautifully and take out, ideally, João Felix, and then stand over him and say, I just fucked you like Pedro Porro had a crack on your wife last month or last year.
If you want João Felix distracted, Sean, just don't put Pedro Porro on the bench and it'll have him thinking, where's Porro? You know what I mean?
Put him in the players' wives. In the players'
That's what
wives
someone said in the chat. Someone in the chat said they didn't even bother to put him on the bench. They put him in the stands.
That would be hilarious. Pedro Porro, where are you?
Yeah.
Looks like João Felix has kicked off here, everybody. If you do want to sync up with us.
Let's go.
That's it. At it from the start. High press. Let's go, Tottenham. That's it.
Spurs pressing deep here into João Felix.
Emerson. Go on, Emma. Clatter him.
He's the one I'm most worried about today. Is João?
Smash him on him.
Oh, that was an opportunity to smash.
That was an opportunity to smash immediately. Yeah.
João Felix just getting on the ball here. He's going to settle into this, I have a feeling. Tottenham, we better show up today. We don't usually do well at half 12 kickoffs or early kickoffs.
Listen, I can hear the crowd though. The crowd will bang up for this. It feels like it's deafening in my ears. So love it.
Good. Dyer, let's see what his first touch is like. Out to Ben Davies or Langley, sorry. It's hard to know which one's wearing what boots.
Longley's on the left. Where's Davies then? Must be further up.
Emerson
Win that run. Win that, Decky. Come on, Dex.
Oh, come on.
Oh, no, someone's down. Someone's injured. Oh,
I think it's Emerson. It's Chelsea on the attack here, though. Can we close him down? Ollie Skip gets rid of the ball. No penalty.
Penalty shout.
Go on, Romero.
Oh, Romero.
Running into trouble. He's dispossessed. Chelsea could be in here. It's a shot. It's gone wide. And they're looking for a free kick on a late challenge on who is it, Raheem?
VAR that. Look at Romero.
It's getting nitty-gritty already, though. That's where we like it. This is the game we want.
Please don't be a VAR. Please don't be one.
Can't be. No, he didn't touch him.
No, it's there.
No, he hasn't touched him.
Fuck you.
And that should be a yellow card for diving.
Fuck you, Sterling. That's absolutely embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Yellow card. Can you VAR a yellow card?
Should be given a yellow. That's embarrassing. Referee, this lad, didn't go for it straight away.
Bastard.
They're not sending them to the monitor, are they?
Look at Sterling. No, they're not.
No.
Look at Sterling looking at it with a confused look on your face. You know what you just did. You know what you did. You cheating git.
It annoys me that. It's like, he didn't touch.
Is Emerson okay?
I hope so. Jack must be open. Jack must be running onto the pitch now. You see Jack running on.
Let's go, Harry. Let's go.
Hold up, Emerson.
Come on, Emerson.
Play him.
Skippy. Go on, Skip.
Go on, Skip. What can Skip do?
Oh, it's a good ball. Decky.
Cooler push it back. Oh! It's Emerson. Shoot.
Oh, no. That's so bad.
Chelsea on the counter attack here, and we are open.
Calm down. Everybody calm down. Nobody panic.
Why do I feel like that would be something like Dyer would do? Trying to calm everyone down, but panicking in his voice. Dyer. Back to into Højbjerg, into Richie.
Nice.
Time here.
Oh, play him. Gorgeous run.
Kept us off his line. Prick.
Nice little chest from Højbjerg. Oh, nice from Longley.
This is good start by Tottenham.
Moonhead into Harry.
Harry Kane.
Lovely swing.
Boy out to Emerson.
Little miscontrol from Emerson.
Oh, that's it. Still drive forward, though. That's what we're talking about. Oh, ref.
Misses the challenge.
Emerson.
Jesus, this game is so open. So
open early on.
Yeah, I didn't expect that, to be honest.
If we can hold on,
like João Felix's wife's legs.
If we can hold Chelsea this first half, we'll win this second half.
Darts on G with a super chat saying, if Brighton and Brentford can beat their curse versus Liverpool, why can't we beat our curse against the Blues like how Southampton did twice this season? Come on, Richie.
Spot on. Absolutely spot on, Darts on G. We just gotta contain them. We will get a chance there. We will take it. We just gotta contain them. Well done, Kulu.
Let's go, Deck.
Kulu, it's Kane. Poor ball. He's in short. Dark Zone G, you're spot on, my man. Curses, like Jack said, curses are there to made to be broken, brother. Pick yourself up. Chelsea on the ball here. It's gone out wide to Reece James. Reece James into Ziyech. Back to Reece James. Clattered in there. Well done. Who was that? Langley. Good defending.
Enzo into Joao. Sterling here.
Someone take him.
Well
done,
done,
Emerson.
Emerson. Well
Come
done.
in your
Lead out.
pocket already. Honestly, you must have picked your album of wingers right now.
Nice turn, skip, man on.
Oh, no, he's lost it on the edge of the box.
Too slow, Skippy. Too slow, bro.
Reece.
Tottenham dropping deeper, though. I don't get a good feeling here. I don't like how deep we're dropping.
Huddle saying Felix is getting too much of the ball.
Yeah, way too much. So he's just dropping deep and they're just allowing him on the ball. He's pulling the strings for them.
Okay.
We're sitting
Smash
deep.
him, Rich. Oh. Enzo.
Come on, Tottenham. Get on the ball again. Of 200 in-house, everyone smash that like button. Really, really does help us out with the algorithm. The Outlad says, men against boys today, 3-1 to the Spurs. Come on, you Spurs. Hopefully you're right, Dad. Hopefully you're right,
Mr.
my man.
Harris. Come on, Mr. Harris. Let's do it.
Joao Felix
Joao
here.
Felix on the ball again. Look at
Smash him,
the
Skip.
Someone has to get tighter.
Skippy needs to get tighter to him.
Enzo over the top to Joao. Fuck, he almost. Oh, he had Sterling as well. Oh, that was too close.
Oh.
Wee-wee.
Someone needs to pick him up. The warning signs are there.
Is that Longley? Jesus,
Yeah.
Longley.
The warning signs are there. He could have easily squared that to Raheem running in there. So we've got to start closing them down. We can't just sit there like sitting ducks waiting for them to play these balls.
Yeah.
Fraser goes long. Who's in and around Harry Kane? Absolutely no one. So even if he wins it, what's he supposed to do with it? We're sitting way too deep. We need to push out.
Reece James here.
Oh,
Oh, little open. Joao.
Come on, Tottenham. Figure this out quick. You got to
Ziyech.
snap this out. Get tight. Get structured.
Someone just needs to smash one of them. It's too easy.
Good from Eric Dyer. Good from Eric Dyer. Oh, fuck off, ref!
Oh, my lord.
What did he do? Touch his pinky toe. Fucking hell.
No worries, Sue Smith. Hopefully you're feeling better later. Sue, big yourself up. Thanks for tuning in.
Big up, Sue.
Big up Lisa as well.
Yeah, big up.
And
Lisa.
24Z's in the house too. Good to see you, 24.
Big up, guys.
Big up. Big up, everybody. Come on, Tottenham. Let's defend this. Get on the ball and go up and get one. Come on.
Need the crowd. Where's the crowd? Come on, boys. Everyone's feeling nervous now. The energy's a little bit sapped. Come on,
It's
guys.
because of how deep we're sitting and we're just giving them all. Like, they've got passes in their team.
Yeah.
They can pick them balls out over the top. 24C says Skip is not on it. He's off the pace at the minute, my man. And it's 2 up against 2 today in the midfield as well.
What just happened there? Someone's down. Romero's down.
He's fine. He's absolutely fine.
Hopefully he's just play acting.
He's play acting completely, trying to get a red. You know that. You know exactly what he's doing. He's absolutely fine.
Let's see if there's a case for a red card here, though, a sneaky elbow or something like that.
No, because he tries to shove. He tries to shove Loftus. Is that Loftus? I'm not sure who that is. Tries to shove him off. Oh, it's an elbow.
Whoa.
Oh, Buckham, that's a yellow. At least that's a yellow. You can't just draw the elbow on someone like that.
If they do look at that, I mean, no way they are going to look at that because it's Chelsea and we never
Are they
get VAR.
really letting him away with that? Are they really letting? Oh my God, that's poor. I guess you're just allowed to elbow people.
I guess you're allowed to dive in the box and you're allowed to elbow our players in the box, I guess.
Oh, fuck off. Who's doing a shoulder pass? Get the fuck out of
Nice
there.
MO.
Well done,
Nice
Emerson.
MO.
Ref!
Sure.
Jesus Christ. No, Sterling. Fuck off. Jog off.
Fuck you, you little prick with that stupid haircut. What have you got in those fucking braids of yours? You got the 2 little, like, diamond things in the top there, mug.
Everybody's convinced that's a red. I mean, it just seemed, I mean.
Through the elbow. Of course it's a red card.
Romero looked like I'll be the balanced one here. I think Romero looked like he dropped himself down about a foot to try and receive the elbow. I don't think it was necessarily aimed at his head. I mean, I don't know.
The fact that he swung though,
come on.
The fact that he swung the elbow should, like, you know, he went for it. Anyway, fuck it. Come on, Tottenham. Let's get on the ball and let's pick this up a bit.
What's the rule then? If there is an elbow thrown, does the VAR step in only if it's a red card offence? If it's a yellow card offence, can the ref?
No, they won't step in. They'll only step in if it's clear and obvious.
Whoa! Chilwell with a little time surging up the pitch here.
I'm not liking how this is panning out.
Come on, Ollie, skip. You got to get better, mate. You're fucking getting washed apart here.
He's so far off it.
Come on, Ollie.
No way.
Nice.
Hey,
Harry, turn. See Davies. See Davies.
Oh, it's good.
Oh, nice. It's Richie.
Oh, ref.
Came off his face.
Oh, done, Højbjerg.
I love Salzburg. This is it. Now we're away. Now we're in the game.
Son. Great
work. In the fucking game, boys.
Sir.
Oh, you better give that. Well done.
Richie's shithousery expertise is going to come into play here. I can feel it. He's up for this one. But I don't want to see you standing so far on the wing, mate. I need to see you more central, Richarlison. I need to see a little more dynamism in the position.
I agree, Sean. I very much agree. I would like to see him in the box a bit more.
Ooh. Find that.
Bring it down, Harry. Oh, good try. Someone, don't let him turn. Thank you, Moonhead.
Oh, well done,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Find him, Harry.
No.
Oh, Harry, you got your man, bro. You got your man.
Oh, God. No. Back
Long
post,
way.
Double. Get back, boys. Get back.
Don't let this. Do not allow this cross in.
You gotta step up, Ziyech.
Well done,
Højbjerg.
Well done, Salzburg.
Great block. Oh, Harry, you got to use your
brilliant 10 minutes,
friends.
though. It's been a very fascinating first 11 minutes of the game.
We just need to start getting in their half a bit more.
Eric Dyer picked him off there brilliantly, by the way.
Yeah, he really did. That was you love to see that aggression. That's exactly what we were asking for.
Yeah.
Good to see the referee not blowing up either.
Mostly in our half this game.
But like you said, Dave, in the pre-1, the first 30 minutes are usually Chelsea's. The last hour is usually everybody else's.
True. Come on, Kane.
Graham Potter's teams have always been this way. Graham Potter's teams have always been very possession dominant.
Start well, and then whether they can finish or not is a different story, right?
Chelsea just knocking it around the back here.
That's okay. That's okay. Let them knock it around. They're not doing any damage, sir. Oh, you can't get turned like that, Rashid.
It's another switch out here to João Felix. Out to Raheem. Raheem Sterling looks to take them on. He takes on both of them. It's a click to the back post. Langley gets it clear. Romero.
Oh, well done.
Nice pass.
Oh,
let's go, Decky.
Great hold up, Kulu. Great hold up.
Oh,
Kulu. Harry. Play him, Harry. Play him, Harry.
Ben Davies.
Oh, no.
Kulusevski. Harry, maybe have a hit.
Oh, wow.
Harry, sir. Oh.
What play? Well done.
What play from Decky. Oh, my Lord.
Dexy,
brilliant. Kulu Kane and brilliant there from the two of them.
Bad choice by Davies. Bad choice by Davies, though. Bad choice there.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Look
at that.
What a play. What
beautiful
Megs.
Let's get a goal from this corner. We haven't got
two Megs in a row. Two Megs in a row in that.
He just destroys them. Saucy from Kane. And
that was a Meghan Markle. That was. I love that.
Oh, that was beautiful. Beautiful. Adrian Chia says Langley has zero awareness. Felix will target him. Look, I think Chelsea will target to play a lot of balls in behind Dyer and Langley, to be honest with you. And it's that's why I'm concerned about us sitting back as deep in our own half as we are, because we're just sort of allowing them areas to be able to pick out that pass. So That's why I want us to get a bit tighter, my man. Big up, Adrian.
Yeah, I think Adrian, we do like to compliment Longley for his ability on the ball, but it is definitely the case that, he can be. They're still looking at that Romero thing or something.
If they pull this all the way back there, it's a fucking joke.
No, I mean the red card or something, or whatever. Maybe they were looking at that.
I thought you said they were looking at a penalty thing there. I was going to say.
No, I think they were looking at the incident where Thiago got away with the elbow. Was what they're saying.
No.
But hopefully he's injured now. That'd be good karma.
Graham Lasso is on the commentary as well, so we know he's
So-
definitely not giving us a break.
Oh, now out comes the magic ice sponge. Fuck me. Just get him off and get the game underway.
The problem with Chelsea, right? Not the problem with Chelsea, but I guess the beautiful thing about them, if you're a Chelsea fan, is Thiago Silva goes down. The amount of talent they have on the bench defensively.
Yeah, Fofana, Badashile.
Everybody. It doesn't matter. Like they could, if you're injured, come off. It's fine. We're fine.
Yeah.
But I'd rather him stay. I'd rather him stay on. If he's got one of those nasty little knocks to the inside of the knee, where it's that sensitive spot where it can really take you up a little bit. If he wants to stay on, I'd rather him stay on and wear a knock than him come off and be replaced by somebody that hasn't got that.
Well, Thiago Silva's off the pitch for this corner kick, so let's get this in and make it a good delivery and counter, take advantage of this.
Fantastic work from Kulu, right? There's nobody in the team that I think is better when he's got the ball. He's got nowhere to turn on the inside because he's got the touchline, and he's got two men around him. He always seems to find a way to get through.
Ref, they're holding Romero.
Whips it in, back post.
Skip, composure.
Oh! Romero, nice.
Corner!
Corner!
Oh, fuck you!
Oh, goal kick.
How is he given that? That's shocking. That's it, Romero, though. Leaving something on him.
We're in this game, boys. We're in this.
Well in this game. Come on.
Oh, he's going off. Maybe.
Yeah. He's telling them to warm up. He's done.
All right.
What is it?
I mean,
imagine how Fofana and Badashile on the bench. That's so stupid.
Fofana's all right. He's not that special. Badashile's.
I mean, it's.
He had a bit of a marriage.
I would love to have Fofana. Whether you rate him or not, I would love to have Fofana on the bench instead of Sanchez.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'd have Fofana in our starting 11 ahead of.
Well, that's why they never gave a card to Thiago Silva. The referee's mic's not working. Fuck's sake.
Forgot the batteries at home.
Yeah.
Interesting. Listen, we got at least another couple of seconds. We got one more chance before he's going to come on. So let's go and push the ball down into his space. If we get the ball back here, let's make him run.
How long do they need to make a substitution as well?
Are they just going to allow? So they're going to allow Thiago to elbow us in the box. They're also going to allow Sterling to dive in our box, and then also we're going to allow Thiago Silva to make the substitution, and just take all the time in the world.
It's a fucking joke.
All right, before he comes on, let's take advantage. Let's take advantage.
Get the ball right in and around him. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, no.
Jets are in here.
Oh, no.
Emerson,
oh, no. Thank you, Fraser. Jesus, lads.
Shot.
Joao is going to be the one that's going to cause us the most problems.
That was poor by Højbjerg there. That was seriously poor by Højbjerg. Dyer jumps out of position as well.
Yeah, the whole team just gets...
Well, I think that's part and parcel, right? If you're going to play a little bit the higher line, like Tottenham are trying to do, I think it comes with the territory. You're going to play up?
No way, ref. It's up to Tottenham to put the ball out. Do not blow this up.
Do not put the ball out for him.
Do not do this. Do not. Oh,
we've done it for him. Fuck you,
Fuck
mate.
off. Jesus Christ. Who cares if he's down? He's pissed for bloody Chelsea. He's taking the piss.
Oh, he's giving him a tap on the shoulder. He's giving him a high five, the referee as well.
Harry Kane's trying to tell the referee it's up to us to put the ball out. Stop blowing for it. And the referee isn't even on the roof. That's shocking. It's up to us to put the ball out.
Yeah, and now the substitution's going to come on. There was a chance there for Tottenham.
Referee's a knob. Gowlad says Silva wants to run away already. I hope you're right, my man. Hope you're right. Daniel Larson says Felix is scaring me. And he's scaring us all. Amy says Thiago's back down on the ground with a crowd of boos. Rightly so. And Lucy says grab grandpa off the pitch. And 24C says, what's all this waiting about? I don't know, man. I don't know.
Fuck off. You stay away from that one, Sterling. You little prick.
It's a drop ball. Yeah, so the referee did blow it up.
He blew the
basically,
whistle.
and he shouldn't have. Yeah,
That's
he shouldn't have.
outrageous.
Wow.
That's not how it works. It's not the fucking rules of the game.
It's a joke. This new guy, what's his name? Howard Webb or whatever. Just get it, or just please sort it out.
Long way. Back to
That's a
Forster.
fucking disgrace, that is, actually.
Yeah.
Absolutely outrageous. Come on,
Turn,
Skip.
Skippy,
I
turn,
need to see
Skippy.
more from you. That's a
Oh,
hospital pass.
nice, nice,
work.
Emerson,
Nice work.
nice. Okay, Kulu, great
Kulu's
turn,
up. Kulu's
great
up for this
turn.
today. Kulu is so up for
Oh, he
this
sees
today.
Emerson, find him. Oh, gotta find
Nice
Emerson there.
save.
Nice, Davies. Harry,
Go on, team.
have a hit maybe.
Go on.
Oh,
Ah,
Oh,
nice.
that'll do. It's not a problem.
it's all right.
Get involved. Couple of
It's so
shots.
anticlimax, though. It's like being promised a room full of Kardashian sisters. You
that
walk in and
run.
it's Susan Boyle, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Look at that run from Emerson Royale, though. It was delectable. He was right in the space, and yet decided to go the other way instead.
Emerson and Kulu look up for this today.
I don't mind the switch. Yeah, Kulu's very much up for this.
Emma just
Get out.
Get two on you. Get two on him. Oh, come on, Emerson. You got to be better than there, mate.
Yeah, Sterling's.
Someone just cleared that little mug.
Smash him.
They're just
Enzo here. Step out, Emo. Nice.
Handball, do not give that. It was by his side.
Oh, well played.
Oh, wow.
Well
Wow.
played.
He's just so casual.
Not a lot of
Just so
options for
casual.
Emerson there. It goes out of play.
Come on, Tottenham.
We're going for Megs today.
Into Ben Davies. It has to go back to Langley. Langley to Dyer. Just get it out of there.
Dyer tries to clip it
Come
into
on.
Richie.
No,
It's shoved over.
Richie. Yes,
Oh,
Højbjerg!
nice Højbjerg.
Yes,
What a
Morty!
tackle.
Ah!
Sure.
Blow your whistle.
Oh, my
God.
lord.
He's just been tripped.
Saw Felix caught offside. I mean, it
He's
didn't look
just
like
been
he
tripped
slipped
up on
there.
a breakaway.
Didn't look like he slipped.
Look, to be entirely honest, I'm actually okay with the referee allowing the game to play because it allows Tottenham to know that there's a precedent been set where
We
he's not
can
going to
make
be overly
hard-hitting
card
tackles
heavy,
then.
and
Yeah.
it makes some more hard-hitting tackles. Smash these guys, lower, like level the playing
Spot
field.
on.
I'm saying it.
Spot on.
Same time, though, I have my grievances. This is the same referee that didn't give the penalty last week.
Pierre.
Is it the same ref? Is it?
Yeah. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
but I've been on a lot of shows that have been talking about that. Like there's like it's not necessarily his decision. It was the VAR that decided that it's part of a new plan by the referees association to if you do slip and you put your hand down to rebalance
Yeah, but he
yourself.
wasn't slipping, though. He wasn't slipping.
Yeah, well that's the problem with making new rules, right? Players become aware of them and take advantage of them.
True. Very true.
Well done, Mo.
Come on, Tottenham.
Dark Sun G saying the good thing is that Blues have only 2 subs this time. Or 2 subs time, it says.
Oh, yeah, so you can only make substitutions through 3 different periods in the game.
What's that?
You can only you can't make 5 individual subs. You can only use the bench from 3 times in the game. So you can make
really?
two
Really?
and another one, yeah.
Oh, so if
Can't
they
make
get
5 subs all at once or something. Yeah, you
Is
couldn't
that
make
when did that rule come in?
Maybe it's
Honestly,
always been
Sean,
that way.
I don't know the rules to football anymore. Growing up, I knew them quite simple, black and white. Now,
Yeah.
there's no
Well,
point.
so if the goalkeeper gets injured, whatever, or someone gets injured now, and they make that decision now, then they only have one more chance to make subs the entire game.
Well, no, a head injury, a concussion injury,
Mo.
something you can have.
Get there, Mo. Oh,
Take
Ben
him out.
Chilwell.
He got back.
Thank
he
you,
got back.
Mo. Thank
He
you,
got
Mo.
back like a beast there. Well done, Emerson.
So, concussion substitution is the only other one.
Okay,
you can pick
apart
outside
from concussions, right? But if it's an injury now in the 23rd minute, and there's an injury in the 33rd minute, right? And there's
That's
3
the
players.
substitution.
So you can't then use the top of the full 5. You can only use 3 if they're individual. Oh, really? Didn't know that. That's interesting.
Because it was brought in to stop. It was brought in to stop, people slowing down the last 5-10 minutes of games where they're using 5 substitutions
Okay,
at
that makes
different
sense.
times.
That makes sense.
It's like the as well. Actually, remember last week we were talking about why barely any of the trio.
Nice clearance, Rich.
Over here in the UK.
Yeah,
But
that
the
makes
actual
sense.
reason why is because
Clear.
they want to try and get more people out to lower league football.
Makes sense.
Sir! Richie falls over. Sterling in the top of the box.
We're
Romero.
okay. We're okay.
Time. Fuck, there's no point in ballooning if no one's there.
Come on, Tottenham! Focus! It's a good game of football, though. It's a good game of football.
I just like to see us on the ball a bit more, is all. I want to see us camp them in their half for a little while.
Yeah.
I'm getting nervous.
I hear you. But, lure them in.
61% possession so far to Chelsea. 3 shots to 1.
Well done.
Nice, Rich. Get there, Kane.
I want to smash him that bad. No one knew where the ball was.
Oh, when the stars fall. Oh, come on, Saucy.
Come on, Tottenham, wake the fuck up. João Felix, he's getting way too much time on the ball for my liking.
Yeah.
Someone just needs to throttle through him at the first opportunity.
How much space he has. He just sits in that. He does that thing that Iniesta and Xavi used to do. Just always looking around, trying to find space and just drifting.
Yeah. One he is. Don't let him do 2 years like that.
Well done.
Well done, Richie.
Well done. Come on, Skippy. Good boy.
Well done. Free out. Well done, ref. Right, now calm it down. Don't be so quick to get this underway. Relax. Dyer on the ball. Let's see if we can build something. Langley's demanding the football. Give it to him.
Where's Ben? Ben Davies must be playing like a left winger.
Yeah.
He's so far up because Longley is so far up.
Yeah.
I can't wait to look at the average positions on this game afterwards.
Yeah, see Emo. Thank you.
Okay.
Go.
Drive Emo. You got Kulu.
Look for Decky. Make the run. Help Decky.
Nice.
In the box.
That's okay. Look at
Ball out to the left.
Look at us just pushing up naturally. I like that.
Davies was probably too far up there. Langley couldn't find him. Out to Romero.
That was good ball.
Romero,
good ball.
Nice.
Ball to Harry Kane.
Come on, Richie.
Give it outside to Richie.
Oh, well played.
Nice.
Rich. Well played. Oh, well played, Rich.
Oh, nice, Rich.
Oh,
Oh, no!
Oh, what a fucking
play by Richie.
Great play from the Rich.
Wow.
Unlucky boys.
That's more like it, Richarlison.
That shot was so slow. Oh, it took a deflection. Oh, it takes a deflection.
Oh, Kepa didn't know anything about it. Kepa didn't know anything about it.
No chance. Yeah, absolutely no chance. That goes.
Oh,
in.
look at the spin.
Oh
my
God. An inch.
Oh, such good play.
Oh, if
Richie's
only
down
it's
injured.
so unlucky it didn't
You know
even
what?
bounce.
Though, if that ball doesn't take the deflection, it goes in as well because the
Goes off his foot.
The keeper is absolutely nowhere. He's
And Højbjerg's gone for the other corner as well.
Oh, Richie's absolutely taken out.
That's got to be a card.
Do we get the free kick on the back of that? No.
No, it's a corner.
Like,
Harry
really.
Kane again asking for a
Well
card.
played, Richie. Well played,
Giving
Richie.
him
By
all
the
the
way.
excuses.
That was all. That was down to Richie creating that space. Languid effectiveness there. I love that about him. Good boy, Richie.
And moving into the middle where he's best.
Yeah, exactly, mate. Exactly. Drift in. Let's go.
Okay. Post, sorry, Harry Kane has it. Oh, poor pass to Højbjerg into Emo.
Oh, well
Nice
done.
touch, Emo. Nice touch.
Don't
So
shoot.
good. It's so good. Oh,
Kane.
now it's slowed down again. No need to slow
All
it
right,
down
just
there.
keep them in there half for a little
Maybe
while.
spray. Oh, Harry, that's a bad giveaway,
That's
mate.
useless.
That's a bad giveaway.
It's
You gotta
bloody
take him out,
useless.
Harry.
That's a yellow card.
Oh,
No, that's
Richie,
not free. It's not free.
It's a yellow card. It's a yellow card for him there.
He wants to book him.
It's got to be a yellow card for Richarlison, surely.
Azad Hamid saying, I am tired. What am I watching? This is boring. Hashtag Conte out.
Oh, I wouldn't say it's boring. Is Richarlison getting the yellow card? If Richarlison doesn't get the yellow there, that's a disgrace. He should get the yellow card there. Did he get it?
Didn't look like he touched him too. He clipped him, I guess.
It's not yellow though.
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe
You completely slowed down their build up. If that was on the other, if it
Someone
was on the
got
other
smashed.
foot.
someone not smashed Kulu on the counter earlier on.
No, I hear you, mate. I hear you. But 2 wrongs don't make a right. Like, listen, I'm fine with it. I'm happy with it. The referee's letting it all go. But if the boot was on the other foot, we'd be fucking furious, wouldn't we?
Yeah, I would be. But then if he's not going to set the trend earlier on with the yellows, then I don't want them now.
Hey!
That's a throw in.
No. Okay.
It's still in play. Davies.
Ben Davies.
Oh, get rid. Fraser,
Fine,
not a lot of
Fraser.
time. Goes for a left-footed.
That's
Nice.
Who's there though? Come on, Harry. Harry looks so far off.
Harry's well off it, isn't he? He's well
Way
off it.
It's got to get into it here.
Okay, boys. Half an hour's done. I'm okay with this. I think this is good. It's a good game. It's a good game.
Maybe Harry Kane's saving his energy for the second half.
I hope so.
But like we said, though, we do know that Chelsea are also a very good defense. Like, they are a very good defense. But we do need to get more on the ball.
We've had the best chance of the game, guys. We've had the
Absolutely
by far
right.
best chance of the game.
Yeah.
Absolutely right.
Move forward now. That's it, Langley. With a bit of intent. Good ball.
Nice,
into River.
Rich. Come on, hold it up, mate.
Richie,
Come on, man.
Richie, you got to be better than that, bro.
Yes, Pierre.
No, ref.
Oh.
No.
Got to hold it up there, Rich.
Referee's left his cards at home, to be honest.
Richie his first touch is so heavy. It gives the
Nice, Mo.
Now,
Lovely,
Let's
Mo.
go, Mo.
Lovely, Mo. Fine,
Let's
Kulu.
go.
Come on,
Come on,
Kulu.
Decky. Drive, son. Do
Go
it.
out
Do
wide.
it, do
Go
it.
out wide,
Come on,
Mo.
Kulu. Come on, Kulu.
Oh,
Well done. Emerson back to Kulu.
Oh, so good. Decky is back, boys and girls. Decky is back. This
so
is a good
close.
performance from Decky. Harry Kane needs to up his game. Everyone else I'm okay with right now.
Come on, Tottenham.
Come on, Tottenham.
Let's get a
Great
good
work.
delivery
Great
in
tackle
here.
from Emerson. Great work by Kulusevski.
Come on. Good ball in here. Short one, changing the direction. Emerson just floats it up.
Oh,
Oh, they're on the
Get
counter.
there.
Oh, no.
nicely
Pierre.
done, Højbjerg. Nicely done.
Well, that'll do. Time, Fraser. Dyer, make an angle for him.
Skippy, that's Skippy there. He's got to make an angle for me, right,
Yeah.
Dave?
Oh, sorry, Skippy's the other player. Harry's not been spectacular, and Skippy's a little bit off it, but
Okay, here he is, though. Harry to Romero.
Oh, why didn't Richie gamble?
actually, I say that about Harry. He did do that little trickery, didn't he? Maybe I'm being a little bit harsh.
You just
I'm not
expect so much from him, creativity and scoring.
Maybe it's just that he looked decent in the beginning and now has fallen it off a little bit. Like he looked
Well,
okay earlier.
I don't usually expect him to do mazy dribbles into the box,
Hmm.
and he did that really well. But what I do expect him to do is to, control the ball and be part of the build-up, and sometimes when there's a second ball to be first. But
Or
he's
be at the
looking
right place at the right
Is
time.
that Fofana
Yeah.
holding his ass cheek? Maybe his
Yeah.
hamstring is tightly is gone.
Yeah, maybe.
Interesting.
Maybe he's just landed hard, or maybe it is his hammy.
Interesting. Something to keep an eye on.
Ooh.
Could be another substitution here.
Oh, we love this, Dave, don't we? We love this, bro.
It'd be nice if we had
2 subs down, 1, 2, go. La, 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 la.
It means they'd have to make 3 if they want to use all 5 next. Referee, just get on with it. How long do they need? He's not even telling them to get on with it. Jesus Christ.
Oh, come. Look at Chelsea are trying to waste time at Tottenham. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? You're
No,
rattled,
get the
boys.
pressure
You're
on now. Get the
rattled.
pressure on. Keep going.
Nicely done, Harry. Way to lay it into him.
Oh, no.
It's not. He's
That's
gonna
bullshit, ref. That's fucking bullshit. Harry Kane lands one on him.
Don't tell me he's gonna book him, or is he doing it for play acting? He better do this guy for play acting. Oh, that'll do. 50-50. It's on the shoulder.
Fucking mug. The ref doesn't want to book anybody. I love it. Let's have a full-on fight.
I think he forgot the batteries. He forgot the batteries as well as the cards. He doesn't. He's not even. No one's even communicating to him on the set piece. He's just a rogue man out there.
Honestly, like he hasn't. Like, there's been 3 or 4 bookable offences in this game, and he hasn't pulled out the card once. Love it.
I think he's probably forgotten them, Sean. Guarantee he's forgotten them. The mic wasn't working for the first 20, so God knows what else he forgot. I haven't seen the magic foam spray out yet either, so he's probably forgotten that too.
Look, the UFC isn't on until later tonight. Tyson Fury of Jake Paul against Tommy
Oh,
Fury.
Mo,
Is on tonight.
sir!
Ref, that's a free.
Let's go! Let's go!
Come on,
Drive,
Let's go,
Richie.
Richie!
Hey,
Drive,
Hoiberg.
Richie. Lovely. Drive,
Good ball
Rich.
for Hoiberg.
Into
Let's
Harry.
go! Let's
Hey,
go!
Give it to
Let's
Emmo.
go! One more!
Emma,
One
man
more!
on, man on, man on, man on.
Oh!
Just keep making them go long. They're making mistakes doing that. It's not their game. It's not their game.
They
Keep
don't
pressing
like
them.
this. They don't like this football.
Keep pressing them.
Come
Do
on,
not
Ollie,
let them
skip.
out.
Come on, Ollie, skip.
Get there, smash.
Oh, Romero. He just
that.
drives the ball off him. He just drives it off him. I love him. Look at this. He just comes in with no purpose at all, of just apart from ballooning the ball off. Look at that. It's beautiful. He
He's
just wants to
awesome.
kill him.
He is awesome. Oh, what's happened?
Oh, no, he's
Oh,
down.
no. Romero. His
He's
mouth?
gone, I think. He knows. He's holding his mouth.
No, he's okay. He's just bleeding. He's bleeding.
Oh, okay. It's all right. That's like love juice to him.
Yeah, he loves the taste of blood in his mouth.
Yeah. And that'll get him aroused.
Blood in his mouth.
Oh, he smashed face. I think they smashed faces.
It's one of his favorite tastes.
What's amazing is that he gets up, he does that, they collide, he gets
Yeah.
up, he turns around to Havertz and goes, "Have some of that, you prick," and then
Yeah.
afterwards goes, "Fuck, that really hurt."
Yeah.
But his first thought was to say, "Fuck you, Kai. Fuck you, bro."
I just love the way he went in there with no intention whatsoever to try and come out with the ball. He just ballooned it.
Nicely done, Forster.
This Tottenham are settling into this.
Romero.
Chelsea since the 30th minute have come out of this game a little.
Yeah, come on.
Emerson.
Tottenham.
Mo.
It's a good game of football. I'm enjoying this game. One of the first 35 minutes.
It's been open at times, cagey at times. It's been
aggressive
interesting.
at times.
Yeah.
Richie,
Win that.
I'm short, man.
Win it.
Please. Get there,
Come on,
Harry.
Harry.
Get there,
Oh,
Harry.
come on, Harry. You're so slow. You're sloppy, bro.
Yes,
Sorry,
I know. You
I'm
got
sorry.
time, mate. You got time,
sorry.
mate.
He hasn't got that anticipation, has he, today?
No,
Great work, Mo.
Well
Good
done, Emerson.
composure. Good composure.
he's been good today, Emerson.
We need an Emerson song, by the way.
Yeah,
Oh, lovely.
Spurs.
Lovely from Hoiberg.
we definitely need an Emerson song. I'll get on to Tim from Spurs song sheets for one.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sir!
Referee.
Just went through the back of him, ref.
Come on, keep this Chelsea team penned in. Chelsea are not moving as
Win
much
it!
as they were.
Oh.
Get the press on. Chelsea are not moving. They don't want this. I can sense it.
They're not going to fight for each other. If there's a bit of a fist fight in this game,
Yeah.
they're not up for it like Tottenham
No.
Tottenham players would be.
Mm.
Oh,
They're
Chelsea
a
coming
bunch
down
of
the left-hand side.
individuals.
Sterling.
Oh, running
Emerson
at
just takes
Mo.
him out.
He's running at
No, he's in.
Emerson. He lays it
back.
across. Win that.
Thank
you.
Okay. Well done.
Sterling does look up for it, I would say.
Yeah, he always plays well against Tottenham. Always that guy turns up. Always.
He shags who he wants. He shags who he wants. Pedro Porro. He shags who he wants.
Oh, the Paranator.
Porro-nator.
That's what Joe Phoenix's wife calls him. Dang there. Good ball into Kane. Hold it. Get out wide to Emmo. Now. Good ball out. Play Kulu.
Down there,
Stay
down
outside.
there, Bex.
Play Kulu.
No look pass. No look pass.
Richie going towards the middle here. Nicely done. Oh,
Richie.
Be on the yes,
Nicely
Emerson.
done,
Yes,
Emmo.
Emerson.
nicely done, Mo.
Yes, Emerson.
He's playing well today. Richie just needs to show a bit more composure there. Poor ball.
Oh,
Oh,
why is
no,
everybody
Emerson's
pulling
down.
up?
Early kickoff, lad. Always happens.
Mo, come on, mate. Don't do this.
Come on, let's sneak a goal before halftime. Let's sneak one before halftime.
You're
Take
good.
your time.
Mo, you're fine, mate. You're
Thiago
good.
Silva was allowed 35 minutes, so take your time. Referee, tell him to get on with it. Only Emerson's allowed to take his time.
Yeah, 100%.
Man on. Oh,
Don't-
bad
it's
position
not- it's
here.
Romero, it's
Oh,
all right.
well
Nice
played, Smash.
composure.
Well played,
Wonderful.
Smash.
He's just so composed. It's
Wonderful.
honestly,
Fraser.
the guy wouldn't sweat if he was on trial for murder. He's unbelievable. Oh, Skippy.
Oh, go on, Skip.
Vicinity Saucebar. Come on, Saucy. Let's go. Out wide to Lengy. Come on, Lengy.
Make a run.
Give it to Ben Davies.
He's standing there. Into Saucebar.
Hoiberg.
Look at that line in his hair. It's strong today.
Davies.
Back to Saucebar.
Don't remember Ben Davies doing much in this first half, to be honest.
He's very limited on the ball. He keeps coming back inside.
Yeah.
But, defensively, he's keeping Ziyech quiet. So, sort of like weigh it up.
It kind of feels like we're going more central, to be honest, than it does certainly down the left is not really an avenue that we're looking for. Go on, Longley. What's he got here?
Well, Reece
Fine,
Davies will
Skippy.
win that against Reece James win that against Ben Davies every day of the week. If he tries to outsmart him on the outside.
Davies. In the Harry.
Ref, how many more?
That'll do,
Oh.
that'll do. Let's go,
Oh.
Richie! Chance!
Oh!
Sauceberg wanted it, or Ben Davies wanted it. He's
I
right.
don't mind it. I don't mind it,
No.
though. I don't mind this one.
Yeah.
Look, you received the ball there, like this. You receive it there. Oh, you could have given it. You could have given it.
Yeah,
Who
give
was
it there,
that?
maybe
Who was
to-
that on the right there? That was
I think
Longley.
it was Davies.
Yeah,
maybe. I
Longley,
think it was
yeah,
Davies.
24.
I think it was Davies or Longley, you're right.
Definitely had a 30 in his number.
Yeah, 34. I think the Ben Davies is 33. That's it. Keep making Chelsea go along with it. Do not let them allow pass around. It's long
Get
balls.
on with it, you prick!
There better be at least
Come on!
better be 5 minutes added on here. Time wasting this first half has been disgraceful. Why are you just kicking that to nowhere?
No.
Oh, smash!
Rich, get there, Skip. Oh.
Oh, he's so frustrating, Richarlison.
It's going to be an interesting halftime review. I see Nicky boy in the background. Can't wait to hear his thoughts. Hi, Nicky. How you doing, mate?
There's a goal in this for Son today. There's room here. Today.
100%. But you know what? Like, it's not necessary. I think Richarlison's done well. I think his,
he's done all right.
his first touch is still
Feels similar
really
to West
suspect.
Ham. Feels similar to West Ham, where he's just doing that job of being a bit of a nuisance, pressing well, just kind of tiring out the defense. But definitely the super sub Sonny is going to need to probably come at some stage.
100%. But I actually think that Richarlison was fairly ineffectual against West Ham. I think he's been fairly positive today. I don't want, if he does get taken off in the 60th minute, I don't want Richarlison to drop his shoulders and think that he hasn't done a task.
Yeah,
because I think he's done it. I think he's been okay in the first half.
Good point. No, I'm with you on that. And so you're saying, yeah, he's played better today than he did against West Ham.
Better than against West Ham, but I still think that, of course, on the hour mark, you need to make a change. And whether it's him or Decky, I think Decky's back. The Decky looks really busy, so I think it's going to be him for Sonny, and that's okay. You've done your job for an hour. Okay, you didn't.
He contributes defensively though with the pressing work. More than
exactly 100%.
Yeah.
So, obviously you are going to judge a striker on what they contribute in goals and assists.
Yeah.
But I think in the first half he's been a decent slice of the squad. I think he's had probably a better shift than Harry Kane thus far. Harry Kane's walking everywhere.
Yeah.
Look at Richarlison's. He's busy.
Go on.
Ziyech.
Come on, Kane.
Oh,
You got there, man.
Wow.
You could have fucking got that. Kane could have got that. I'm sorry.
Oh.
could have got that. Yeah.
Little space now for
I'm sure
Sterling.
he
He's
won't
running
mind
at
it.
Emerson. Oh, he
Yeah,
cuts
he's
inside.
always-
Oh.
Skip, come on, man. You got to read that. He was always going to put inside. Always.
What a save from Foster. Foster's saying he's blinded by that. He couldn't see the ball.
Look at this is poor by Skip, right? Sterling is always coming inside there. Look how poor that is by Skip.
Yeah.
Well
very
done,
good by
Foster.
very good by Foster though.
Skip's got to be more streetwise there, man.
That's one of the benefits of it. Oh, actually, Jesus Christ, he's made a save, but it's not really hit him where he's supposed to.
Yeah, it's
I think
hit him.
it's hit him on his forearm rather than his gloves. What is that haircut that Sterling's got there? He's got two little beads in the front thing there. What's going on?
Forster. Romero.
Ah,
Jeez,
gee,
well
yeah.
done. Well
Ah.
done. Gorgeous pass. Gorgeous.
Langley.
Longley. Here
Good
we
boy.
are.
Oh,
Skip.
come on. No,
poor
it's not
fa-
good enough. It's not good enough.
Smash him now. You've got to take him out, Dyer.
Well done, Richie. Fuck's sake.
Corner kick to end the half.
Longley's worrying me. Skippy's worrying me. Kane is worrying me. Gotta be honest, Longley, like the one thing you like, Longley's not great defensively at all. Off like with the ball at his feet, he's usually someone you can rely on. But the lot, like he's put in a couple of hospital passes there in the first half.
Oh. This is a game for Papa Massar as well. I can feel it.
Yeah, some
is
people
good.
are calling for Sar. They say that 24Z saying need Sar's energy.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I don't hate that at all. Come on,
No,
guys, just keep us tight now. Love you to come and get this one, Fraser. Come and get this one if it's in a decent area, buddy.
Just drop the elbow right on top of Joe's head.
Yes,
well done,
MO.
Emerson.
Yes, MO. Clear that.
He
Clear it
wins
again.
everything. He wins everything.
One
in the
more.
air, this man.
And again.
And
Why not? Go for it again.
And another.
Smash him.
He wins everything in the air.
Oh, he's so good today.
3
So
minutes
good.
at a time. That is a
Should be
piss
fine.
take. That is
Should
a
be
piss take. I mean, it took
At least.
3 minutes for Thiago Silva to walk off the pitch.
Yeah.
You're right, Jack. Yeah.
Come on, let's sneak a goal right before halftime. Perfect this would be. Emerson just launching it. Just launch it.
Richie.
Oh, come on.
Oh.
Win it. Time.
Bring it
time
down. Good
sourcing.
touch.
Well done.
Great touch.
Let's go, Harry.
Great pass.
Let's go, Harry.
Good ball.
Cut across him.
Solskjaer.
Go on, Longley.
Nice,
Nice,
Longley.
Longley. Nice,
Go on,
Longley.
Nice
Go on,
pass.
Rangers. Go on,
Skip.
Rangers.
Beautiful. It's
In
beautiful.
Harry.
Oh, it's
Nice. In Akulu. Come on. Oh.
good.
Lulu. Shoot. How ball? No.
Are you guys behind me?
No, I don't think so.
I think I am. I think I'm behind. Ollie is.
Yeah,
I'm behind
refresh
Jack.
it.
I'm on-
Ah! Hey!
That's it, Richarlison. Take no shit. Oh, Langley could be in trouble there if that was an arm.
ZX just punched someone. Oh!
Whoa. Emerson is down. Who punched my man?
No, ZX just got
Who
a
touched
yellow.
him?
I seen a fist. I thought I
Watch
seen
this
it.
again. Could be trouble
Who touched
here.
him? Who touched my man?
Could be a lot of trouble here.
thought I
ZX just
seen
got a
a fist.
yellow. I think ZX just got a yellow, and then I think he also threw a fist out. And the linesman's saying
Well-
something. Here we go. Could be a red card.
I thought I seen a fist fly in there. I thought it was Langley that threw it.
Hashtag save Emerson. You better not have touched my man.
Linesman's asking for some. He wants his
Why,
face on the
why
camera
won't they
for a
re-show
minute.
us? Why won't they re-show us?
Yeah, why aren't we allowed?
We're able to show us Thiago Silva's, elbow to rub it in.
What's going on?
Ref. He's calling over here.
Havertz was
Works.
given one, it looks like.
No red cards for the arms, no.
And ZH, is that? He's looking for ZH.
Is this a second yellow? Oh, is this a second yellow? No, it's Emerson. Fuck off.
What?
He's getting a yellow as well.
What did he do?
Now go and find ZH.
What did he do?
He came in and started pushing. If ZH gets away with this, I swear to God.
No, wait. ZH knows he's done fucking
Yeah,
fucked
that's
up.
why he's gone so far over the other side of the pitch. Let's see what happens here.
One from the yellow. He got the yellow immediately. Well, ZH never got the yellow card. Oh, Emerson Royale.
Whoa!
That's a red card. That's a second bookable offence. If Emerson's getting a yellow for that, ZH gets a yellow for punching him.
What the fuck?
Referee, there's got to be a VAR on that.
It was right in front of the ref. How is he going to miss this? It was right in front of his face. He even got slugged. Even the ref got slugged.
He's waiting for the VAR to be telling him to go
It's
to the
got
camera.
to be. I'm sorry, it's got to be.
Get off the
Please,
fucking
give him the
pitch.
red. You can't touch my man.
Hit him in the face.
And the conversation's going on.
Can't touch
listening
him,
to the
Mo.
I'm listening to the commentary.
Is Graham Lasso
Hey,
trying to say
wait,
it
wait,
isn't?
wait. Another card coming out. Another card. Yeah!
No,
Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na.
Hey! Goodbye. Come on. This is set up for us in the second half, boys. It's set up for us in the second half.
Wait. He's not been told. He's not. Wait, hang on. Oh, he's been.
What?
Oh, wait. He's been told to go and look at the camera.
Ah, this is a joke. They're doing. He's just giving the decision for fuck's sake.
It was right in front of him. It was right in front of him.
He's just giving him the red card. Tough tits. It's off. It's off. I don't care. He's in the face.
What the fuck is VAR doing now?
They're going to say he went for his shoulder and ended up hitting him in the face. That's
They're
what
going to say he made contact with the shoulder.
Are we saying should Longley get something?
No, Longley doesn't deserve anything. But he's got to go. Like, they're trying to say, oh, he's come off the shoulder and hit him in the head. That's what they're trying to do. Trying to see whether he went for his face or not. But at the end of the day, he's made contact with the face. It's off. He's got to be.
The referee's gone from being
He's had a
absolutely no
disaster.
cards. He's gone from no cards FC to too many cards FC to
What the
now
hell
he's
is
going to
going on?
rescind the cards
He's
FC.
not off. He's going to
What the
rescind
fuck?
it.
What's going on?
No way.
This is a
rescinding
joke. Honestly, I'm sick of referees. This is a joke.
it. Only this happens
Take
to
it away.
Spurs. Only this happens.
Oh,
Oh my
fuck
God.
you!
Only
Please.
this happens to Spurs. Only this
Fuck
happens
you!
to Spurs.
He
Only
literally
this
looked for
happens to
reason not to
Spurs.
give it. He
I
gave it, and
swear
then
to
he
God.
Don't give it. Oh my God.
That is a
That is
fucking
a disaster.
disgrace.
That is disgraceful.
He gave
Guys,
the red
that-
card on the basis of hearing from the VAR. He gives the red card, and then someone in the VAR
You
says,
know-
actually, no, have a look yourself, you prick.
What
But
the
you know what's embarrassing? Do you know what's embarrassing, right? They look for a reason not to give that one, but then Thiago elbows Romero earlier on and they don't even look at it. It's honestly, they're just doing their best not to get not help Tottenham at this point. I'm sick of it.
They can't even give us
Honestly,
pens.
great
They never
card
give
this
us
week.
pens over VAR. They can't give us anything. They don't give Sterling a yellow for diving.
They do, but the fact that they let Thiago Silva off for what they let him off with,
It's like
and then they look at VAR to rescind the red card there. It's a joke.
we
This
just have
referee is having an absolute fucking nightmare.
we just are never given any breaks whatsoever by the referees. Just anything. Just any sort of bit of luck.
That has to be. Even Graham Lasso in the commentary is saying it has to be a red card. And if it was a red card, or if it wasn't, why did he get the red
Sir?
card out in the first place?
Oh, did he just tell Emerson to get up there? He's just been taken out. He's an embarrassment. Oh, I can't. I'm going to have a cigarette. I need a cigarette. This referee's pissing me off. I'll be back. I'll wait till halftime, but he's fucking me off.
I'm
Done,
so
Emma.
fucking pissed off with that. How
That's
the fuck
ridiculous.
is the referee's gone from
That's
allowing
just
everything
I've never
to
even
play
seen that. That's
to
pathetic.
getting
I've-
out 3 cards to then rescinding one? Absolute fucking disgrace. It's an absolute
To look,
disgrace.
like to look at that and then not look at what Thiago Silva done earlier on. It's just the inconsistency. It's just dreadful.
It's an absolute disgrace, that is. The only reason he pulled the red card out in the first place was because someone in his ear told him it's
Yeah.
a red card offence.
Yeah.
So the VAR has told him it's a red card. He's shown it, and then someone else in his ear has said, "Actually, go and review it for yourself." Like, what the fuck is going on?
It's a disgrace. Honestly, refereeing wasn't this bad when there was no VAR. It just wasn't.
What the fuck? What? I don't understand that. The VAR is supposed to be one team of people that all say the same thing. They have ample footage. They have all the time in the world to review it. They decide that there's a card, a red card, and then they go, actually, no. Yeah.
Come on, Davies.
Oh,
Oh.
no one there. It was a good effort, though.
I need to
Boo!
this referee's
Outrageous.
fuck off. I can't believe that.
I'm going for a week.
Everybody,
I'm back in a minute.
half-time, it's 0-0 at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Referees and VAR having another absolute shit show and disaster. I mean, Jacko. Well,
It's
I'm
it's just frustrating to just continue to feel like anytime you get the right decision, you just know that it feels like there's something maybe holding it up, or there's something that you just don't know, like any sort of goal even that we could have. You feel like it's going to be checked 1,000 times, if anybody was offsides, if anybody was looking at the referee the wrong way. It's just, again, like another occasion where it does feel like we just can't be given any breaks. Like, I see a lot of other sides in the Premier League that they do get given breaks. They do get some luck on the way. We've seen some atrocious decisions, of course, made by referees. And it'd be nice to be the benefactor. It'd be nice to be the recipient of one of those atrocious decisions. But it seems like on every single occasion, we always seem to be on the other side of it, where we're actually the victim of the atrocious decisions. Nick, I mean, that is the decision, that everybody's going to be talking about right now in this moment. Then we'll get on to the game, maybe how it's gone later. But, considering what just happened, Nick, is that a red card for you?
Right here, and spec stocks are up, and my inside info says Bowley just put a word in his ear after the red card was given that, hey, you know what, you want a little piece of apple, I got a little piece of apple for you. So you know what, man, I'm not what I'm worried about is that it's going to get worse, man. It's going to, like,
you think there's like tension now, like, there's going to be some more scuffles.
This ref actually had he had the game under control, and he was playing advantage in the right points. He completely lost confidence in himself through that whole debacle right there. So it's going to get worse, man. Tensions are high, and I'm a little worried about this. What I'm happy about is that I, without a doubt, think that second half FC is coming to the party right now. It's Chelsea, there's no way they can keep up. They lost their press. They tried to do it what everybody else does, the heavy press at the beginning. They lost that midway through the first half, and they have no backup plan as far as I can see, as far as defending against us. Their best defender, arguably, is off the pitch right now, at least, the captain of their defense. So we really need to take it to them. We are much more of a cohesive unit and a much fitter from what I can see right now. We got to put that into effect.
Spot on. You're absolutely spot on. We've got to use that togetherness that we have over them. Look, I'll be brutally honest. Apart from the referee decision, which, look, they're just screwing. There should have been a penalty last week, same guy in the middle again. I won't even get onto that. But, look, I'll be honest, I think it's been a pretty boring 45 minutes. I think it's sort of a tactical battle, two teams sort of finding each other out. I think what I would say is there is a couple of changes that maybe we could make to maybe freshen it up in the second half. Plus, as you know, we are usually a second half team. Look at the majority of our games this season, we've showed up in the second half. So I'm like Nick, I'm banking on us coming out in the first half. But in terms of first halves that we've seen this season, although it be boring, it's probably one of the best first halves I've seen us play. I think Skip needs to tighten himself up in the middle, if you want me to be brutally honest, on the ball and off the ball. I think he's slacking a little. I think Papa Matasar is someone that you could bring in there to change that. And I'm telling you now, this game is opening up for Sonny to come off the bench and impact and go and get the winner. Just look at the space. It's more open than what I thought. And if what we know with Chelsea comes true, that they usually stop running after the first half, they sort of cower into themselves in the second half. There's going to be a lot more space for Son to be able to get on the ball and impact the game. Because at times, Richarlison in there, for me, is in there for his defensive work in the first half. He goes through a lot more of that press. There's a lot more than Son, and makes them hit long ball, which then means we can turn it over. But there are times where he's had the ball, and you're just thinking, if there was someone with a little bit more composure there, you probably would have created something. So I reckon that's how we're going to impact this game in the second half.
I feel like it's been cagey. It's been open at times, but it's also had its cagey moments this game. It does feel like maybe teams are trying to figure each other out. They're trying to figure out, when to land that blow. There has been some saves, I think, made by Forster, but for the most part, kind of aimed right at him. Spurs have, though, also, I feel like, had really good chances, maybe just kind of spurned them or just really didn't, make it up for it with the best pass or the best effort on goal. It does feel like, there is definitely going to be a goal, I think, at some stage in the second half. And you would really want it to be to us, because it feels like this Chelsea team too, right? They're on a bad run of form. They're not exactly full of confidence. If we were to get that goal, I feel like their heads could drop, that Chelsea side. And also as well, though, we do have to be wary of the fact that there is some tension in the air between the two sides. There clearly could be another scuffle or two. So it's also up to us not to lose our heads, I think, in any of those situations either. We have to be the better man or the better team. Dark Sun G saying, watch the referee association say, oh, sorry, wrong call. I mean, hopefully we get some sort of transparency on the decision, Dark Sun G. And then Al Ben saying, Nick, you're a poor bias. You have poor and biased referees when ex-Chelsea players like Graham Lasso are saying it's a clear red.
You know,
it's
there's
the double.
something wrong.
It's the double. Oh, sorry, mate. Sorry, Nick.
But
Sorry,
Sean,
mate.
you too. I mean, you know
Yeah.
Graham Lasso. It's bad when he's saying it's a red. Like that's ridiculous. He
It's
would
the
love
double
to say
yellow
that's
though. It's a double yellow. There's a yellow for the tackle.
Mm.
It's ZH that does the Richarlison tackle, and then it's a yellow, at least a yellow for the
You're
shove.
absolutely right.
It doesn't have to be. It's not like it doesn't have to be a straight red. You can make it out like it's a straight red for the punch, but even if it's not that, it's a yellow for the tackle on Richie and a yellow for the. And it's not even his first foul. He fouled Harry Kane earlier, and he fouled Emerson Royale earlier as well. Like there's ZH is on his third foul, 2 within a second. I don't understand it.
Everybody is agreeing with you on the double fouling or the double yellow, Sean. Exactly. Like regardless of whether you think the punch is a red in itself, he makes 2 yellow card offenses easily in that span of a few seconds, and it's just that's what they should have realized is it's just 2 different offenses in that moment. Just look at it that way instead of just looking at it as the punch in isolation. But I mean, Gramless.
The punch in isolation is a red card as well in a lot of referees' minds. But this Emerson gets a yellow card for the shove in the back, and ZH gets one for a punch in the face.
Someone is saying that some of the NBC commentators were also saying it's actually wasn't even allowed to go to VAR and be overturned. I'm not sure if that's true. I feel like I have seen them maybe overturned in the past, red card decisions, but maybe that one in that sort of moment wasn't. I'm not sure, though.
I don't know, man. I got to say, that's the first time I've ever seen a red card rescinded.
Man. VAR only gets involved when it's a clear and obvious error. So they obviously feel that they're sending off. Although in his ear telling them to make the red card, they obviously feel that he's then made a mistake. So then they send him to the monitor, look at it. But then it comes back to what Sean said, right?
They've already told him it's a red card. He gave the yellow card. He didn't actually put it up, but he had it out. Right, I think he in his mind he clearly had the yellow card out when the tackle initially happened. Then the kind of melee happens. The yellow card never initially comes out for ZH, but it was in his hand to give it out. Then he sees Emerson Royale come in, and then the aftermath. And then after 3 minutes of like calming everybody down, he then listens for 2 minutes to the VAR, who then gives the red card, and then 30 seconds later, someone else is in his ear saying no. Like there's 10 people in the VAR room that are there to come to a consistent consensus on what the outcome is, and yet what they've done is they've come to one consensus clearly because otherwise you wouldn't have listened. Otherwise, there's no way that he would have given the red because he had the yellow in his hand. So he wanted to give the yellow. He listened, gave the red, listens again. And then rescinds it and gives the yellow. It's the most the inconsistent nonsense I've ever seen. And the fact that to suggest that Emerson Royale and ZH should come out of that whole scenario with the same punishment, when ZH was the guy who started the whole thing by ripping down Richarlison, it's bollocks. It's absolute bollocks.
Someone's saying Sky are actually praising the VAR for getting involved.
Oh my!
Of course.
But that is funny though, and what I did love Alban's comment about Graham Lasso because I've never heard Graham Lasso ever in my life give any sort of benefit to Tottenham in any moment, and the fact that he was just like hands up was like I don't know what the hell they're doing like in this situation just screams to the bias. 58 goes 58. I like the name says Royale should audition for Phantom of the Opera. Do you feel like he's a completely new man?
I'm so angry about this now. I'm so angry. I hope the players are too. I hope they can control it.
But it's important not to lose their heads though in the second half.
Yeah, they got to play football. The refereeing situation is going to drive us nuts if we keep going down that road, man. What I want to know is what do you guys think of Kane's positioning? I personally don't have a problem with it. I think that Richarlison is there to put in the work from the front as for defensively and to run around and make a nuisance of himself. And it's allowing Kane to stay higher up the pitch, which is, something that I've been wanting to see for months and months and months since last season. It hasn't borne any, particular fruit yet, but it will. He definitely seems like he's up for it. People saying he looks like he's walking, etc. He's picking his
I think he's saving himself for the second half. He knows that's when Tottenham come good. Look, Kane, I think we expect so much from him. Even the first short pass he gives, we're all like deflated. Kane looks off it, but I definitely think there's something to what you're saying there, Nick. About it is allowing Kane to stay a bit higher up the ball, and maybe to tie in 58 goal J58 super chat. When he's picking up that ball, you've got Emerson, you've got Kulu, you've got Richie, Ben Davies. They're all sprinting off and getting into forward areas. We just need to do better with it. But just to get to 58 super chat, my man Ryan, he's had another very good half.
Is he one of the better performers of the first half, would you say, Dave?
I would say so. I think,
Yeah.
I think he's been heavily involved in that game. A lot of our good stuff is actually coming down that side between him and Kulu. Sean was saying that Kulu's had a great game. So for me, the two of them continue. And then I think we probably will expect a couple of changes on the left-hand side. Get a bit more coming from there. We can win this game.
Yeah, I like it. I think Emerson has looked brilliant, but we needed everybody else to step up as well, of course. And I think even Kulusevski's actually looked a lot better this game too, which is also an added bonus. The right-hand side has looked solid, for me
Wouldn't
today.
say Emerson's looked fantastic. I think he's been good, right?
Yeah.
But I think we're now looking for reasons to praise him. I think defensively, he's got himself in positions where he's been run past quite easily.
Yeah, Sterling has given him a rougher time than previous wingers have.
Sterling has got the ball and smashed him on pace, and then he's eventually got back and done a decent job. The problem for me, so I think he's done a good job, but he hasn't been spectacular going forward. I think Emerson. Yeah. We all love Emerson as a cult hero, but he's not been spectacular.
I agree with the Sterling point.
He's done a good job, but not a great job. However, I think that when you're playing with Skippy on the right side of the two between him and Højbjerg, I think there's a bit of an issue there. When Emerson gets beaten for pace, and then Emerson gets back to try and cover the cross that's inevitable, and then Sterling or whoever else cuts back and then looks to play it to the edge of the box. Skippy needs to be tighter, and he's not. So, I think that if I was Potter right now, I'd be saying do more of that, because Skippy isn't necessarily completely on point. I'm not saying Skippy's had a bad game. When he's had the ball, he's been pretty effectual. Romero's been excellent, But with Emerson getting beaten for pace and you can't always you have to sometimes shake hands with reality. Sterling is going to be able to, if Sterling's got a march on you going against you and you've got a turn, you're going to get beaten for pace. But you need someone there who's going to step in and predict the pass, and Skippy hasn't been there. So I think that maybe Skippy needs to come off and Pape Sarr needs to come on.
A lot of people were asking for Sarr, Sean, and they want also fresh ideas, right? Get some fresh ideas onto the pitch, someone who's been watching it from maybe that bird's eye angle or just from a different view, and they maybe know they can come in and make a huge difference right away. That's often, maybe the benefit of being on the bench is that you can maybe see things other players on the field can't really think about in the moment as well. So I do hope that that's either the case with Sonny or Sarr, that come on with fresh ideas and, kind of just a fresh drive into this team to kickstart us here. Adrian Chia saying, if any consolation, Chelsea looked just as clueless as us, Nick.
Yeah, you know what? I know a lot of people saying it's a boring game. I find it hard to have that opinion on any London derby, especially against Chelsea. They're always
it's not a boring game.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. Clueless. I actually think that we have a game plan and we're deploying it fairly well. We're just not in the final third. We're not making the chances that are going to open them up completely. I think it's two teams that are very, very nervy right now for very different reasons. My question is Sarr going to add the defensive, the solidity where Skip is not on that right-hand side? Is it, I know creatively he'll definitely add a lot more, but is it?
The teams are out, mate. They're about to start, at least on Sky. Sarr's not on. There's no changes as far as
no changes on it, which is not super surprising. But I mean,
I don't mind seeing.
Oh, looks like we kicked off.
I don't mind seeing Sarr though coming on. Maybe not just yet though, Nick, but maybe in a little while.
Maybe in about 10 minutes or so. Yeah. And so
chance for Tottenham. Dickie, Emerson.
Come on!
Oh no! Oh, he's just put it away.
Come on!
Yeah!
Oh my God!
Oh my God!
Wow!
fresh out the gates.
Oh, what a start! Half of the stadium are still getting their beers.
Fixing the scoreboard.
Emerson
with the strike. Poor by Kepa and the defense by Chelsea. It's just cleared. Skippy.
Right,
Oh,
Skippy.
Right. Oh my
Oh
God.
my God.
What a screamer.
What if he
God.
dispossesses Kai Havertz? It's unbelievable. Guys, 70% of the stadium are still behind getting their beers.
What play by Skip?
Stadium's
What a
empty.
strike.
Oh my, one of the goals of the season.
Rocket too.
Oh.
One of the goals of the season.
Oh my God.
What a
Kepa.
screamer.
That is
Imagine
poor by
being
Kepa.
behind the goal for that.
Imagine scoring your first goal for Tottenham in a London derby against Chelsea, and 60% of the stadium are still in the bars behind the ground. What the hell is going on?
Oh my Lord.
Come on, Skip.
Come on, Skippy. The Olad's in there. He's absolutely loving it. Big up the Olad. Jack, we still have some super chats to get to and a membership chat. We'll get to them. And now, come on, Tottenham 1-0 to the good. Skip with a
Dark Sun G saying, I hope Premier League brings some referee from La Liga because during the Madrid derby, Correa got a red for the same thing that Thiago did to Cuti Romero. Red for Ziyech, like Martinelli got against Wolves for 2 separate fouls. Good point on that, Dark Sun G. And yeah, I just think a new referees is honestly just a new system, just a new everything is what we need, my man.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. Look, there is a guy that was brought back from the Middle East. He's English. He's over there doing refereeing over there. He's supposed to be overhauling it. Let's wait and see what happens. But it needs to happen sooner rather than later, my man. Big up, Dark Sun G, brother. We have, who else is there?
Brandon Troller saying, VAR out, nonsensical as Love Island for flamingos. As nonsensical as Love Island is for flamingos.
Absolutely spot on, my man. Big up, Brandon Troller.
Good man, Brandon. Hope to see you on the fan show later, brother. No matter the result, big yourself up. Dark Sun G says, our youth wonder kid scored a screamer in a derby. I mean, more time for people to maybe put some respect on Skippy's name. He's had a lot of doubters. He's had a lot of doubters, and this is some respect.
Love
Jack, look at the East Stand. It's still empty.
Still trying to fix the fucking scoreboard.
Everyone's still trying to get a beer.
Yeah.
I think like the
That's
internet blew
hilarious.
up after that goal, I'll be honest. It feels like the internet blew up. Oh my
Andre
Lord.
216 member for 10 months says, boom, what a goal. Come on, you Spurs. Absolute screamer.
Let's go again. Let's go again. They're falling apart at the back. Oh, they're all over the
Marlon.
place.
Oh,
They're all over the place.
Mo.
Emerson.
Mo,
Emerson,
drive.
have a shot. Have a shot. Don't worry about it. Here's Decky.
Oh,
Harry Kane.
Harry.
Finds a space.
Oh.
Oh,
R
They're
Green
all
and then
over the
Marlon
place.
Green. Come
Chelsea
on,
are
you
back.
Spurs member for 9 months. Pick yourself up, Marlon.
come on, Marlon. Come on, everybody out there. Let's go. Smash that like. Let's smash Chelsea. Come on, Tottenham. Come on.
I've got to be honest. Harry Kane there looks so sloppy. Oh, well done, Romero. What a tackle from Romero. Let's go, Tottenham. Let's do it again.
Emerson.
Harry Kane is so off the ball, mate. He's so off the boil.
Yeah. It's all right, though. We're 1-0 up. Let's just come on.
But listen, right now, if I'm entirely honest, I know it sounds insane to suggest it. Oh, here we go. Let's figure this one out first. Here's Ziyech. Ziyech looks inside. Get rid of it. Referee!
Free
Thank
out.
you. Fuck you, Reece James. Fuck you. If I'm honest, I don't hate the idea of bringing Sonny on and taking Harry Kane off. He's out. He's not involved. He's bring Richarlison into the 9. If you're going to give the guy a chance, give the guy a chance in his position he plays for Brazil. Like,
Fair point.
I think that
Fair,
Harry Kane's well off the
He's
pace
captain.
today.
I don't think. Look, I hear you. I think the fact that he's captain, though, I don't think they'll be too quick to haul him off, especially in a derby. If you want me to be brutally honest, man. But I do hear you. Tottenham just don't fuck up at the back. We've got Adrian Sheehan says, get in.
Gets in. Kepa playing with himself too much with the left arm.
Oh,
Let's go again.
Mo.
Switches out to Emerson.
I know, everybody, the scoreboard. I'm trying to
Am I
fix
ahead
it
of
right
you?
now.
Am I
It
ahead
literally,
of you?
the whole internet blew up when Skippy scored that goal, everybody. I'm trying to fix the scoreboard right now. Trust me.
Cross comes in. Richie.
Oh,
Kulu.
Oh,
Let's go, Tottenham. Come
let's
on.
go. But Adrian Chia, my man, yeah, look, Kepa was poor goalkeeping. Couldn't get a hold of the first shot from Emerson. Emerson probably should have buried it, but then, the second one, it was just too strong. to keep out. But Adrian Chia, big up, brothers. That part of the script. And Daniel Larson, member for 10 months. Big up, Daniel, says Skippy. What a goal. Of course, I missed it. I nearly missed it. I was running back from the toilet. I just heard Sean, we're on. I was like, quick. So big up, Daniel Larson. Oh, absolute screamer.
Oh, Harry Kane's just got one in the face by Koulibaly. In that replay, that header. He's just been headbutted by Koulibaly. You don't want to get headbutted by Koulibaly.
No.
That's a Koulibaly, almost.
Like only 128 likes on the stream, guys. If you want to beat Chelsea, we got to be getting 200 likes plus.
Come on, guys. Smash the
like.
It's rule one.
Well, don't get right up his hole. That's what I'm talking about.
Come on, Tottenham. Come on, careful here. João Felix looks left. Oh, here he is. Puts the ball wide.
Switch. Do not let him shoot. That's what he wants.
No.
That's all right. Do that all day long. You shouldn't be on the pitch. You shouldn't be on the pitch.
When he cuts in like that, we've got to get straight out to him. He's only looking to do one thing only.
He shouldn't be on the pitch. You know what the difference is, though, right? If he's not on the pitch and Chelsea have 10 men, they probably don't leave themselves wide open like they did in the first minute of the second half.
True.
Maybe justice has been served. Maybe justice
has
been served. Let's go. Come on, Richie. Find it, Rich. Yes, Richie. Let's go, Harry. Nice work. Come on, Ollie. Come on, Skippy.
You go through
the brace, bro. Get the brace.
Kulu wants it.
Mo. Oh, he's tossing.
It's not a penalty. It's not a penalty, though. Did they take Emerson out?
He's a handball, for sure. Let's see that again, please, ref. Emerson.
Oh, Romero. Too casual there by Romero.
Wakey casual, bro.
I'm trying my best.
Emerson.
We're on 52-40, everybody. I'm trying my best. Like I'm saying, I'm trying my best with the scoreboard. It's just not, it's not working with me right now. It's just not working with me. It's not listening to me.
Let's go. His long leg. Højbjerg. Oh, it's a beautiful ball. Emerson. Put Decky in. Oh, okay. Doesn't want to.
Richie.
Kane picks it up.
Two more headbutts going on there.
Now look at the VR. Look at that for a handball and a
foul. I want to see that handball, please. I think that hurts Koulibaly's hand.
What a start to the second half. 7 minutes and none of us been able to breathe. Brilliant start.
The size of Koulibaly, mate. When he headbutts you. Here we go. Not there. There it is. Oh, no, yeah. It does hit his hand, but it's not.
Yeah, he's had his back turned.
Yeah, it's not his
although if they want to make up for the first half.
Nah, that's not a handball. I mean, it is a handball, but it's not a deliberate handball. Koulibaly, though, the one person you don't want to get a headbutt from, or you don't want to headbutt, is Koulibaly. He looks like the sort of guy whose body hurts you when he hits you. You know, he's just a big guy, isn't he? A big, strong bloke.
Everybody, I see comments in there about the timer and the scoreboard. Jack is working on it. Do not worry about that. It's just a bit of a malfunction, so do not worry, guys.
We're on 54 minutes. Anyone wants trying to keep up? 54 minutes right now. 54, 04, 05, and we're good. Right now, Harry Kane's arguing that it should be our ball because the ball went out into touch. And
I might have fixed it here, everybody. Let me know if you're able to sync up here and just 1 second. Let's see if that works, everybody. We're on 54-20, 54-23, 54-25. Hopefully that works, everybody. Sorry about that. I tried my best, everybody. Like I said, it felt like Skippy broke the internet, honestly. He broke my Wi-Fi.
Just quickly, when there was a head collision, we had the ball with Langley over on the left-hand side ready to cross it. Why did the referee give the ball back to Kevin to start the game?
Because apparently, I think he blew the whistle rather than it going out into touch. So
yeah, I know, but like it doesn't matter. We were in possession of the ball, so surely we should get back now.
Well, but I think that you're never going to be given the free ball when it's that advanced. I think generally speaking.
Fair.
We've got to be balanced on this, Dave. As much as we want to be in balance, as much as we want to see everything Tottenham's way, we have to try and give some. Well done, Emerson. Well done,
nice.
Emerson.
Drive, Kulu.
Ollie skip.
Climber.
Nice, Mo. Good touch.
Super chat here from Neil Shafton. He says, "No lad."
He threw the ball into it was already off. It was always off.
You're sacked in the morning. Sacked in the morning. Sacked in the morning.
He's got bigger eye bags under his eyes than the man from Nottingham Forest, who's like 31 but looks like he's 48.
Neil
It's
Shafton
wild
saying,
people.
no rad have just scrambled F-18s 45,000 feet above Montreal. A round yellow object is being reported, he says.
Oh, he's on about the ball from Skippy's goal. Love it, man.
Rid of
Oh,
it! Rid of it!
love that, Neil
Honestly,
Shafton.
more like an asteroid, I would say, Neil. Basically flying, like a projectile.
Yeah, there's been reported sights of a mysterious yellow object flying through the skies of Ireland.
They had to shoot it down, Dave. They had to shoot down the ball Skippy shot. They had to bring it down. They were,
We
they were
don't do that
unaware.
over here. We don't do that over here. We don't have fighter jets to do that.
Can we just reflect for a second? Ollie Skip.
What a fucking screamer.
Having the confidence to smash that
Is that his
ball.
first Tottenham goal?
It's his first Tottenham goal.
Fuck me, what a game
Must
to
be.
do it in. And what a
I know,
goal.
and there was nobody
That's
in the
insane.
stadium, mate. There was no.
I didn't see it. We barely even saw it.
Yeah. Oh,
Out. That's out. That was well out.
Well
Thank
done.
you.
no, honestly, first goal for Tottenham. What a game and what a goal to do it. Oh my God.
Big
Oh,
up,
my
everybody. Thank you for staying tuned in. If you're still with us, please smash that like button, everybody. If you have enjoyed it so far, the timer and everything is back and oriented and back in stitch. So everybody, sorry for the mishap there. Usually that doesn't happen, but like I said, Skippy broke the internet.
Graham
Dennis
Potter
Zakaria.
and his 5'7" assistant there sitting there going, so should we see if we can get hold of the Brighton job?
They're trying to calculate the XG just to keep
Dennis-
themselves.
Dennis Zakaria is coming on the pitch for Chelsea. He's getting warmed up.
Who's Zakari? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Danger.
Yeah, to calculate an XG by these stats, I dictate we win the game. We've had no shots.
No, I think they're saying by this stats, if it keeps going the way we're going, probably De Zerbi's going to get a new job. Maybe we can go back to Brighton, get closer to our family again. Let's have
They're looking at
conversation about
motorway routes on the M1 back to Brighton.
No way, ref. Well done. Romero.
Come on, Tottenham, let's go.
Salzburg.
Oh,
Turn
good
Skippy.
Oh,
Nice
Skippy.
MO.
Skippy.
Nice MO.
work. Skippy, well done, mate. Well done.
Come on, make it train. Let's go.
It's okay. Don't rush. Don't rush.
Good run from Harry.
Kulu.
No rush.
Ball into Salzburg. Back to Kulu. Just play around with them now. Make them take you out. Oh, Emerson, you're taking the piss. He's taking the
Gorgeous
piss.
pass.
He's taking the piss. It's out to Langley.
That counts as a 35-yard. That's a long pass completion.
Oh,
percentage.
Richie.
More like how many piss
Under
takes
no
per
pressure
90
there,
does he
Richie.
have?
Under no pressure.
Oh,
Well
good
done, take him
tackle.
out.
Good tackle,
That's
Ben.
not a yellow card. If that's a yellow card, then where's
is.
the H's double yellow card, you prick?
Oh, they done well to take them out. Done well to take them out there. You got to do that. Well done, Ben Davies.
Big up, Andy Sparsholt, my man. Hopefully you're keeping well.
That was a poor giveaway by Richarlison, though. No pressure whatsoever. We're comfortable on the ball.
Pretty sure that's the first thing I've seen Ben Davies do today. I don't remember. I don't remember mentioning his name
without being effective. Shot.
Yeah, but that's often Ben Davies. That's often the Ben Davies story, isn't it? He flies under the radar. He's a solid 6.5, 7 out of 10. Doesn't usually get too involved, but doesn't make clangers generally. But today,
he's kept Ziyech completely quiet, but yet no one's seen Ben Davies on the ball.
Which is okay. Let's go. Here we go again. Who's Højbjerg?
Get back to
Ben Davies. Let's go, Tottenham. This is good. This is good football. There's
30 minutes left. Oh, is that Mason Mount coming on too?
Mason Mount and Zakaria.
Chelsea, Zakaria and Mount coming on. Let's see who's getting ready to come off.
Nice, Harry. Oh,
Harry, come on, bro.
Oh.
Get the press. Get the press. Go, Emerson. Go on, Emerson.
You know what? Maybe I've been a little bit harsh on Harry Kane because he has been busy. Ooh. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Joe Felix running right at
Spread
block from
Eric
Moonhead.
Dyer.
Great
Eric
block.
Dyer. Back to his best. New contracts incoming.
Get back in the middle. Get back in the middle right now. Be quicker about it.
Look at Longley. Longley saying,
Sterling.
You handle the back post. Longley's taking the middle.
Don't switch off
the
now.
back
It's
post.
all over the top. Don't switch off. Forrester. Well done. Hit Jal the elbow. Sneaky little
Smash him in the shoulder. Like the side. He's like
again.
daddy and son. It's like daddy and son at work day.
You bring your kid to school.
You'd probably be the best bouncer of all time. The best security guard of all time for
Look at Emerson. Look at Emerson.
Oh,
he's so good.
Sir!
Sir! Oh, fuck you!
Oh, he's over the top.
Oh!
They can do that because Emerson's down because he got taken out by your man.
Yeah, I mean,
outrageous.
he's still
Take
down.
him out. Well done.
Oh, well done, Skippy. Oh, ref.
Well done. That'll do.
Referee, you're a disgrace.
Just take them out. If you just don't let them run at you whatsoever. Just keep taking them out. In fact, take turns taking yellows at this point. Now, I mean,
What is that? What the actual fuck
Has
is
to be
that?
a yellow.
It's not wrestling. That's a yellow all day by Chilwell. I hate
Is he
him
not
so
giving one to him? Was he not giving one to him?
No, he gave, he didn't. He did nothing, and he let the. There's no VAR on that shit. He just let it carry on. Ziyech is taken off. You should be off. You should be off, but not because you're getting substituted, you prick.
Loftus-Cheek is off with Zakaria coming on.
Sorry if I'm shouting so much, guys. I don't know.
No, look, I think we're all shouting. We just want to win so badly.
Yeah, but is my mic too loud? Am I coming over?
No. I think you sound about as loud as Dave, to be fair.
Okay.
Boomyang on the bench.
I'll move my mic a bit back a bit.
No, you're all good, man.
No, Sean, I think you're perfect. Like I said, you sound just as loud as Dave.
I'm not loud, actually. So probably not loud enough, Sean.
You're not shouting, but I'm shouting. So
we're all shouting, man.
This game to me is more emotional than any other game in the season. I feel like I hate it. And if we win, I love it.
Well done, Ben Davies. Good defending.
Well done, Davo. Well done, Davo.
Havertz. Koulibaly.
Enzo.
Don't let him play that.
Flips it. Nice.
Easy.
Brilliant. That was shocking. I've seen my grandma hit better passes than that.
People are desperate for subs.
No, don't change it yet. Keep it the way it's going for the little time being. We're like Chelsea are nowhere in this game. Nowhere in it.
Ollie Skip's been better second half.
Yeah.
Obviously, take away that moment of magic, but he's actually been.
Oh,
that's fantastic.
Please.
Fair,
Be a better touch.
Ben Davies has it. Play Richie.
Needs to be a better touch first from Kulu.
I think Richie's been good today. I really do. I think he's been really solid.
I think he's doing his role very well. Yeah.
He's holding up the ball well enough.
Yeah, I think. Look. Listen. Sometimes it's not all about. Like I said earlier, it's not all about scoring the goal. Sometimes it's about just doing the bit.
Leaves Emma a little short. You're right, Dave. He has been holding up the ball better than.
I think Harry Kane. I'd make the argument that Harry Kane. I think he's probably been. He's been okay, but he hasn't been anything like what we expect from him.
Yeah,
I know. Dave, I know that kills you, Dave. I know, Dave.
No, it does kill me. It does kill me.
He's dead.
Oh, what a goal! Oh
no, look, he hasn't. He's done all right.
My Harry.
He's not been terrible.
Lovely.
That's it. Keep criticizing Kane when he's doing stuff like that, Sean.
He's hearing you, Shawnee. He's hearing you.
Every time I say it, he does something which makes me say I need to retract.
Keep calling him out.
His ears are perked.
He's involved. Yeah, I get you. I do get what you mean.
Oh, nice little pass from Emma.
Play from Emerson.
Well done, Skip.
Oh, yes, Højbjerg. Oh, get there.
He's in.
Oh, it's a bit too heavy from Højbjerg. Oh, Longley, where is it?
No, take him out. Take him out. Take him out.
Get there, Skip.
Good game of football.
Step up, Emma. Oh,
come on, you got to step
Sterling,
up there.
No.
You got to step up there, Longley.
There you go. Love that.
Ken Romero.
Nice goal kick.
Ken Romero.
Oh, he's so good, Romero. He's just so good, Romero. He's so aggressive, so composed. Honestly, I've never seen a man switch from such aggression to composure in a matter of seconds. It's scary.
Adrian Chu is saying, someone please check Atwell's bank account. Any mysterious invoices?
Probably a bit heavy, yeah, I would say today. It's probably feeling a bit heavier, I would say. Not surprised.
Yeah, you know what? Like, I keep changing my mind on Harry. I think Harry Kane in the first 35 minutes set my mood about him. But actually, I think he's getting into the game a little bit more. But I still think he's a little bit slow, a little bit lackluster in some situations.
Nice, Emo.
Let's go.
What a tackle. Yes, find him. Oh my Lord. He was open in the middle of the box.
Open goal there. Almost.
Just a little heavy from Harry. Great tackle from Emerson high up the pitch. Great tackle.
I just want to say... Yeah, go on, mate.
No, go
Well,
on.
I want to let you know that my opinion on Harry Kane is not fixed. It's in flux. Like, I don't want to. I'm not sure how I feel.
No, look, he's done all right.
He's done certain things brilliantly well, but there's a little bit about his performance in the first half specifically where I think he's walking around a little bit too much.
Yeah.
A bit slow.
Yeah.
But it's only because I have these expectations of him.
Oh, well done, Richie.
Well
No,
done, Richie.
100%, man. You know, compared to Harry Kane's usual standards, he's a bit off it today.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Let's go. That's ours. That's our ball.
I'm going to challenge my inner Steve, Steve Bruce? Or was it Steve Bruce? Who's that guy who was like, I'd love it if we beat them, that Newcastle manager.
That was Kevin Keegan.
Kevin Keegan, yeah. Be challenging my Kevin Keegan soon.
When was the last time we beat Chelsea?
2018 in the Cup, wasn't it?
Okay, let's not talk about that ever again until the 95th minute.
But in the Premier League, 7 times in 61 games, it's a horrible record.
Yeah, it's a horrible record.
It's huge for us.
It's going to be massive for us. Massive.
That'll be a draw at their place and a win at our place.
Yeah, 4 points off them.
Oh,
Fraser!
Great
Fraser
work,
Foster!
mate. Great work.
Oh my
Great
God!
work.
Look at that. Smothered it.
What a
Great
play
work.
from Foster!
How quickly.
Love that from Fraser Foster. Love
Wow,
it.
what
Emerson's
a
playing in
pass.
onside.
Oh, what play.
What?
Fraser.
Wow,
Good.
Fraser Foster.
On his toes
Man.
there. On
Oh,
his
I love it.
toes.
Paying attention. Like,
He's learning from the Milan
Very
game.
good to see
He's
that.
learning from the Milan game, being on his toes. Go on,
Come on,
Cooley.
Becky.
Go on.
Come on, you're better than that, mate. You got shoved off it there by the big boy Cooley.
Well done, that'll do. Keep doing it. I don't mind. Keep doing this.
Kulu gets beaten by the ball by Kula on that one.
Chelsea on the ball.
I'm getting nervous.
Yeah, we're all nervous. Everyone's sitting at home. Their arsehole is twitching.
I'm going to start tweaking like a fucking meth addict or something.
Everyone's sitting at home. If you listen carefully, you can hear all the arseholes whistling.
You can hear them. You can hear them breathing.
Yeah.
I can hear your arsehole breathing.
Too tense.
We're all
It's too
so
tense.
nervous. All so nervous. We just want to win so bad.
Jack, that's hilarious.
This is huge for Tottenham if we win this today. Go on, Kulu, get the press on. That's it, Emma. You next.
Hear your arsehole breathing.
I mean, genuinely shot. I mean, I'm that nervous right now. I'm a tiny.
I am stealing that phrase. I am stealing that phrase for everything I do.
Genuinely, I am that nervous. I will admit. I will admit it. I am that nervous.
You can definitely hear Potters like that for
Like
sure.
shaking on your boots and steroids. It really.
That was fucking brilliant.
Come on.
Well done. Come on. Is that Richie? Richie over on the left, on the right. Oh, look at Richie doing the double team. Let's win it. Come on, Tottenham.
See this out. Nice professional job here now. Oh, fucking tired today.
Big up Flash. Big up Neil Shafton. Big up Skunk Works.
Big up everyone. Come on.
I am nervous. Yeah, this is why I love Tottenham. It's such a massive distraction from personal things that are happening in your life, right? It takes your mind off it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It's escapism for a few hours, you know.
Yeah. The game has been nothing but like it's been anything but boring.
Reece James,
No,
top of the box. Enzo, win, please.
Well read by Ben Davies. He's done well there.
Sterling rising above.
That haircut of his. I'm sorry. I've got no problem with the braids, but it says two little silver things he's got.
Yeah, yeah.
I got a real issue with it.
Great work for Mo. Drive, Mo. Drive,
Do the
baby.
breathing. Do Jack. Do the breathing.
He's tired. I'm tired.
Oh,
Everyone's tired.
we've got to take
Oh,
advantage.
snip.
We've got to take.
He's been bodied there.
Great work, Mo. Great work.
We've got to take advantage of these breakaways. We've got to try and get a second here. We can't be that relaxed.
Great
Ollie
work from
Skip
Mo.
was just judo flipped.
Yeah.
He was judo flipped by
Cool,
somebody.
great switch of play. Look at that. Look at the space. Beautiful, Ben Davies.
Davies.
Take your time.
Whip it in.
It's a good
Rich.
ball.
Ooh. Cleared away by Fofana.
What a ball by Cool. Just opens up the play. It's a bit like me at Pro Clubs, Jack.
Carl Simpson, member for 5 months, saying it is so massive if we win this game. Come on, you Spurs. Still so much work to do, Carl, but it really could be. It's the biggest game of the season, if you will.
Oh, what's the referee going on?
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
Is he going down the tunnel?
No way. Is he about to take a shit?
Oh, my Lord. This
We know
referee is embarrassing.
This guy has had a mare today.
He's having a shit. He's having a shit.
We
He's
can
sweating
see
through his shirt. What's going on
You're
here?
having a shit.
He's embarrassing.
Some Spurs fan has given him.
Yeah.
Spurs fans are giving him.
Right.
That's hilarious.
Part of giving him out some instructions.
Big up, Welsh gal. Didn't see you in there, Welsh gal. Pick yourself up.
Hopefully you're enjoying the IPAs, Welsh gal. Hopefully you're enjoying the IPAs. These early games, I hate them, boys. I'm so tired. Staying up late playing FIFA last night, getting up early. It's not good for me.
Oh, what a goal.
What a strike.
Ollie's
It's unstoppable.
And we were talking 90 seconds before that happened about whether we should have brought on Saar rather than Skip.
Yeah.
It's like no kid, honestly. He probably he's
shoved
just on fucking cloud 9 after that as well. Like that's probably the greatest moment of his Spurs career, if anything. It really is. Like, but you could look at his face.
Oh,
like
his
face.
behind the goal celebrating. I think I just seen Ben behind the goal celebrating there, no?
No, Ben sits.
He's up the other end, is he?
He's at that end, but he sits like row 48, 52, so you couldn't see him. Daniel Levy, nice 500 grand payday for you.
He's ordering stuff on Amazon out of it. Look,
yeah, he's on Uber Eats right now, saying I'm going to have a turkey and a chicken.
I think he's ordering Todd Bowley something actually.
What he's doing is
he's got to send some champagne over to the other suite. Yeah. He's sending some champagne over the other suite.
He's turning around to the missus, pick between one, and then he's like, "Actually, no, psych. We'll just get bulk up here, right?"
That's exactly right, Dave. You want Chinese or you want Indian? It doesn't matter. I'm rich.
Flexing in front of Bowley. So he is flexing in front of Bowley. You'd probably get a drone dropping him in a coffee now in a minute.
Nick says he's sending Bowley the contract info for his barber.
Nice.
Adrian Chia says, we're jumping on Chelsea players like a bad rash. Absolutely, my man. We've got to keep on.
Let's go. Yes,
Got to
let's
keep
do it.
Going.
Have to stay on them.
Stay focused, Tottenham. Well done. Who's that? Harry Kane. Not great.
Get there,
Mo. Get back.
It's all right. He's got it.
Man on, Romero. Man on!
Ooh.
Oh, that was his plan, Jack. That was his plan. Heavy
yellow
touch.
Card. Fuck you, Mason Mount, you little prick. Fuck you, you little prick.
Romero's like it again. He's a legend.
He smashed him. He won the ball. It's fair. It's legit. He was doing it deliberately. One of them.
It was on Havertz. You know it was intentional. You know it was intentional because it was on Havertz. He fucking hates Havertz.
Look, he has a look. He knows Havertz there. Oh, boom. Sorry.
Brilliant tackle.
He does it on purpose. I swear to God.
Fuck you, Mason Mount. And Højbjerg's saying that to him. He's not showing his face. He's saying, just in case there's no lip reading or sinks out there, fuck you, you absolute prick, is what he's done.
Sure.
Sure, isn't he best friends with Rice? And Declan Rice said everyone hates Højbjerg.
Oh, what a flick from Kulu.
Kane, Salzburg. Kulu will hold that up.
Oh, what a touch. Bring it down, mate.
Look at Emma.
Oh, yes, Richie.
So
good hold up play from Rich. Oh, this is beautiful. Whip it in.
The football's back. Finish it.
Kulu picks it back up.
The football at Tottenham is back today. Stellini ball is on.
Go on, Kulu.
Oh, he shows in the weight room.
Oh, he's an animal. He's a battering ram.
Oh, Højbjerg. Emo. Richie.
Good effort. This is we're balling out today. This is beautiful.
Stellini ball, baby.
Kulu's just a battering ram, isn't he? He just batters. He just runs through people.
Oh, what a tackle from Højbjerg. Emo is skipping over.
He should have passed it. He should have set it across to Ben Davies.
Emo's that tuned in. He just jumps over Højbjerg. Get out of my way. I need to get another pass in. I love it.
Great strength from Kulu there.
Come on, guys. 15 minutes plus 5. 20 minutes. 20 minutes of fucking concentration now. That's what we need from you.
Oh,
Great.
broke the lines here.
No,
No!
Well
Well done,
Fraser
Romero.
Romero
Well
and Fraser
done,
Foster.
Romero. Well done,
This is the
man.
danger. We got to kill this game. We got to stay switched on.
Focus, yeah.
Stay switched
We
on.
got to take advantage of our next chance. We have to.
Gotta be honest, Longley there looks all at sea again. Like, I know it worked out, but look, if you
Yeah, I
watch
agree.
Longley there, it looks all over the fucking
You're right,
place.
Sean. Davies is even looking more proactive there. You're right, Sean.
Oh, Kulu again. He's
unlucky, bro.
in Chilwell. That's it. Push him. Well on. Slap him
Hey!
in the face.
Well done, Kulu.
Just riled him up now. This is the time to take
Harry,
him out.
come on, Harry, mate. Harry's jogging again. This is what I worry about him. Like, come on, Harry. You got to contribute a bit more defensively than you have been, mate.
I wonder how fit is he, because wasn't he supposed to be sick during the week?
I don't know. I didn't hear that. If that's the case, then
Step up, Forster.
Chelsea player rolling around, mate. You are Mount is a joke. Look at him.
okay. Then he's saying "fuck you, fuck you." He's talking
got
to a Tottenham player. He's already riled. He's
Yeah,
riled.
we've got him.
Oh.
We've got him. Just keep
Give
taking
away
him
from
down, keep
Kulusevski.
Smash him. That's
Look
it.
at
Just keep pushing
Salzburg.
him. Just keep-
Salzburg playing fucking
They're
shove tackle.
rattled. They're rattled. Keep making a couple of harsh challenges. They're going to blow up. Don't let them do this stuff.
Zakaria's tearing through
Now
us
we need
here.
to make subs.
No!
Now we need to
Got to
make
be
subs.
offside. Referee,
No.
assistant, there's got to be offside, bro.
Now we need to make subs. Now that they're getting into it with tired legs, now we need to get a sub in the midfield.
So I've got to be honest, look, this offside is massively, wildly offside. It's wild.
No,
No,
it's
it's
not.
not. It's not.
Romero's
Oh.
getting on.
Sorry about that. Wrong. I'll hold my hand up when I'm wrong, and I'm wrong there.
I would have doubled down, Sean. I would have doubled down.
That was obviously offside.
Come on. Clear this. Defend this.
Well done,
Eric
Moonhead.
Dyer.
Good defense.
Reese, no, Forster, thank you.
Fall over,
Hold
bro.
it,
Fall on the
hold it.
floor.
Take your time, mate. Take your time. Take your time. Man behind, man behind.
Chelsea are just regrouping. No.
Is that a ball? Is that a
I'd
ball?
give away from Longley or Davies there. Give away from Davies.
Is that David Dongley?
Davies. Come on, Tottenham. 12 minutes.
Sonny's
Sun's
coming on for Kulusevski.
Kulu. Not sure
Okay,
about that.
I don't mind it. I
Maybe
think
keeping
Richarlison-
on
I think
Richie for the work
Richarlison-
rate. Yeah.
Richarlison's been good.
Kulu's destroyed Chilwell, though. Well done, Kulu. He's back.
Well done, Kulu.
The big man is back.
Good performance.
You know
from
what?
Kulu.
But I love the decision there because it gives Richarlison the confidence to think he's not
Yeah.
the guaranteed first sub when he's.
We have Sonny on the break though now. Now we can use him. Sonny just needs to stay high, and then we just start
I
hitting them
wonder-
in behind.
I wonder, is he going to wait another 3-4 minutes and then take off Richie, bring on Sarr, go 3 in midfield, and Kane and Son up top?
Mm.
Well,
I think
maybe-
that's what he'd probably do.
listen, I'll still make the argument. I think that of the three up the front, I think the worst player today. You know what? I'm not going to say it. No, I'm not. I'm not going to say it because I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced of my own arguments. So I'm going to retract it.
Richie's been moved out right for anybody who wants to know. He's playing right wing.
So Richie's moved over. Fair enough. Don't, Dyer. Why are you storming out there with 12 minutes to go? You numpty.
Also is well done, Romero.
Romero!
Oh, you
Well
just-
done, Skippy. Bad pass.
Ref!
Thank you, sir.
That's the draw. That's the draw. You know, it's
Well,
so
there we go.
important that
Big
it's so
scuffle.
important that Harry Kane is still on the pitch.
Big
for that
scuffle.
kind of thing.
Big scuffle.
Oh, Romero absolutely cleared it.
Romero's
And then
been
Emerson went to
spectacular.
drive the ball off them again. Romero's been unbelievable today.
Romero's been unbelievable. Eric Dyer has done his job
Yeah, he's done a
spectacularly
good
as
job.
well, by the way. Like, I
Him
don't
and,
want-
him and Davies.
and Davies. Longley's been, I think, very average.
Looked like Chilwell didn't want it though. The moment that Chilwell realized that he was doing that to Romero,
Yeah,
it looked like he didn't
yeah.
want it.
Well,
It's like he was like, oh wait a minute.
It's been spectacular.
Yeah, Oibro's been good, actually.
It's like
Really, really
Chilwell
good.
was like, oh wait, man, yeah, that's right. This guy's a psycho. I don't know if I really want
You
to
probably have to
get
put
into
Skip
it.
in the man of the match. We're too soon.
Listen, I'm not like you're limited to 4 players. I think this one's could. If we win this game 1-0, if we do, I think at the moment, if the game was to finish right now, to pick, I don't know who the man.
1
of the
to
match
11,
is.
everyone deserves it. You
I
know?
don't know who the man of the match is. I think it's not clear to me. It's really isn't clear to me.
I think it's just been a
Højbjerg.
very good team performance.
It's been a great
Davies,
team performance.
find
Oh,
Sonny.
Well played.
Well
Well done,
Well
Højbjerg.
played, Højbjerg.
He's been a very good
Oh,
game.
heavy from Moonhead. Very
Well done,
heavy.
Richie.
Oh, look at
Nicely
that from
done, Richie.
Well done, Richie.
Run down,
superb.
Rich. Work,
Go on, Richie.
baby.
Go on, Richie.
Work,
Do it through
baby.
the valley. Yeah.
At the corner. Come on, baby.
Tottenham throw-in, or is it corner deep at Jets? Oh, boom, yeah, he's coming on.
Great corner.
Potter is doing everything for a goal. He hasn't played this guy in don't know how long, and now he's bringing him on for a goal.
This is their last sub, is it?
Mudryk and Aubameyang.
Mudryk as well. Mudryk
And Mudryk.
Sonny's taking the corner here, lads.
I'd go a short one and hold this up.
Now let's fucking go for the fucking jugular. Let's do it.
Whips
Sonny,
it in.
good delivery. Oh,
God,
yes! That's what you do! Come on! Harry Kane! We're winning at the
Oh, it's so good! It's so good!
Come on, 2-0, boys. They beat Chelsea.
He's one of our own. Harry Kane.
He's one of our own. We've beaten the Chelsea scum.
Ah!
That Chelsea eat
Is there an offside? Is there an offside chance there? Is it offside?
No,
way.
well on. Who won
Way
that?
on.
Who won that header?
That's
Moonhead
why
won the
you
header.
beat the
Well
big
done,
man on.
Moonhead.
Moonhead won it.
Well done.
Moonhead.
Well done.
Moonhead's
They're
been
gonna look
2-0
for a
to the boys. Come on.
You watch. They're
Moonhead
going to
has
look for
done
a
it
free
today.
out here. They're going to look for a free out on Moonhead. I guarantee you.
Moonhead has done a really good job today.
Yeah. But that's
He
why you
has.
keep
He's
playing
been
on.
fucking
That's why
great
you
today.
keep him on. Go
Fair
on.
play. You got like everyone's furious about him getting off a new contract because of his bad season. But fuck everyone else. Like you got to fucking like he's aware of that fucking that bad taste that everyone's got in their mouth,
Good.
and he stepped up today. He said, "Okay, fair enough." But you got to call a spade a spade.
Yeah,
When
yeah,
he's
he's had a
bad,
good game today.
criticize. When he's good, praise. Right, that's the way you got to be.
Yeah, yeah,
fair.
yeah. No,
been
he's
very
had a
good
good
today.
game today, but on the
Very,
context
very
of the whole season, he doesn't deserve a new contract.
Fine, but he's stepping up and trying to prove
Yeah.
it. Right?
No,
Against
good game
Chelsea,
today.
good game.
I'll take that head of his anytime right now. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
That gorgeous
Yeah.
header from Moonhead.
Harry Kane. Hey, I'm delighted for him. I said he'd score today. I'm buzzing.
2-0,
I didn't
boys.
put a bet on. I didn't fucking put a bet on any.
Just
of
2-0.
I don't
Oh.
want to offend. I don't want to offend any Chelsea fans.
Foreign territory, everybody. Foreign territory.
I don't want to offend any Chelsea fans out there, but I'm just going to
Last time we beat them in the Premier League at home was in 2018.
Look at all the Chelsea fans going.
Last time we
Yes.
beat them was in 2018 at home.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Yeah, it's
Bye bye,
top
Chelsea fans. Don't get punched in the face on your way out.
No, they're off early to collect their poodles from the dog wash.
Yeah, don't let your poodles bite you on the way out.
Poodles were getting their nails done today, Sean. The game's an inconvenience.
Oh, fuck.
They're all getting in their speedboats on the way home.
Honestly, I'm gonna put my jersey on my pillow tonight and hug it to sleep.
Oh, what a day.
Oh, I love beating these boys so much.
Well,
Yeah, it's a rivalry day.
We've still got 10 minutes. Still got 10 minutes. Don't concede now. Don't concede now. Rid of it. Well done, Ben Davies.
Stay
Well
switched
done,
on,
mate.
everybody. Stay switched on. Stay
Ben
switched
Davies.
on.
Boys, let's calm. Let's calm. We've still got 10 minutes probably of.
Oh, you probably get 12 minutes. I don't know.
Well,
At the end of
well
this.
done, Forster.
Oh, Harry Kane, you beautiful man. Seal the deal. That's what we're going to call him, deal breaker. You know, that's another nickname for Harry, the deal breaker. You know, get him in the
Look at the man next to Todd Bowley. What you come to Tottenham in February and you're wearing all white. Who do you think you are, bro? You're
Sean,
gonna
yes, chatting with Super Chat says, Kane saying, Sean, how you like me now?
No, listen. Like I said, I retracted it. Like I don't know how I feel about his performance now. Obviously, it's panned out. I love Harry Kane, but I thought in the first half, I thought his energy wasn't there. But I felt the more criticism I gave, the more I felt like I shouldn't be giving it. So,
And also,
I retract it.
And also, everybody, Sean's link has just been put into the chat. So everybody, while there's a good opportunity, a good break in the action, please head on over to Sean's channel and get that big red subscribe, a big smash as well, everybody. While there's a bit of a, now you can relax, you can breathe a little, everybody.
Not
Hit
yet,
that
not
link.
yet, not yet. Maybe in a minute. Maybe
Probably
in a
right,
minute.
Sean. You're probably, thank you for reminding me, Sean.
Couple of witty comments here. The Lad says they bring on the Gooner to give the Spurs fan a laugh. This day couldn't get any better. Yeah, that's one way of looking at it, bringing him on just for us to abuse him for the last 10 minutes. Adrian Chia says Mount got mounted by Dyer for the goal.
Oh, Eric Dyer. Listen, you know what? I'm really happy for him because he's not going to be unaware of the shit that he's been having recently. And as soon as the noise comes out that there's maybe a new contract for him, everybody is like furious about the suggestion of it. To have that, he's going to be aware of that. He's like, people aren't ignorant to their press, their what's going on Twitter. To then come out, and I think he's been really good today.
Oh, Harry.
Oh, he's saucing. Look at this. He's just marauding through the middle of the steam train. Someone take the call out.
I want to see Richarlison in your top 4, man. I'll leave it up to you guys to decide, but I think Richarlison's been worthy of a
we'll all pick a player.
Look at Romero here. He's chasing after him. Oh, he's an absolute.
Romero has to be in there.
He's ravenous. He's ravenous. He's so hungry. He smells blood.
I don't even know where you go with. I don't know where you go with your top 4, because you can make the argument for Emerson, you can make it for Royale, you can make it for. I think
we'll all pick one. And then we'll get the most common name in the chat then for the other one.
Can you ask the chat right now, so we get an idea? Because I think there's like 7 players that could arguably be in the top 4. You know.
Yeah, 100%. Everybody in the chat, let us know who you want to put forward for the man of the match, and we'll take the general who we see as the biggest name in there, the most spam name in there, and we'll put him forward as your member, and then we'll also pick one as well. Just a couple of super chats. Stark Son G says, Forrester is having a masterclass backup keeper. He's had a good game today.
Oh yeah, so he could be in there. You know, he was spectacular.
Yeah, in fact, what he's been very good about is just collecting all of those overhit passes and just being a bit on the front foot, on his toes. I agree, Sean. It's a good point.
And then Dark Son G also says
he's better with the ball at his feet too. Sorry,
that little when he came forward and protect, like when the through ball was there and he came through. That's a match winning save almost.
Yeah.
So maybe he should be in there as well. I don't know.
Dark Son G also says our 2 youths scored today against Chelsea. Yeah, it's a good indictment of some of the youths that we have been able to come through. And I mean, look, to maybe end the hoodoo, probably no better way to do it than 2 Spurs boys. Dark Son G, well spotted, my man. And then says fans singing Chelsea.
Fuck you, the Ukrainian Britney Spears. There he is.
Sean, do you feel like, have you ever been present for, a Chelsea get battered everywhere they go?
No, I have no. I can't remember it. Richie's off. Well done, Richie.
Well done, Rich.
Well done, mate.
Great performance, son.
I hope that's a fucking.
Great
I'm proud of
work,
yourself.
lad.
Shit. I'm proud of yourself, mate.
Great work, lad. And they're throwing Porro at right wing. I like it.
But yeah, enjoy it, bro. Enjoy it. Don't be unhappy. You've done brilliantly today.
He's just a workhorse. That's all it is.
He's done brilliantly today. I haven't been a massive fan of him. I think he's done very, 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 very well. Well done, Pedro Porro.
He's just built like an absolute unit. Richie is. He's just good work today. Look at that grass stained, dirt stained kit. Beautiful to see.
I think Porro's been excellent, and I can't wait to see Pedro Porro smash João Felix in the arse one more time.
That's what they brought him on for, exactly. Get there, Porro. Well done, son.
Well done, Pedro.
It's looking like Skip, Emerson, and Romero have been put forward by the chat so far, with the Hybrid thrown in there.
Okay.
Big up El Jefe.
Okay. Skip, Emerson, Romero. Yeah, look. Okay, that's fine. I didn't think Skip had the best first half, but he's brilliant. He's been brilliant in the second half.
Yeah, second half. He's had a very good half. Very good half.
Look at Porro. He's up for it.
Keep it in the corner, Porro. Love it. They haven't gained an inch. Get there.
Is João Felix still on the pitch?
Yeah.
Oh.
Big up, James Richmond. Appreciate you, my friend. He shags who he wants. Says 24C.
Aaron Cook is putting me forward for man of the match. I'll take that, Aaron. Big up, my man.
Well done, Moonhead.
Moonhead. Listen, I think that it's like there's bare eights. There's eights everywhere today.
What's the 6 minutes at a time for?
Because they have to give the
goals.
occasional opportunity to the opposition team to ruin our day.
It's like it feels like the goal celebrations weren't even that long or anything.
Just quickly goes, guys are creating the poll. So Sean, put your name forward for man of the match.
I want to give mine to. I think Romero's my choice. I think he's been brilliant.
That's a good shout.
Right. Well, I think we're all going to pick Romero, but we can't because Sean got there first. So Jacko, who you put forward for man of the match?
Love Romero's shout. I'd throw Emerson in there. I don't think he wins it, but it's just another great display from him. Just so good defensively. So good defensively.
Okay.
And good going forward. I thought still great going forward today, Emerson.
For me, just because I love the man, Harry Kane, I'm going to put I'm only messing. Do you know what? I'm going to put Skip forward today.
Yeah.
I think, he deserves to be in there. Great goal. Brilliant for the lad. First Tottenham goal in a big game. So then we need one more. So we've got Romero, Emerson, Skip.
Kulusevski, Richie.
I think Richie's. I think Richie just did a shift today, and I thought he was really good.
What makes him? What would you say Kulusevski versus Richie?
No, I thought Kulusevski was also excellent. I do, and I'm really happy with it. But maybe it's just because I feel like listen. You know how I feel about.
You
Richie,
want to give it to
generally,
Richie, yeah.
But I want him to have a bit of confidence, and not that he's ever going to watch this, so it doesn't really matter. But for me, it's a bit of love for the guy that I haven't given too much love to. I thought he did a really good shift today. But I'm okay with you giving it to anyone else. I don't really care, to be honest. I think
I would put Højbjerg personally forward, but you know what, Sean? We will put Richie in there. Some people are saying Fraser either, but you know what? I don't think he's going to get it, but we're going to throw Richarlison in there just for a bit of recognition today.
Yeah, I just think like I say, I've never really spoken highly of him, and I think today I was really proud of him, so I'm going to give him the shout.
Right, everybody. So your man of the match poll is up there in the chat. Simply click on it and start giving us your man of the match. Click on one of the 4 names there. Everyone, I would also like if you could smash the like button. We're on 169 likes, so close to 200, over 300 watching right now. Let's smash the like button and let's get this stream up to over 200 likes. That would be awesome.
Drum the thumb. Drum the thumb.
We're beating Chelsea. Come on!
I can't believe it. It's awesome.
Mugs, come on.
Sean's link is in there too, everybody. Please, again, another opportunity.
Oh, there he is again, Romero. Sorry, Jack.
No, that's all I had to say. I was saying, everybody, good break in the action.
Ref. He's been a little twerp since he's come on, Mason.
Oh, love it, Mo.
He's so much passion.
Love it, Mo.
Oh, Chelsea, get back.
It's amazing. It's interesting though with Pedro Porro being asked to play alongside Emerson Royale. That's interesting.
I like it.
So do I, actually. So do
it's like a slightly more defensive choice at right wing, but someone who we know would still have the want and the drive to go forward as well. I like it.
I think it's excellent.
He probably is good for doubling up, if we need them to double up and, kind of take the same side, it makes sense.
I think it's excellent that Pedro Porro gets some minutes in a game where we win, because if you've only had one set of 80 minutes and it was in a really embarrassing game, probably the most embarrassing game of the season, and it's your debut and you haven't got a chance to put that kind of that wrong right, if you like.
Højbjerg. Højbjerg going on a shithouse run.
It's too easy.
The longer that Pedro Porro didn't have any minutes, the more it's probably going to play on him. So it's good to give him a few minutes here in a winning situation.
I must be saying this too, boys. A clean sheet again, though, against this Chelsea team. And I'll be honest, I know this Chelsea team, they have not scored many goals at all this season. They were actually one of the worst attacks. But I was worried that it felt like this is probably an easier defense than what they've come up against recently. I was very worried, and they answered the call today, the defense. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So a clean sheet is very impressive. I really was convinced, actually, that Potter's team would score something.
Could be 3. Could be 3 right here. In that number. Listening to the audience. They're happy
Romero.
people. Happy bunnies. Happy bunnies there.
Lovely skip.
Yeah, Skippy.
Come on.
Great work, son. Great work, Harry. Double smash.
will always follow the lily white and blue. Come on.
That's so good. It's so good,
Tottenham,
guys. I'm
I
so
can't
happy.
smile without you. Away. We'll follow you everywhere. Come on. I love it life today. It's a good day. I knew it was going to be a good day when I got out the right side of the bed this morning.
Oh, so
Sonny,
good.
drive at him, mate.
Guys,
Don't
I've had
take
a-
any
I've had a-
mercy, Sonny. Don't take any mercy, baby.
I've had a terrible week, right? With news. I won't talk about it, but I've had a terrible news. This result is
You needed
has
this.
made me like it's distracting my mind. Come on, Tottenham, 2-0 winners against the fucking Chelsea.
Come on,
Top four is
fucking
on!
2-0 to the boys. Let's go, Shawnee. Oh, I can't even remember the last time we beat Chelsea. I had to remind myself. It was back in 2018 that we defeated them in the Premier League. Oh, this is a massive, massive 3 points for Spurs. 2 London derbies, 1 in a row as well. Also, a former top 6 side that we've beaten as well. So that's good to see that Antonio's getting the results against also his former side, Chelsea, as well. You know, the team that feels like our previous managers have always had hoodoo against. The curse has been broken, everybody. Yeah. Mm. And that they did. They did deliver today, didn't they, Nick? And, you know, you find yourself now, the second half FC did turn up today. How do you feel about it?
100%. He wins every ball. He wins every ball. Mo Royal. He wins every ball. Listen, 2 London derbies in a row. You know what, man? I want to get into Dyer. I want to get into Kane, but we got to talk about the real elephant in the room, man. Stellini. Is it? This team plays differently if Conte's not on the pitch, man. It's just, you know, one game is a fluke, you know, second game, okay, maybe it's just coincidence. 4 games, man, you know, something.
He's not doing anything wrong. Stellini.
Yeah, he's not doing anything wrong. You got to start thinking about it. Well, you know what, man? Yeah, I'm turning up my mic, Shamu, man. I want to make sure you can hear me down under, Shamu. I'm gonna turn it up for you.
Let me check. Oh, yeah, maybe I didn't know that you backed out. I got to re-add you back into it, Dave. I got to re-add you back in. But yeah, I mean, honestly, Nick, it was such a needed win. It felt like, you know, this is something that probably us Spurs fans can't even remember. It felt like the last time that we've beaten the Chelsea. And it's probably the biggest win of the season, I must be honest. It feels like the biggest win of the season for me.
Yeah. I mean, it's a brave new world after this because, you know, it opens up a lot of possibilities for the rest of the season. It's, you know, keep going back to that touch word every time, and confidence, man. And, you know, it's just this team needs, you know, they need their confidence to play together as a cohesive unit, you know. So this is going to do a heck of a lot. We've got a very winnable match in a couple of days. We got a match where you could very easily start Richarlison in quote unquote his better position, and you can play Poro. You can make some changes and experiment and still have confidence in that going into the weekend. Man, I'm very interested. People still saying no audio.
He's in there now. He's in there now.
Okay.
I think everybody's good to go. I think everybody's good to go. Patty,
Can everybody hear me?
I think they can hear you. They definitely can
Okay,
hear you.
so just quickly, I'll go back to what I was saying, and then we'll start nailing through some of these super chats because we've got a lot of excitement around here this evening. I just wanted to say quickly, everybody, look, Shawnee's going through a bit of a hard time at the minute, and he's been absolutely incredible to us and you guys out there on these watch-alongs, and he always comes in high spirits. Right now, he just needs people around him, so everybody big up Shawnee in the chat, show the fucker the love that he deserves. Second of all, just quickly, I was saying that Chelsea have not beaten us this season. A draw at their place, a win at this place. And I said coming into this game, it would be make or break for Tottenham Hotspur this game. We're creating that points barrier inside top four, like Nick was alluding to. We've still got the FA Cup. We're not dead and buried in the Champions League. And I think we've just made our season with today. I asked for a committed performance. I asked for a clean sheet. I asked for back-to-back wins. I asked for some consistency. And I got that today. A very, very professional job by the boys. And I'm proud to be a Tottenham fan sitting here this afternoon.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Patty Higgins, come on, you Spurs. Great performance, great result, and great watching it here with the Flat Cap Army. Hashtag come on, you Spurs. Hashtag I need a drink. I think I need one too there, Patty. Celebratory drinks, absolutely. Get a nice beer, just get a nice curry, whatever you need. It's your day. I mean, how often do you beat the Chelsea? Not very often. So I would say celebrate, do whatever you need. Have a nice day out. Maybe spend some time with the family, with the missus, with the buddies, whatever you want to do. It's your day. It's the day that we beat the Chelsea. Big yourself up, my friend.
Big up, Paddy, my man. Glad you enjoyed it. Go and have a few drinks and enjoy your Sunday, brother. It's a good day to be alive.
Dan Coy saying, I think Højbjerg has had a pretty decent game as well. What would you say to that? Yeah, Nick. Yeah.
Yeah, man. On the low, he wasn't like the standout performer. However, man, he really was the glue in that midfield. And we're talking about a man who lost his best partner a couple of weeks ago, and yet has been playing with youth and still has held that midfield together over 3 games in a row. Very, very strongly, man. Very impressed, man.
Yeah. Sean, a lot of people have nice words to say for you, especially King Hoddle saying great, man. So a lot of people, I do appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
A lot of people have, bigging yourself up in the chat if you want to have a look at it.
I will. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, it's all good. I don't want to talk about it right now. It's not
all right.
I wanna
Dark Sun G saying, I said I was confident for 3 points with Royale plus Cudi Romero. And then other people have put, in the chat, I think Bottom Duda put this too. Sean, saying this channel, and especially saying, us over here have been much more supportive, been long time, backers of Emerson. So it's also just been nice to see Emerson put in, consistent performances here. And I would say not man of the match, best player on the pitch, but by no means was he poor in this game. He was, again, very solid, very effective, probably again, pushing himself, for a starting spot in the next game. It's, kind of amazing, Sean, to see him, putting in these performances.
No, it's superb. It's superb to see a guy like he cares so much. I heard you guys talking earlier about it, and I sometimes forget that he spent £1 million of his own money, right? Which on trying to develop his own, his own mental aptitude, trying to understand what it is that better players do better than him. Like there's a humility about that. A lot of players who come up young and get paid a lot of money that don't have. They think they're the best thing since sliced bread, and they don't care. They're like, oh no, I've made it. Like I'm getting paid 100 grand a week or 50 grand a week, and I'm 22 years old. Like fuck you, I'm better than everybody. He doesn't. He's like, no, I recognize there's people that are better than me. I want to learn from them, and to spend that money of his own cash and coin on that is a winning mentality. I fell in love with him when I saw him hold up the flare in the Arsenal game. That was the turning point for me. I've always had a soft spot for him. Of course, there's places that he can improve, massive areas that he can improve. But he's on a he's
just playing out of his skin right now. He really is.
He's like a run of personal form that you have to recognize and have to get behind. And if there's certain people out there that still have this, if you still have a negative opinion of him, then check yourself, right? Like you can question his talent, you can question his technique, whatever, but you should be behind the team. And if he's participating and contributing to the team,
credit is due where credit is deserved.
Credit is due where credit is due. I would say the same thing for Eric Dyer today. Right?
Oh, yeah.
I think Eric Dyer has had Eric Dyer's had a tough season. He's had a really bad season. Let's be honest.
That's a good point.
So he's had a bad season, but he's a Tottenham player. He's been around for 10 years. Last season, he was instrumental in getting us to top 4. This season, he's fallen off his perch. Everyone hates him because of the individual mistakes he's made. The idea that he was getting a new contract, people were losing their minds about it. He's going to be aware of that. He's not an idiot. He's not going to not be aware of what's being spoken about him to come out against Chelsea and put in a performance. Listen, he wasn't challenged. I don't even remember Chelsea having a good chance today, if I'm honest. Yeah. Apart from the one where they broke through and Fraser Foster got down, which again, credit where it's due to Fraser Foster, because he gets a lot. He's had a lot of like people going, "Oh, Jesus,
people have been very nitpicky. It feels like recently,
myself included. Right, I've been saying.
I think all of us have.
I hold my hands up. I've been saying this guy's an acorn. He's an oak tree. Like he can't get down. Like
he is a tree. He is a tree.
Right. But he got down. He got down. He did everything. He did everything very well today. But I just think that, like, you know, if we're fair and reasonable fans that are not entrenched in our opinions, and I think on your channel, guys, the Irish Hotspur is a channel that is balanced, that like treats opinions with the respect that they deserve, but the flexibility that they should have. Other channels maybe don't do that, right? But I think that your channel and us as content creators should be able to pay homage where it's due to the players that contribute to big moments in big games. And today was a big game and there was big moments. And players like Emerson once again stepped up. Players like Fraser Foster stepped up. Players like Eric Dyer had a good day. Players like Richarlison, someone that I don't have that much, you know, faith for in the historically. I want to give him the credit where he's due. You know, I think that today was a brilliant team performance. I think everybody played their part, and it's a game. It's a day where we celebrate everybody, and there's no reason for nitpicking today. There's no reason for negativity. It's a day where we can sit there and say, "Fucking A, guys, we smashed it," and this is such a great testament to the team spirit. And hopefully, we can go on now and secure that top 4.
It's kind of like leave your biases at the door, leave your agendas at the door. Today is just a day to celebrate. Today is a day to recognize that everybody played well, even if it's not your favorite player or whatever it may be, you know, even if you're still unconvinced of the manager, or still even unconvinced of certain players, or even unconvinced of the tactics, just recognize this is the day where you still give credit to it. You don't need to make huge extrapolations about it or anything like that, but credit where credit is due. I like what you said there, Sean. Like what you said there. And then Dark Sun G with a super chat saying, "We won again without Conte, Skip and Forster masterclass." And then Jerome too, Nick, saying, "Let's fucking go. That's a performance I can say I am proud of." Stellini, Nick, is he making you proud?
Yeah, man. You know, he eats risotto. He drinks espresso. He's won every game, though. You know, there's something to be said right there, man. You know, I mean, clearly, you know, this is Conte's team, and it's set up in a Conte manner. Yeah, the players trust Stellini, though. They definitely do, and they react to what he like his personality over there.
I'll be back, guys, 1 second.
Yeah, it's just you know, it's a very tough call as to whether you want to see Conte back on the touchline again like that. I'm gonna you know just play safe and say, you know, I think he's channeling his inner Conte, and it's about this time of the year, same time last year, where the team started to gel together. All the you know, of all the, you know, players who were out at sea, of all the errors and stuff, Bentancur, Kulu come into the team, and we start to gel a little bit better. Same time of the year, you know. So I think it has a lot to do with the fact that, you know, we just, you know, we don't come out of the gates the way we want to kick on, you know, at the beginning of the year, at the beginning of a game, you know. You know, God help every other team if we could do that, man.
Look, it's something I've said before, you know, that I think everything that Conte does in terms of fitness regime and everything else is geared towards the second half of the season.
Yeah. And it was clearly in effect in this game. You know, Chelsea could not handle our press. And the right from kickoff of the second half, we were pressing like every other team does to us in the first half.
Yeah. Big up, Jerome, my man. Hopefully you're enjoying the result, my man. It's been a long time since we've been able to have one over Chelsea. So
he's had a lot of punches in the gut, Jerome, and so it's good to see him, you know, get something that he deserves. Big yourself up, Jerome. And Dark Sun G, it's good to see Fraser Forster given some respect today as well. Great performance from him. Big yourself up. Al Ben saying, "Dave, is Conte the reason why we haven't done better? Were the players more worried about pleasing the manager than just going out and playing football?" So maybe
Um,
Antonio Conte's presence, he's saying, I don't know, like this is the theory. Maybe his
You know,
presence
yeah, I
distracts
think
them.
you may have a point right there. Everybody wants to be the best for Conte, and it sends nerves through the dressing room. I mean, that could be the only possible reason why. We're clutching at straws here, and it's all conjecture. But if you were to say that this is why this is happening, that's got to be it. It's got to be
Mm,
the nerves that Conte sends.
do you know what I was saying? I was saying on the pre-match build-up. I think the fact that the players had to sit down and have some home truths. I think there's definitely a split in the camp, in my opinion. Some
mm,
that maybe are playing for the manager, and some that aren't. I liken it back to when Jose Mourinho was in charge. Look at the arguments going on in the dressing room. Then some people say, "Come on, pull it together for the manager." Some others like, "I don't like this guy here. I don't respect him. I don't like him." I think something similar could be going on right now. But you know what? At some stage, you've got to end that culture. And for me, if the players are the problem, how dare you do that when we've still got top four to fight for, when we're still in the FA Cup and the Champions League? So if you are doing that, you're the problem. You're a
mm,
massive problem. How dare you? Look, I think too much is being made of Conte being the problem. I think
Mhm.
you also like the players are escaping the chat as well. How can they be up one week and down the next week? We've seen that time and time again this season and over the last few years. On a Sunday you're really high after the victory. After Wednesday you're really low because you're being battered. That can't keep continuing. At some stage you have to ask more of the players as well. Ask why does that keep happening? Look,
mm.
the players haven't been perfect. Antonio Conte hasn't been perfect. That's what we know. That's facts, right? But at the end of the day, we just got to somehow merge it together and see it together until the end of the season. And I hope they all can be professional. They get paid more than enough, manager and players. Hopefully, they can be professional enough just to see it right throughout till the end of the season. And let's finish this out as best as we possibly can.
Yeah, well said. Big yourself up, Al Ben, my man, and a great win for you today. And I bet you had to wake up nice and early too, Al. So you absolutely deserved it. Dark Sun G says we beat Hammers and the Blues, even with VAR helping them as well. I mean, we haven't gotten any gifts from VAR this season, Nick, and we were able to we broke the Chelsea curse without any help from the referees. And we also got a hard fought win against West Ham without any help from the referees either in that game.
No, it's like we're playing against the referees, man. You know?
Often it
Yeah.
does.
It's when those bad decisions, you know what, then it's those bad decisions take so much out of our momentum, and they have done throughout this season in particular. It kind of seemed like these guys are now used to it. And now it's just like normal. They're expecting it. They're expecting not to get the calls when they get smashed, and they're expecting
There's
not to get VAR. And you know what? That's what we need. Don't worry about it. Kick on. You know.
Usually there's two ways, I think, Nick, that they respond to bad referees. I think anybody responds to it two different ways. You either respond to it by thinking, okay, shit, there's some agenda against us here. There's no hope. We're not going to get anything out of this. Or it's just like, we're not going to get any breaks from this guy. It's up for us, to pull ourselves together and do it on our own here. And it's just two ways of responding to it. I sometimes don't blame, the team for feeling like they worked really hard, right? Oftentimes it feels like we're the better team, where, we look like the better side. Boom, there's a handball, much earned penalty. That's our reward. And it hasn't been given to us. And we haven't been rewarded for maybe hard work. And often it actually gets taken away from us. And that can be confidence killing. That can be hard to bounce back from. But it feels like I agree with you, Nick. Maybe they're learning from it. Yeah.
And look, that's something I've aimed at this team this year. I've heard it in frustrations on the watch along. It's just like, look, why are you cowering and crying in because the referee's not helping you out? Sometimes you've got to gear together and not leave things in the referee's hands. And I think that's something you got to praise this team for today.
Yeah.
After that red card at the end of what should have been a red card at the end of the first half, they could have easily lost their heads. They didn't. They kept calm and composed and hit Chelsea nice and early in the second half and took the game beyond them. So I think you've got to give Tottenham credit, because before I've seen them crumble in games like this where decisions aren't going their way. Today they didn't. They stood up and every one of them was counted, and they said, okay, referee's not going to help us like last week. Well, let's go out and do it ourselves. So credit where credit's due. I've seen this. I've seen Tottenham crumble before in games like this. So fair play.
Very good point. Pick up Dark Sun G. Faz Radfar, good to see you, Fazzy. How are we? Beating Chelsea.
Happy birthday, by the way. It's Faz's birthday today.
Oh, big up, Faz.
Happy
This
birthday,
Faz at the
Faz.
match.
What a
Faz at
game.
the match, because he goes to a lot, right?
He does go to a lot of the
I
matches.
don't think he was at today's. I'm not sure.
Doesn't
Faces
matter,
better.
Faz. I bet you're on cloud nine right now, my man. You absolute legend, Faz. Happy birthday from us, the Harris Army to you. Happy birthday from the Flat Cap Army to you, Faz. You
Happy
absolute
birthday,
top
Faz.
man. Beating Chelsea is as good as winning the league, he says, Sean. Feels as good as winning the league.
100%. Well,
yeah.
not quite there, but yeah, it was good. It was good.
It's definitely huge highs, Faz. It's huge highs. Enjoy your birthday, my friend. Get yourself a nice Antonio Conte, maybe even Stellini style pizza. Get yourself a Stellini pizza. The bottom Duda says, same fans who said we missed the boat with Potter and now want De Zerbi, suggesting this didn't have Conte written all over it. Not taking them seriously. Come on, you Spurs. Antonio Stellini assisting him very well. Big yourself up to bottom Duda. I would say, actually, I mean, where are all the Graham Potter lovers now? It does feel like they have kind of disappeared, all of a sudden. It feels like in the universe, because just last year, it did feel like Graham Potter was sort of everybody's favorite manager, kind of felt like everybody was rooting for him. Everybody had this soft spot for the guy. And
Everybody
then
except David.
except David, right? And then he turned out to reject Spurs, maybe because he saw kind of the dumpster fire that we are sometimes as a football club, but also maybe he thought that he was too good, for Spurs. Maybe he thought he could shoot higher than that, and he has shot high. He shot as high as Chelsea, but man, has he missed. Man, has he fallen well below the target. I mean, he is definitely getting sacked in the morning.
And look, I want to be clear as well. Graham Potter, I mean, he's doing the job I expect. In fact, if Top Bowley, if you are listening, keep him. He's doing a good job. It's a long-term project. So make sure you keep Harry Potter.
You can see the
But look, I don't want to make today about Conte versus Stellini. I don't want to get into it. I think today is just a day like Sean, Jack, and Nick, you were all saying, just enjoy today. Conte had a part to play in it. Stellini had a part to play in it. And, at the end of the day, we should just enjoy it. I don't want to be making it, a Son versus Richie. I don't want to be making it a Potter versus, or a Stellini versus a Conte. At the end of the day, everybody played their part today, and that's why we got this result. That's why
you got to look at what worked today, because a lot of stuff did work. A lot of people in the first half were saying, it's boring. There's not enough creativity. But you know what? There was a game plan, and everybody stuck to it down to a man, including our youngest players. That's it's something to really look forward to.
Well,
Do you actually think that Potter's getting sacked? I don't think that there's a backup. I don't think that. Because who are they going to bring in to handle that size of a squad right now? I don't think he's getting sacked immediately, because I don't think anybody's going to take.
Here's what I will say, Nick. The Chelsea that I grew up with, the Chelsea that I know, would never allow them to lose at home to Southampton, the bottom team of the league, and then lose to Spurs the following week. Like,
who are they bringing in? They bringing Jose back? Goose
Just saying, like, I think they even put an assistant in charge. They put an interim in charge. Like, it feels like that is the Chelsea that I know. That is unacceptable. Like, to lose to Southampton.
I don't think they have an assistant that can come in and do it.
They were booed off against Southampton, and then losing today. I think it's absolutely unforgivable.
And if you saw his press conference before this weekend, he was a nervous fucking wreck this weekend too.
He had meetings with Bowley as well, and Bowley was in around the training ground there this week, which something's not right there. But the bottom do, I do want to say, I admire your loyalty towards Conte. It's outstanding, my man. And your wife, if you show the same to your future prospective wife, you're a good man, and they'll never go too far wrong from having you. Big up the bottom do.
He's also given King Hoddle and myself a lot of praise for the Emerson Royale love, and so I do appreciate that as well, my man. We are reaping the rewards of the Emerson loyalty. Big yourself up to bottom, Judah. Very generous as well, my friend. Dark Sun G saying 2 London derbies with the first goal scored by unexpected scorers. Royale versus the Hammers, and then Skippy versus the Blues. Second goal by our legend, Sonny versus the Hammers, and now Kane today. Come on, you Spurs. It's an interesting point he brings up there. It's been the unexpected goal scorer first, Nick, and then the guy who lands the final blow is Sonny or Kane.
Well, you know what? That says a lot. That says that we're growing out of being Harry Kane FC. That's been coming for a while too, particularly since Conte moved in. He wants to get the wings involved. That hasn't worked out fantastically for us since he's come in. But you know what? The midfield has been showing up, ever since the beginning of this season too. You got to put the responsibility on other people. And like I was saying during the half, man, I appreciate Harry Kane's positioning in this match more than I have in a lot of others. I know he was a little off the boil, particularly in the second half, but it allows other players, if he's playing further up, he doesn't have to be the focal point to be just ricocheting, rockets off of him and then hoping for the best. We got to get the midfield involved in turning possession over, in getting it out wide. I got to tell you, that's another thing, man. The way we were spreading the ball around, especially in that last 20 minutes, man, I haven't seen us do that in a long time, man. True. I think that's a whole new kind of tactic. It was back and forth, all the way. Everybody was open. Everybody was confident enough to make that pass, and it was coming off. That's the kind of ball that other teams are going to find it very difficult to handle.
I forget what side I was watching recently, but there was a side I was watching recently that the reason they looked so effective was part of the reason was they switch plays so often and so well. And it does throw teams about. It does make it hard. If you are good at being able to just switch play all of a sudden, it breaks the team's sort of shape. It makes them not as rigid, or as, it's easier to break them down if you can move the ball a bit quicker. And it also just forces them to have to move, a bit more. It's a good point you bring up there, Nick. Definitely big yourself up. William Kelly saying Conte ain't going anywhere. FA Cup incoming. Come on, you Spurs. Big yourself up. William Kelly, I'm sorry I couldn't bring this up on screen, but I did have it written down here. Thank you for the support, my friend. Dave, he's still believing in the FA Cup.
Yeah, look, and he's starting to get me to believe as well. So hopefully it comes true, William. Don't let me down, my man. But look, good win today, William. I think we can be super happy with that, brother. Come on, you Spurs.
And also as well, when does he make the trip over, Dave? I forgot, actually. Back home.
I think it's April, lad.
Okay, William Kelly. Best of luck to you, my friend, and safe travels. And it's good to see that you're going back home, William. You deserve it, my man. You deserve it. Phil Coy is saying Romero, man of the match, 100% back to his best. Come on, you Spurs. Romero is starting to look like his old self, starting to look like the nasty psycho that we had from last season. In fact, he's my psycho. He's my center back, Phil. But I agree with you. He looked absolutely terrific. And he's starting to get back into, just wanting to smash anything that's in front of him. He's, he's destroying anything that's in sight, Phil. He sees red, he sees blood, and he just goes after it. He's an absolute menace right now, Phil Coys. Big yourself up.
Come on, you Spurs.
And then Dark Sun G says Blues' best goal scorer in the center back got no chance. Also, Felix went MIA, which is fantastic. Sterling, Mudryk, who Mount and Kai Havertz did nothing. Forster was class today. It's actually funny that, someone like Joao Felix, who I feel like has probably been one of their sole performers recently. He has been looking good no matter how bad Chelsea have been. It feels like he had a quieter game than what he normally does too, Joao Felix, and he has looked good for them.
He did look very dangerous in the first half, man.
That's true. And so did Sterling.
Yeah, both of them. But tactically, I think we were able to, put the pressure on them that was required. I think
was it maybe us scoring so early in the second though that also maybe kind of took their wind out of their sails? Maybe Chelsea
steam right out of them. Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Sean's usually good on the stats. Do you got any info on SofaScore on shots on target?
Yeah. Let's look at them.
How many times did Romero clean out Havertz? Maybe.
So in the overall stats, we had 1.55 xG versus 0.48 to the Chelsea. 57% possession to Tottenham versus 43% to Chelsea. 16 shots versus 6. 6 on target versus 1. And that 1, by the way, was from distance. 4 shots off target versus 4 off. 6 blocked versus 1. We smashed them all over the park in terms of offensive stuff.
Wow.
Corner kicks. 4 corners versus 7. They beat us on that. 16 fouls versus 10. 2 yellows versus 1. Everything I'm saying first is Tottenham. Chelsea's second, by the way. 3 big chances versus 0. 1 big chance missed versus 0. 8 shots inside the box versus 4. 8 shots outside the box versus 2. 1 goalkeeper save versus 4. Passes 544 versus 403. Accuracy 85% to us, 75% to them. Long balls 51% to us, 35% to them. Crosses 15% to us, 13% to them. Dribbles. We had 5 versus 13. They were better with dribbles. They had 10 versus 16. Possessions lost, 140 versus 157. Like, we smashed them in every meaningful metric as a team. What was it? Who did you want me to ask, Jack? Was it Romero?
Yeah,
Romero
Romero.
on Havertz. Romero on...
I can't see specific player
Right,
versus player, but what I would say is Romero got a 7.5. He had 6 clearances, 4 interceptions, 3 tackles. He won 8. He won 4 of 8 ground duels. He won 2 of 3 aerial duels. He only lost the ball 11 times from 91 touches.
Fucking hell.
And he had an 89% pass. I don't know who won your. He also got 2 long balls out of 4. And he also was a dribbler. He got 1 out of 2. He got a 7.5. Eric Dyer got a 7.3. Clement Longley once again got a 6.1. He was the disappointing player, statistically at least. Fraser Foster, 7.2. Then you move into the midfield. You got Emerson Royale, 7.5. We can look at him in a second. Wait a minute. Hang on. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. I am so sorry. I'm calling out the wrong
West
set of
Ham
stats
man.
here. Yeah, I'm so sorry.
There you are.
I'm so sorry.
While you get up them Chelsea stats, I'll take 2 super chats here quickly. No. Go get the Chelsea stats up. I do want to hear them. Dark Sun G says,
awful. Yeah, sorry. I just embarrassed myself.
All good.
Forgive me.
Joe Felix, I'll be honest, Dark Sun G, I think for the first 30 minutes, he probably worried me a little, my man. But, look, he sort of went out the game. He faded out the game, which was what we needed because he was the one sort of pulling the strings for that Chelsea team. So the fact that we took him out, brilliant. As for the centre-back, look, Thiago Silva had to come off. They brought on Fofana. Koulibaly didn't get a sniff, which was absolutely brilliant, my man. And as for Mudryk, he was quiet today when he came on. He put in one good cross. But look, Fraser Forster done his job today. Pulled off 1 or 2 good saves. Got off his line quickly to get down at the feet and take the smother of the ball. All around, good. It's what you want for your backup goalkeeper. Fair play to him. Big up Dark Sun G. He also said, 2 clean sheets in London derbies with Davies at left wing back. Look, I definitely think it is something that we need to maybe speak about going forward. That in these sort of games, with Perisic being liable defensively, there's an argument to play Ben Davies there. I would say against the teams that maybe sit back against us, I do think you probably have to play someone like Perisic, my man. And he also says at Stamford Bridge, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg plus Kane, 2-2 today, Skip plus Kane. Yeah, Pierre-Emile
almost
Højbjerg.
a double over Chelsea. Almost a double over Chelsea this season. That's also spectacular. The fact that we did pick up that point away from home last time out, which was already a huge moment, something that, was very rare for us, hadn't been done in a long time. And then now grabbing a win at home. Last time we had done that was in 2018.
Yeah. No, it's huge. It's huge. It's huge for us going forward.
Sorry, guys. Sorry about that. I spent the last 5 minutes calling out the West Ham stats. I was sitting there thinking, really? Was it that convincing? Let me start again. Expected goals, 0.7. Unless you got any more super chats. You've got to go through many super chats.
No, Sean, just no. Give us the stats. I also had to go piss like a racehorse, so I actually missed. I missed your stats.
I was sitting there calling out as I was like, "There's no way we did this." I'm saying the stats are the stats, and at some point I was like, "Wait a minute." As I go down to the players,
lay on the XG on us. Is Potter even going to be falling in the XG because he loves the XG? Harry Potter.
No, look, XG is 0.71 to Tottenham and 0.41 to Chelsea. Right.
Ooh,
so everything I'm going to say going forward is over the 90 minutes, and it's ball possession. It's always going to be Tottenham first, Chelsea second. So possession 41% versus 59% to Chelsea. So they had the lion's share. Whatever, doesn't necessarily mean anything. Total shots 8 to Tottenham, 10 to Chelsea. Shots on target 3 to Tottenham, 2 to Chelsea. Shots off target 4 versus 5. Block shots 1 versus 3. Corners were a level pegging 4 versus 4. Offsides, Chelsea twice, Tottenham 0. Fouls, 10 apiece. Yellow cards, 2 Tottenham, 3 for Chelsea. Big chances, 1 for Tottenham, 0 for Chelsea. Hit the woodwork, 1 for Tottenham, 0 Chelsea. Shots inside the box, 4 for Tottenham, 1 for Chelsea. Shots outside the box, 4 for Tottenham, 9 for Chelsea, but they were all well off target, like, ridiculous. Goalkeeping saves 2 versus 1. Passes 407 versus 588. Accuracy of passes 82% versus 89%. Long balls 24 from 45 for Tottenham, which is 53%. 64% from Chelsea. Crosses were 2 from 13 for Tottenham, 0 from 16 crosses for Chelsea. Dribbles 11 from 19 for Tottenham, and 11 from 26 for Chelsea. We won the duels 66 versus 50. We won the aerials at 16 versus 11. And we won the tackles 29 versus 18. We won this game. We won this game in
10 more tackles.
Yeah, we smashed them defensively. We smashed them in the air. We smashed them on the ground. It's almost like a fucking like a World War II statement.
Yeah.
We'll smash them in the air. We will smash them on the
ground. On the sea, in the water. Oh my lord! Oh my lord!
Absolutely obliterated them.
We defended better than them. We smashed them defensively, and I know you guys were asking about the specifics. So let me look. So here's the 11 in terms of the Sofa score at 11s. The man of the match, according to them, it's a close one. Romero gets a 7.6. Ollie Skip gets a 7.5. Royale gets a 7.4. Højbjerg gets a 7.3. Eric Dyer gets a 7.6, and Foster gets a 7.4. The weakest player on the pitch, according to the stats, is Longley and Kulusevski, both at 6.9. But there's not a massive spread there. Not a massive spread.
Because even
compare that to every single Chelsea player was in the 6s, apart from Fernandes, who got a 7. So Tottenham won the stats game all day long.
Would you say, though, also just quickly that, I mean, Sebas Wolf put in, earlier saying it's not really a man of the match today. It's a team of the match, being like,
it's a team of the match. 100%.
Like, not as many individual performances, more of a team performance out there.
Yeah, like the only player, according to Sofa score, whatever, take your pick if you enjoy it or not. But the best player statistically for Chelsea was Enzo Fernandez at 7. And the only person that he outperformed on Tottenham's team was Kulusevski and Longley, who got a 6.9. Everybody else on Tottenham outperformed every other player on Chelsea man for man. So anybody that I'm already in WhatsApp groups right now for people that want to be a little bit pessimistic and think it wasn't a great performance. It was a great win, but wasn't a great performance. I disagree. We dominated Chelsea, a Chelsea that have got a team of absolute superstars, and Tottenham have got a team of individuals that today were ranked, smashed it. So I'm happy.
Like, we won. Just be happy. I mean, like we get unhappy when we lose. So there's no point being unhappy when we win a smash. Fucking happy.
I think we lose enough too, so definitely be happy, when we win. Debat Abduda saying, I was searching for the £100 million midfielder and winger this whole game. I couldn't find them. Ashamed that I even ever doubted Højbjerg. I am a fan now. Exactly right. Mudryk, we couldn't find him. Sterling, maybe was probably better than him even. The likes of Enzo Fernandez, it's like, yes, he looks like a great player, but like he's not 120 million, whatever the frick they paid for him. Like, that's just ridiculous. And if you honestly, dude, I feel like Højbjerg, you're a bit harsh on yourself, maybe with, you're saying you doubting him. I think you were just kind of bringing up the notion of like Spurs do need something slightly different to Højbjerg every now and again. And also, even as a huge Højbjerg fan myself, I will raise my hand and say there are times when Højbjerg gets played into the ground and then he starts to lose that energy, he starts to lose that sort of edge. And then once he starts to lose that energy, he is kind of half the player. He needs that energy. He needs that sort of stamina to make him who he is. He doesn't really make up for it in other ways. He kind of needs that sort of, like we put it, in a cliche or cringy way. He needs that Viking, mentality and that Viking sort of stamina in games to be his best version of himself. And sometimes you don't get it. And that's because either he's been run into the ground or he's carrying an injury or whatever it may be. But you're welcome to, see sometimes, the drop-offs in Højbjerg. But I do feel like at the same time, this has been Højbjerg's probably best ever season at Spurs. I even think his whole projection has been quite linear. I think at Jose, he had a good season, built on it the next season, and then has been able to look even better this season than he did last season. So I feel like Højbjerg too is reminding people that he doesn't have a ceiling that, he's already reached of any kind. Like he's still, steady improving, steady, headed, upwards. And that's what I like about him as well. About him.
Guy like Kane, he's running into the ground. You're talking about a guy
Mhm.
that's probably, I think, missed about 4 matches since he's been here. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? He's just be constantly overused. When you're being put out there week in, week out, doesn't matter the game. There's inevitably there's going to be games where you're tired, and even though you want to still do the right things, you just physically aren't able. And that's when you see Højbjerg's performances sort of dip when the fixtures are coming in hot and heavy, and he's rolled out there week in, week out. Sometimes we need to sort of be able to give these guys a rest. But look, the bone, it's good to have you on the Zinedine Salzburg train.
Good man. Good man. I can't wait to talk to you about it. Daniel Larson says, I am a proud Spurs fan today. Every single player deserves massive credit, but special shout out to Romero, Emerson, and Skip. Just wow. You know what? Bringing Pierre and Davies in there as well. Come on, you Spurs. Pierre was absolutely immense today, Daniel, and he was Daddy Højbjerg today. That's what he was. But that right hand side, guys, is looking just it's faultless at the moment. Kulusevski, Romero, Emerson, like it's probably the most solid side at this moment. It's some of the players even that we're most confident in kind of right now is Emerson and Romero. Those two together, they're also a force to be reckoned with. Those two
I'll
together.
also add to that just quickly, and then we let the two boys in. It's like ironic that people saying we're too defensively, but yet we picked our more defensive players and we look even better.
Yeah, that is strange actually. Especially Davies doing a good shift on the other side, looking really good, and Emerson, a more defensive player, looking really good. But Nick, you're nodding your head. The right hand side is looking so solid.
Yeah, I mean, when you have a person like Emerson that you can now rely on, it gives Kulusevski so much freedom. It lets him express himself. Now he's clearly been off the boil, but we saw that the last time he had an injury. It looks like Sean brought it up last week. It looked like he wasn't confident enough in his own body,
Yeah, right.
and he was taking it easy on him. None of that today. None. You saw him doing the tricks he tried to pull off, the nutmegs, moving around, bodying his
Yeah, he's throwing
opposition.
little shoves around at Chelsea players. He was
Very,
up for the
very,
physical
very
battle.
proactive, and not everything came off, but a good 80% of it did. That's he has the confidence to do that because he's not worried about Emerson, not knowing where the ball is and not knowing where he is positionally if something goes wrong there. And that gives us so much possibility there. And then they both know that Romero's there to clean up and move forward.
Mm, yeah, I feel like Romero at this moment too is just looking like he's a much more confident player because Emerson is looking like a more confident player. They're kind of feeding off of each
The
other. It
two of
feels
them definitely obviously have a very nice rapport now, man. And
like.
that was going to take a little while. It's going to take a season plus for them to gel together.
Mhm.
It's going to take some time for Romero to stay on the pitch uninjured, where you don't have to bring in Sanchez
Mm.
and have the Sanchez Emerson show, which I'm not as worried about anymore. I don't ever want to see it again. I don't want to see. I sold my tickets to that show, but you know what? It's they if they can develop a long-lasting relationship, man, we really have something there for the next couple of seasons.
I completely agree. And Daniel Larson, big yourself up, my friend. And I know you're proud to be a Spurs fan today. I know you're proud to be a Højbjerg fan as well. Big yourself up. Dark Sun G saying last season we lost 3 games versus the Blues without Cootie Romero. With Cootie Romero, this season Cootie plays. We got 4 points and a draw and a win. That time we played Stevie, Winks, Lo Celso, and Tanguy and Dumbele too. I think he was trying to say actually that last season we had played all of our Chelsea games without Romero. I think
Yeah, that's
wow,
right.
that's
Yeah.
that's kind of
We
interesting.
had
It
the
does give you some context.
we had the three at the back end of January leading into February, didn't we? We had the 2 cup ties and
That's right. Yeah.
one in the league, and we played a back four in one of them games as well, if I remember correctly. But we just got absolutely obliterated all over the pitch.
Those weren't
Back
fun
four,
watch-alongs playing
back row.
Chelsea 3 times in a month.
Oh, stop, But look, this season, although the first one I'd still argue we got outplayed and it was tough, we got a point, and there's sort of games where it can come back and benefit you at the end of the season. But this one today, we just clearly had the upper hand. We absolutely smashed them. And it's good to get the hoodoo off the back. And hopefully now going forward, it gives us a lot of confidence, and with the names that Dark Sun G threw up there, I know that we don't, a lot of people have their criticisms with the recruitment, but with the names that Dark Sun G threw up there to the names we're watching out there today, Me personally, the reason why I'm happy with the recruitment is because I see more players in the team today that I can get behind than what I did last time.
And even also the passion, I feel like, is more in the players that we've recruited more recently. Whereas like with Lo Celso, Tanguy, like good players, good talent there, right? But they never really gave us that passion or that drive that we of course demand from players. And we're getting that more, it feels like, from the recent players that we brought in. They seem to be hungrier than the ones we had brought in previously. That too. Big yourself up, Dark Sun G, my man. It's a great comment. But yeah, I think without Romero, it just shows that we're half the team. And also this defense is nowhere near as confident without Romero. They need him alongside them, it feels like, because he sets the tone with a few smashes. He's also so composed on the ball as well. They can rely on him not to give it away in bad areas too. He was terrific on the ball today when put under pressure. He's looking like his old self. And that's what's good to see, because he has been a tiny bit inconsistent. And some people would even say he's been nowhere near, his old self from last season. And we're starting to see that again. We're starting to see.
Even just look at the Leicester game, though, Jack, when he was out. They just ran at us and ran through us, with Romero there. And Emerson wasn't there either for the Leicester game. That doesn't happen, It just doesn't happen when they're there. And I think they also give Dyer a bit of confidence, and that spreads through to the other side.
Adrian Chia is saying Richie owned Reece James today, might still be in his back pocket. I mean, he did part of the job. Yeah, Sean, what would you say if the job Richarlison had done on Reece James?
And the reason why I say let Sean have it just quickly is because, look, rightly so, I think off the evidence this season, Sean has been a huge critic of Richarlison. But today, Sean's quite, making a case for Richarlison.
And I've been making a case for him to start recently.
That's right.
So I'm reasonable, right? I didn't want him in the first place, not at the price we paid.
Yeah.
I thought that was a shit show, and we'll see what happens. But I feel like Sonny's efforts, Sonny's requirements, the standards I set for Sonny required some change. I think that the performance of him off the bench required him to stay on the bench for a while, because I think it's an experiment that's worked. Okay, he wasn't necessary today. He came on the 80th minute, so we're not going to judge him on that. But I thought Richarlison today did exactly what you wanted from Richarlison. I thought it was fantastic. Right man to do it. Sonny would not have been the right guy today. He wouldn't have been. And never, well, in my opinion, at least I'll acknowledge you're never going to know, because you can't have like two crystal balls and see what might happen. But for me, Sonny does a job that Richarlison can or can't do. One of the things that Sonny can't do is defend and be shithousery and sit there and make things happen defensively off the ball, create noise. I spoke about this on the show I was on with you, Dave, on We Are Tottenham TV. There was an element that was required from the crowd today, and people like Richarlison were completely imperative in all the things that were happening. Just like in the 43rd, 44th minute, Richarlison gets hacked down by Ziyech. Right, and then everything that I think it was Richarlison, wasn't it? They got hacked down by Ziyech. So like all that stuff is a part of the story. I thought Richarlison was fantastic today. I thought he was brilliant. He didn't necessarily get into any positions, but he did so much off the ball. And I think sometimes you have to remember the historical relevance of people that are incredibly valuable in things that are not necessarily
goals and assists.
And assists. Emil Heskey, right? Michael Owen would never have scored 50% of the goals that he scored for Liverpool if it wasn't for Emil Heskey, right? And I know maybe I'm not sure if you guys. I'm not sure how.
No, yeah, terrific hold up, man.
Emil Heskey played the role of doing his job to allow Michael Owen to.
Remember Mandzukic too was that type of player, a little bit ugly on the ball, but just did the right things. Did some of the simple things right.
There's a never-ending list of players that don't get the credit they should. I thought Richarlison today did a really good job, and I think he should also get a start against Sheffield United, and I think he should maybe. Yeah, I do. I think he should, because I thought. Listen.
Kane needs a rest too.
Kane today in the first half, I thought he looked so sleepy, so tired. He wasn't up for any of the second balls, all that stuff. Look, as the game went on, I recognized that actually when he had a bit more time and the ball fell to him, he was instrumental in turning and pivoting and pushing the ball left and right. So. And he did very well in that regard. The little things that I was frustrated with him on were his energy to get involved in balls that were not directly to him. And I'll stand by that. I didn't think he had his best game in terms of involving himself in the game where he wasn't directly involved. But when he was directly involved, when the ball fell to him, he was very good. But I do think that it would be a perfect time against Sheffield United to drop Kane to the bench, to play Sonny, to play Richarlison in the 9, and maybe try Danjuma or bring Sonny back, whatever you want to do. But try something different. I think we've got at least 45 minutes to see that system play itself out. I thought Richarlison was great today.
I think it's like, Sean, what you pointed out was he did a lot of the things that go unnoticed. And it's sometimes important to point out those things before you do forget it, because Sonny, we do know, is the goals and assists guy. He is the mercenary. He's the assassin in front of goal. But sometimes in games like this, what you need is someone that can actually offer something with those kind of intangibles that do go a bit unnoticed. And also maybe what you brought up, right, is that he got taken down, led to a few of the scuffles. It was almost like Richie kind of brought the intensity or the tension even to the game. That was also necessary, like a good type of tension to the game, with the way that he plays, the shithousery, all that stuff, like maybe also helped our kind of mentality. He's a good mentality player, I think, too, Richie.
Like what I was saying to you on the podcast on Monday, Jack, where I was like, look, the reason why I would drop Son is because you need someone a bit different, someone that wants to press the ball more, someone that can hold up the ball a little bit, someone that can draw in fouls if we're having to pick up the ball so deep.
This is why everybody wants a deep squad, man. You have to have options. And we know Conte is not going to change his formation. He's not going to give us variety or give the opposition something to think about in that way. He's not going to change formation, and he's probably not going to make subs late. But you have to have different types of players who bring you different types of things. That's how you're going to change it up and keep your opposition on your toes. This is working for me. It's working for. Richarlison starting works for me. Now that we're sort of into that conversation, do you start Sonny against Sheffield United? I really would love to see
Danjuma or Danjuma. People want to see Danjuma.
Yeah, but I would really love to see Sonny working with Richarlison, man. That's what I would do. I would, depending on how the game's going, perfect time to bring Danjuma off the bench and see how he does in that role. In the super sub or what have you role.
Sorry, just quickly. I just think we've got to realize it's not really important to get Danjuma going. He's sort of filling in the squad until the end of the season. It's more important to get Richie and Son going because they're here permanently. But sorry, Jack.
No, that's a good point actually. As much as we want the Danjo to come through, like he's not the priority. That's a good point. Angel Matos, Stellinio.
No, look, I think, look, what's that? 100% record still. When he stepped in for Antonio Conte, I believe he had 100% record at Inter as well, and it's just satisfactory knowing that if your manager's not on the sideline, you've got a guy that's well versed in everything he does that can step in and get the results as well. We're lucky in that regard, I think.
Good man, Angel. And Stellini's in the building, and I hope they start singing his names from the stands. To bottom Duda says Conte is stuck with Royale when fans abused him. Conte stuck with Royale when fans abused him. Conte stuck with Sarr when fans were playing FIFA wanting Kane in the middle. But yes, it's not Antonio Conte. He is being kind of rewarded, I would say, Antonio, for his loyalty to Emerson. And it's almost like Emerson is paying back also Antonio for his loyalty as well. Like it's kind of a bit of a two-part relationship for these guys. Whereas like Emerson, I think, has shown that he has been better, I think, than the other options. But he has had some poor performances and some moments where it's like honestly unacceptable at times, the no-look passes and some of the really bad just displays that he's put in this season. But Antonio knows that there's a better player in there and he's stuck by Emerson. And I think Emerson has rewarded him for it and has kind of, matched, that faith. And it's actually a really good story, to be honest. It's not only Emerson, pulling himself together and putting in more consistent displays, but it's also, I think, Antonio, proving that loyalty, right? Sticking by that guy and, getting proven right maybe on the Emerson train. Big yourself up. Yeah.
Yeah, look, many people predicted Emerson to be out of here in the summer. Many predicted him to be out of here in January, with Doherty staying. And, look, Jack, myself and yourself always had a sneaky suspicion that Conte preferred Emerson And look, he's been proven right. He's been proven right. He gave these chances. He didn't take them. He brings in Emerson. He just provides more energy, and at least he wants to do the right thing. And look, Emerson is coming up clutch for him now, and Star's coming up clutch. So fair play.
Phil Coy's with a super chat. The cherry on top would be for Jake Paul to lose tonight now. Anybody have strong opinions on that?
I got a massive bet on that one. Massive bet.
The cherry on top, Sean? Is that the cherry on top?
I've had a massive bet on Jake Paul because...
Do you think it's fixed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Tommy Fury is the better fighter, but I also think Tommy Fury is a bottle job. I don't think he's got the minerals upstairs. But I think Tommy Fury probably, if it's all square, but I also think that you might have a little bit of money on the draw because I think there's a clause in the contract for a guaranteed rematch. And so I feel like it's probably worth having a little bet on the draw because he's never had, Jake Paul's never had a clause for a rematch on a draw with any of his previous victims. So I think you put money on Jake Paul or on a draw rather than Tommy Fury.
Interesting. I might have to sprint down.
Could be wrong though. Like who knows? But that's where I'm going with it.
I like it. The cherry on top. There it is, Phil. Sean agrees. Sean very much agrees. Adrian Chia saying Potter is the opposite of Conte. Conte gets shit tons of players dumped, or Potter, sorry, gets shit tons of players dumped onto him, while Conte gets tons of shit players dumped onto him. LOL. The distinction is very clear, I think, definitely for sure. What's also even quite funny is also the case study between Graham Potter as well as why am I forgetting Forest manager? Why am I all of a sudden forgetting his name? Steve, what's his name? Forest manager, everybody? Nottingham Forest manager.
Steve Cooper.
Steve Cooper. Thank you. I said the Steve. But yeah, I feel like it's a good sort of case study between the two. It's like Steve Cooper definitely wasn't given the quality of players that Chelsea has, but he was also given a shit ton of players, maybe some that he didn't want, has found a way to make it work sort of, over a time period where Graham Potter simply hasn't. And also in the case of Conte, he hasn't been given a lot of players. He's just been given kind of a lot of shit players, and he's had to make it work. And I would say also another sort of thing with Conte is he does maybe have the benefit that someone like a Pep Guardiola doesn't, which is Antonio Conte has had to work sometimes with the bare bones or has had to work with very low quality. That's been the case at Spurs as well. Whereas I would say guys like Pep Guardiola, I mean, I wouldn't even I would just love to see him have to work with the teams that Antonio has had to work with in the past, with us and everything. Like, especially remember what was the team that faced Chelsea last year in January, whatever that 4-4-2 was of Sessegnon at left wing, Doherty at right wing. Like, I would love to see, Pep try to work with that type of situation.
I do want to say something just quickly. I think, look, although we want that sort of money, I think we've got to come to terms with it very, very quickly. We don't have that sort of money right now, and our projects are always going to take that little bit longer because of it. And rather than constantly as soon as stuff goes shit, we're looking for this person to be sacked, that person to be sacked. I think we've got to sometimes, and look, I don't blame people, especially when you're losing every week. It's not fun with shit performances, but I think there is the bones of something here. It just depends whether, Conte wants to commit to us, but it also depends, what we want to do with it going forward. But right now, there's the bones of something, but we've got to continue to keep investing. And then that way, hopefully, then there's something out there that everyone can get behind.
I'm with you. Definitely agree with you there. To Bottom Duda saying, I was looking for the £100 million midfielder and winger. Were they injured or something? And I think both Davies and Longley suit us better. I mean, a lot of the Chelsea signings have gone missing this season. And if anything, actually, it was hilarious to see some of the center backs that I completely forgotten about. I forgot Fofana existed. I forgot Badiashile was even signed this summer or this winter for them. Also, the likes of Madueke. Like, why did he even go there in the first place if he's not even going to get played? He'd get more playing time at Spurs right now, actually. Noni Madueke. And it's just, like the whole team of Chelsea is disappearing. Graham Potter even as well, like is probably making more lineup changes than I feel feel like other managers would, which is funny. Like, it doesn't even feel like he knows his best team, which
Top
means
23 players to pick from. He's never going to know his best team.
he doesn't. But the funny thing is that certain managers would kind of just stick with what they think is their best team. But it does feel like a lot of players have been like, you'll see one day you'll see Zakaria start, the next game you'll see Loftus-Cheek start, the next game you'll see somebody else start there, and that's what I think
Do you
is
think
also
then,
funny.
do you think Todd Bowley, considering he's playing real life football
So
manager,
some of these guys are getting more playing time than they might under another manager, is what I'm
do
saying.
you think Todd Bowley could be having an influence in their team selections then? Seems like someone from outside, because if you're a manager, you're not going to keep changing it every week like that.
But maybe you don't give that much credit to Graham Potter that he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I think Potter just may be out of his depth.
Maybe he
With
just
you know,
doesn't know what he's doing.
he's never had these kind of resources available, and there's still you know, as many have come in, it's not really still his team. It's mainly Tuchel's team still, with some of Tuchel's targets coming in, and then some of Potter's. It's you know, it's all over the place, man. And I'll tell you right now, man, sacking Tuchel, wrong idea, bad idea. They would not be in this position if he was
No.
still there.
They would have played far better. Just quick question, Sean, based off to bottom due to super chat. He says, I think playing both Davies and Longley suits us better. We've been talking about how like Davies has been helping out the wingers, but do you think it's also the fact that maybe Davies is helping out Longley, because Longley has been a little bit shoddy defensively, so maybe having someone like Davies helps him out a bit more too?
100%. It's some more security along the left-hand side. He can play. It also helps out who's ever playing on the left wing as well defensively, because he's playing more of like a midfield defender who has freedom to go. It's like left side box to box. He can just sweep up and down there. Doesn't have to go too far back. Doesn't have to go too far forward if he doesn't need to. But definitely it covers up Longley's defensive frailties, which we know are there.
I think that I agree with Nick. I think that. So I had to take some medicine. I feel like I made a massively strong pitch for Longley on statistics before he joined us.
Right.
And I thought he started the season fairly well. Going forward, I didn't think he made any massive mistakes going back. But actually, as the season's progressed, his ability to do what I thought he could do very well going forward has diminished, and I think his ability defensively has left me really worried. And so, like, you now have this consequence of that, and I'd imagine that the Tottenham coaches are paying attention, like we are. What do? Do you play Davies at left-sided centre back and have Perisic you can't defend, or do you play Davies at left wing back and Longley inside him, who also is very vulnerable, incredibly vulnerable defensively? And I feel like at the moment, the kind of lesser of, it's not really like the better of the two strengths, it's more of the lesser of two evils. And I feel like you need Davies at left wing back, and because if you have him, you have to have Longley. And I think that's slightly more secure.
I agree.
Than having Davies at left-sided centre-back, who's better than Longley, and Perisic, who's better going forward. But is he really, apart from set pieces? I'm not sure. So I feel like we're caught between a conversation of essentially like where do you get the best security defensively, and
what's best for the team too, right?
It's got to be Longley and Davies. If you look
Longley
at
and Davies, but that doesn't mean that I'm suddenly like I feel like my support of Longley, because of the stats that I pushed forward as a concept, I feel like I have to acknowledge. I think Longley realistically,
it's waned.
Really, really bad defensive.
I think he's waning a little bit in that department, Sean. But what I would still say is he's still, no matter what, is the second best player on the ball, I think, in our team in the back line. And so having someone like Davies maybe will help him out defensively, because I agree he has his vulnerabilities and he does seem to, be a bit more shaky than the other guys. But maybe just getting someone like Davies next to him who can help him out defensively from time to time, but also then you get the added benefit of Longley being in the team with that ability on the ball, which makes us a lot harder team to press. Because I think that was the case today. Just having Romero and Longley in the same team makes us a lot harder team to press, I think, too.
You gotta ask yourself, how do we keep a stable back line to be able to get over the line, right? Because that's just something I've been saying all along. We score goals at Tottenham. We can't keep them out. But when you play Davies and Longley the other side, it it makes us stronger at the back, which then means we all defend properly, we keep the clean sheets, and then we take our chances. And that's what's happened the last couple of games. If you go games gone by where Perisic was one side, teams were just opening us up like a can of worms in the first half, and they were blitzing us. But the last 2 games, we've kept it together, kept it solid first half. Second half, we've gone out there and we've took the game on both occasions. So for me, you've got to strengthen where your weaknesses are, and our weaknesses is conceding goals. So on that basis, it's got to be Langley and Davies, because keeping clean sheets, like I've always said this season, is the springboard to you winning games.
Big up to bottom, dude. It's a great point you make up there, man. Dark Sun G says Blues spent all that money and they have 3 draws and 3 defeats in 6 matches. Have they not won a game in 2023? That's insane.
I think they have like 1 win in 10, don't they? Now 1 win in 11
in 2023 or something so
just
far.
In their last 11, I think 11 Premier League games. I think
Holy shit. Holy shit. I think the bigger stat was that one we pulled out, Dave, where it was like the last time they scored 3+ goals was back in October. That was like, for a Chelsea team, that is crazy to think about. And they're playing like Colchester teams like that still. They still couldn't score 3 past them. Dark Sun G, it's bad over there. And honestly, I would say maybe the outlad, your outlad Dark Sun G, I know as a Liverpool fan, he's not doing too well right now, but maybe he can take solace that Chelsea aren't doing too great either. Dark Sun G follows up by saying, finally, we took our chances versus Kepa and took 2 goals and the win. It felt like we didn't fire as many long shots as he wanted at him. Dark Sun G, though.
That's what not having Son in the squad. It really reduces the our threat from that. Although I don't know who's been coaching the midfield on taking long shots, but they're doing their work, man.
Benfica's got goals this season. Højbjerg, I think, has 5 to his name.
Skip now too, and even Star looks like he knows how to keep him on the ground. So we do have the possibility there, but it's rare for us without Son in the team to get a distance banger off of the side, off of the wings.
Dark Sun G followed up with kind of, I think, something that Sean was sort of alluding to with like Richie versus Sonny. He's saying this is why Richie was a great signing. He brings our squad different aspects and different things that our legends Son and Kane don't bring. This is why you need different styles of players. It felt like that's what maybe Sean, you were sort of alluding to as well, like with Richarlison. Like you have his doubts about him, but you sort of were alluding to like today, this is what he brings that maybe a Sonny doesn't bring, that a Kane doesn't bring. Like this is why he's here, maybe partially.
Look, I still don't agree with the money we spent on him. He's a good player, an okay player. Is he worth 60 million quid? No.
Even the thing that we're praising him for right now is not.
No, I know. I thought he had a good day today, right? But like you can make the same argument. Eric Dyer had a good day today. Does that mean that you want to say that he's now going to be your centre man in the back? You know what I mean? Like you can.
Good point.
You can make the argument to say credit where it's due, but it's not due often enough to get excited. But listen, I thought he did a really good job. And I think that I want to see him against Sheffield United. I made the point on the We Are Tottenham TV earlier. A lot of people saying, Sonny, he come whenever he's on the bench, he comes in and does a job. Therefore, if the person that was preceding him doesn't do the job, you drop him. I don't believe in that. I think you give someone a run of games in the team, and if you give them the chance, and after 60 minutes you drop them because you know what, like 10% of the crowd are Koreans and they're only there for one reason, and that stuff is a thing, right? Whether you believe it or not, like there is a pressure to play Sonny in every game, whether he starts or doesn't, because a lot of the people that are buying tickets and buying the merch, like all this stuff is reality, right? If you don't believe it's reality, then you're naive. Sonny comes on the bench in the was 80th minute today. He didn't do anything, but there was no need, right? But the point that I'm trying to make is like Richarlison did his job today better than he's done it against West Ham. I think that he gets another game. Whether it's against, I think it should be against Sheffield United, but I think this time it should be in the centre because I think there's an argument to say, and I'm going to stand by my point. Like Kane was good, but he wasn't great. He wasn't Harry Kane good. He was average player good. He was Harry Kane average. And for me, I think that I want to see Richarlison get 90 minutes in his favorite position, in his position for Brazil. And I think that if you're going to pick a time to do it, you do it against Sheffield United. And if we're in trouble on the 50th minute, 60th minute, maybe you take him off and bring Harry Kane on. But I think that he did enough today to justify his inclusion on Wednesday. And I think that Harry Kane looked slow and sloppy enough at certain points in that game to justify his resting.
Yeah,
we got another big game on. I'm not sure who we're playing. Who are we playing next? Wolves, right?
Yeah, now I'm getting that up now.
I think it's Wolves. Yeah, it's Wolves, right? So
away as well, so it's not
That's
easy.
tough.
We've had trouble down there.
I'm going to that game. So I'd rather see a fresh Harry Kane for that. So I'd rather watch Richarlison play in the 9, Sonny come back in, or Danjuma, whatever the coach wants to do. Decky on the right, and then see if we can handle it with a different front three. Let's see if we can do the business without Harry Kane for once. It'd be a nice little test, right? And
I agree with you, Sean. I mean, what's the point of buying Richarlison if you're not going to play him in games like the Sheffield United game, you know? And the whole idea of bringing someone in like Richarlison is that you rest Kane for that game, and he's your difference maker in the Wolves game. He's fit, he's rested, he's fresh. He comes in and he's head and shoulders above everybody else. Then roll into the Milan game. I think the Sheffield United game is a very good opportunity to, and I'm not saying Sean's not saying don't bring Kane, but it's a very good opportunity to see what Richie can do down the middle.
Yeah, you take Kane to the game, but you keep like let's come on. Richarlison against Sheffield United, he should be, if he's good enough, if he's £60 million of a player, he should be good enough in the number 9. If he can do it for Brazil in the World Cup, he should be able to do it at fucking Bramall Lane, right? Come on. It's not the end
Can't
of the world.
coddle him. Yeah, you can't coddle him. Let him. Yeah, exactly right. Exactly right. And Dark Sandra, you're so spot on with the fact that he just brought that tone, that sort of intensity that maybe other players don't bring. And that's sort of his X factor. Maybe that also is somewhat gets him into the team, is that they know Richie is going to provide the energy, the intensity that maybe is needed. He also says, I would use Richie, Danjuma, and Lucas versus Sheffield. So his front three is Danjuma, Lucas, and Richie. So he's leaving Sonny out against Sheffield.
I'll be honest. I think the fact that Son started on the bench the last 2 games, I think he'll probably start. That's my gut feeling. I think, in order to keep him motivated, keep him feeling the part of it, I think you've got to start him against Sheffield. Because if you don't start him and he doesn't start against Wolves, you're creating a big problem.
I feel like I would probably put Sonny in there against Sheffield. It feels like, it's not like he's dead tired or anything like that. He probably wants to play maybe a bit more minutes. So I'd say you could throw him in there, Dark
And what we would often look for from Harry Kane in that sort of game, you can now get it off Son.
Yeah.
I actually think that maybe you should play Danjuma on this one. Because
he wants Danjuma. Dark Sunji does. He wants.
Yeah, that's interesting. I think that you should play Richarlison up front, Becky on the right, and Danjuma on the left. See what happens, and I think that it'd be a wonderful testament to see how Sonny reacts. If Danjuma comes in and scores a banger, right, or if Richarlison does well, all of these things. I think we have at least in the 90 minutes. I think that, depending on what happens during the game, but essentially, I think that there's a chance there for 2 players to be able to do something that's interesting. And if Danjuma comes in and scores a goal or 2, if Richarlison scores a couple of goals, it adds additional pressure. I want to see Sonny under the pressure of not being guaranteed minutes every week, because the lack of that threat has allowed him, in my opinion, to slip off to take his foot off the gas a little bit.
And you can't ignore that, because we've seen players that aren't Sonny in the past not have competition, and we've seen us pay the price for them not having any competition in their position. Yeah. It's a good point.
So if you don't have Kane,
competition is a good thing, right, Nick? Sorry.
Man. Yeah. 100%. Yeah, absolutely, man. But if you don't have Kane on the pitch, and obviously Hugo's out, so who do you, and Sonny's not there, who are you giving the captaincy to?
Højbjerg.
Very good. However, I think that Son needs to be on that pitch for leadership, for cohesion, just as a focal point for people to refer off to. I think it's important. I think Danjuma and Richie on there, it's just, for me, I'm not as secure with that. And just maybe me and being
maybe there's too much change to the front three with Danjuma and Richarlison, and no Sonny, no Kane. Maybe there's an argument there, whatever. But for me personally, I'd be okay with it. Against Sheffield United, we got Danjuma's a £20 million player. Richarlison's a £60 million player. Come on. Like, Sheffield United are not that good. Sheffield United struggled to get past Wrexham. We should be able to do it. We shouldn't have to rely on Harry Kane every single week.
I agree.
We shouldn't have to rely on Sonny if Harry Kane's not there. We got talent there. You know, I think this is a moment to see, are you good enough or not? Do you want to take the moment that's been afforded you or not? Let's see what happens.
Yeah, good point. Good point. To bottom Duda, or sorry, DG in here. Big yourself up, DG, with a very generous one. He's saying, watching you on the TV, logged into Super Chat only. My man of the match is tied with Skip and Emerson. Romero is back to his best. Kulu needs to shorten his dribbling steps to keep the ball more. Kane ran harder today. Emo's confidence is through the roof, and it's worth. Come on, you Spurs. Cheers. Big yourself up, DG.
Come on, my man. Come on. Look, I'll take half, Jack. You take half if you want.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I feel like, honestly, Skip and Emerson, I could see why you would go for both. Skippy, of course, got the goal. Like, the goal was extremely important, and it was a screamer. It wasn't like it was a tap-in or anything. Like, it did take a moment. It took some brilliance. It took some, some real quality from Skippy in order to score. It wasn't really like it was a created goal or anything. It really was just a moment of brilliance from himself. So you have to give him a big review. But Romero, for me, I think he is starting to look back to his best. I could see maybe why we were getting worried after AC Milan, after Leicester, where he started to look a bit inconsistent again. But now he's he's shown up and been absolutely immense in the last two London derbies. And probably he's made these London derbies quite scary for some of the opponents. They probably don't want to come back, to facing Spurs because they know that Romero seems to be really up for these high profile games and he's willing to smash through anybody. Big yourself up, DG.
Nah, big up, DG, my man. Big yourself up. I'll just read you the second half of it here. Just give me 1 second. He says, Romero's back to his best. I think, I think absolutely spot on, my man. Look, there was a lot of talk about, before the World Cup, he was out injured. When he did come in, he didn't look like himself on or off the ball. But, since he's come back from the World Cup, I'd argue, I think he is getting back there. I think, the last couple of games, he's been our best defender on the pitch by a mile, and also very confident on the ball. As for Kane running a bit harder today, look, I think Kane, me personally, I think Kane effective, but nowhere near the levels of what we're used to seeing from Harry Kane. I think especially in the first half, there were times where he could have pressed and he chose not to. But look, at the end of the day, he comes off the pitch with a goal. So I'm happy with that. And as for Kulu, look, Kulu's just a battering ram, my man. He gets on the ball, he's skillful, plays it by a player, and then just batters his way through them. Look, I don't mind it. A player that's as skillful as Kulu that dribbles the way he does, it's sort of risk versus reward. And with Kulu, it's more reward than there is risk. So I would instruct him to keep doing the same if you want me to be brutally honest.
Appreciate your support, DG.
Lads, I've got to jump.
No worries, Sean. I'm putting in your link one more time, everybody, please. I put in the link 1,000 times before for people to hit it. There's no excuse at this stage. But Sean, thank you today. Thank you, Sean.
Guys, love you to pieces. Thanks for having me again. Love you, everyone in the Irish Hotspur Army and the Flat Cap Army. Let me go and do my thing, and I will see you.
We'll let you go.
On the next one.
Thank you, Sean.
Thank you, Sean. Keep your head up, my man, and come on, you fucking Spurs.
Come
on, you Spurs. Good man, Sean. Thank you for your service today. Thank you for your service today. Thank you, everybody. Big up Sean, please. He did a massive service to us today. He does a lot of work for us. He's stuck around a really long time. This has been a long show as well. So do big him up, and everybody do hit that link and show him his channel some support, please. DG, like I said earlier, is that Emo's confidence is through the roof. Completely agree. But maybe Kulusevski, you just have to get used to the fact that he's that type of guy that he skins past his man and he just wants to, shoulder them off. He wants to barge them. He wants to be physical with those type of players. He's just that kind of guy. He likes to be kind of that sort of mazy dribbler that just knocks into players and, is able to sort of seal them off. He's just a physical player, the way that he dribbles and the way that he carries it. I think it's just part of his style. Big yourself up, my man.
I will say just quickly, DG, though, that if Kulu did tighten it up a little bit, oh, baby, we've got one hell of a player on our hands.
Yeah.
We started to see that though, where he was tightening up a little bit today, where it was more close control and not giving it away as much. But I agree with DG is saying, because the last few games until this game, he has been giving it away a lot and a
Yeah,
little bit
yeah,
sloppy.
agreed.
Yeah. He also has not been able to open up space for himself to shoot in the way he was last season.
That's
Yeah,
also true.
You
That's
know,
also
that's
true.
just more attention on him, right?
yeah. It's defensives have learned, what he's about. So he's going to have to add a little bit more to his game. I mean, he's got the ability to get past, but in the final third, he has got to create more space, or vice versa. We're actually expecting, our other two forward players are expecting him to create for them a lot
Yeah.
more than it is the other way around. We know he knows how to shoot. We know he can get goals. So I think that needs to be brought in, man. I still, at some point in time, maybe it's next season, I would love to see him in a 10, because he can hold up the ball and he does have a good pass.
Yeah, he does have a good pass.
100%.
Spot on. And I agree. Like he hasn't been creating as many goals for himself. That's a good point. The bottom dude
Yeah.
is saying Poro replaced for Charleston today while Royale was still on. Is that some sort of a strategy, or was it just a defensive change? He played up front though. For me, to bottom dude, if I were to explain it, I think it's just like picture the 3-4-3 and then throwing Poro on is almost like throwing on like kind of the right winger, but having him drop a bit deeper so that he can help out Emerson more defensively and like helping out with doubling up on the wingers, preventing crosses from coming in. Once you want to be a bit more defensively solid, I think Pedro Poro actually is a good player to throw on at the same time as Emerson, because he has that defensive urge. He has that defensive, mind to help out Emerson. He's not going to abandon him or, leave him on his own like maybe a winger might. But he also, as well, will have that energy to go forward because we know he's a very attack minded player at the same time. It's almost like maybe with Poro coming on, it's like us kind of dropping into almost like a 4-4-2 type of shape of some kind or something, where basically, the right winger is more like an extra, basically like an extra fullback or almost like an extra wing back that's just there to sort of prevent, any sort of trouble down the wide areas. And I actually think it was a smart move by Conte and Stellini today to throw him in for that. It made sense. It did make sense. It's kind of like throwing on an extra midfielder to see out the game.
I wonder what there was their part of it where they didn't want to take Emerson off because he was so good and so instrumental defensively, but also wanting to sort of give Porro a bit of game time, any game time at all. I'll be honest with you,
And give Emerson a tiny bit of a rest, because Poro then can come on and help him out, right? He doesn't have to
yeah,
continue to work his ass off, defensively too.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And look, I know many people probably won't agree. I actually think the late substitutions were perfect today. Remember, it was like 60 odd minutes. People were calling for subs, and we also got to learn. Sometimes you don't need to make the subs for making subs. We would have made subs that early. It would have twisted the game and turned it a little bit. The fact that we were dominant, it was right to make late substitutions to run down the clock.
And then Dark Sun G saying here, Nick, we played with Kepa in goal for them 4 times last season. Didn't give him anything to do, which was shambolic. We
Yeah.
lost all 4 games without scoring. So he's bringing up the point that Kepa, who is a shaky keeper, has his moments. We never challenged him in the past, and he had a quiet day at the office each and every time. And he was saying, that's unacceptable considering it's a keeper that we know you can take advantage of.
Well, listen, I mean, we got to talk about how all over the place we were when we played Chelsea at those, I think at how many were under Nuno? 2 of them were under Nuno at the time, right there. We couldn't create at all at that point in time. If only we had played Chelsea in those first 3 matches under Nuno. It's really hard to make it to create a metric on why we were so poor against Chelsea versus how we've been this year. It's just, it's we are the same team. They're a much worse team, but we're starting to slowly get better and understand how to play Conte's way. Even with the pieces missing, we're starting to work around it. It's a slow build.
Pick
I would
yourself up.
also say that the players from them game compared to now, the players we got now, they're just more hungrier. They want it more. They're fresh. They're new into the club. A lot of players we played back then have been here a long time. Couldn't really give a bollocks about what's going on the football pitch, this, that, and the other. We've got a squad now that I would like to think cares, and that was sort of what Conte done when he first got here. Get Ndombele out, get Lo Celso out, get Ali out. All costs. they bring down others around them. So now we've got a squad where people care. And although, yeah, the football needs to improve, it needs to get better, and it will over time with more signings. But we just got players that care now, and that's why I was so angry all the time back then, because I just knew these players had lost the fight. They didn't care. They didn't give a shit what went wrong. They just sort of went through the motions. And I mean, now we've got players that actually want to do the right thing and that care. So that's
Yeah.
the biggest for me.
It's a beautiful thing, honestly, and it's good to see as well that we just seem to have players that have that drive that I don't know if I saw in previous players. It felt like certain other players in the past just were kind of guys that just showed up and picked up the paycheck, just decide to show up when they wanted, sort of guys. And feels like there is a different sort of energy, a different type of even mentality, let's be honest. And I do think it is due to some of the recent signings like Romero, like Emerson, like Kulusevski, these Bentancur, these type of guys have brought a new energy to and a new mentality to the team as well. Darkson G saying, and also Zuki Spur, welcome to the house. He said, Tottenham have come to conquer. We have conquered indeed, my friend. Darkson G says, my thought is if Danjuma and Richie can do a job and score goals, that will really relieve the pressure off of Sonny and Kane's shoulders, which will help them mentally. I think that's a good point. If you rested Son and Kane and Richie and Danjuma, let's say, just got the job done against Sheffield, Nick, like, would that maybe give Kane and Son that, bit of, breather? Would that help them, kind of know that they have other teammates in the squad that can do, the job, that can, score the goals, that can help them out when need be?
I think it would. I think that as much as they thrive off being the stars of the show, it doesn't necessarily work all the time, and it hasn't really worked this season as much. They need backup. It cannot just be on their shoulders. The problem is what the fan base is going to react to. If they have great matches, it's just going to be a more divisive stick for the fan base to beat each other with as to who should be dropped and who should be sold, etc.
That's a good thing, though, Nick. We haven't had that in I don't know how long. That's a
Yeah.
good thing.
Yeah. True. You know what? Sir Ace was bringing up something just to track back a little bit that I didn't register it up. This Chelsea team had no Rudiger, no Conte, no Kovacic even. It was
Jorginho.
and no Jorginho either. So yeah, definitely a different look. Chelsea
Maybe
team.
also Thiago Silva going off the pitch helped us out a lot
Totally.
too, because we know
Yeah.
how much he helps them out mentally. That that type of guy too. Yeah, good points there. And then Dark Sun G, what I would say too is that maybe that would help out Son. I know that would help out Kane. Like, I imagine he wants a break. I do imagine he probably doesn't feel that motivated to play against Sheffield. He probably does look forward to maybe having a tiny bit of a breather. But it is then up to Danjuma and Richie to do that job, to score the goals in his absence, so that he knows they can do it without him. They don't need him. They don't need to depend on him. And Sonny and Kane, too long have they been in the situation where they have been rested for a game against a team like Sheffield, only for them to have to come on in the 60th minute, 70th minute to kind of do the job for the rest of the players. And I do hope that Danjuma and Richarlison and other players can show that that's not something we're going to do anymore, that that's not a habit that we'll fall into like we have in the past.
Absolutely. And look, I hope they do score midweek, because at the end of the day, it's always been Kane and Son. This is why we've tried, but in the past, by bringing in a Bergwijn and Lucas Moore to help out. Hasn't worked out. Kulu has helped out. Now we need Danjuma, Richarlison to come to the fore and help us. This is what we need at Tottenham. It's a good thing if they are scoring. They're all scoring goals, because it doesn't matter who comes off the bench, who starts. There's goals in the team, and that's all that matters.
Everybody as well. I put the fan show membership link as well into the chat for anybody that wants to come on and have their say for the fan shows, post-match fan show tomorrow on Monday as well. Of course, if you want to have your say then. Phil Coy is saying we Churchilled Chelsea today, onwards and upwards. They're hiding underneath the bunkers.
That's
by
right.
land, by sea, by air. That's how we do it, man. And you know
We
what?
bet them. We bet them in the terraces. We bet them in the loos. We bet them online for the beer.
No, look, do you know what? They fucking deserve it. For too long, I've been walking away pissed off we can't beat Chelsea. Well, I'll be honest with all you guys. I am going to fucking enjoy it this week, up until Wednesday anyway. It's not a day where I'm going to sit here, I'm going to critique or criticize anybody. For me, it's another day for me to enjoy my beloved club beating a rival. And look, you know, too long Chelsea fans have been crowing. I would urge Spurs fans, don't take it easy on them. They give it to us every opportunity they get. Just because we won, don't go soft on them. Make sure they know Tottenham are in town, baby. Come on.
Make sure Graham Lasso and Jason Cundy hear you, everybody. Make sure they hear you. Make sure that you know what happened today. Big yourselves up, everybody. Smash that like button on the way out. Just want to say a massive, massive thank you for all that tuned in with us. These are the big, big games. These are very intense, very nerve-wracking. They are hard to sit through. They are hard to go through with us. I also know we had a bit of a timer mishap at one stage as well. So I appreciate anybody that had their patience with me on that regard. Just really also appreciate everybody that donated to the channel as well. Dark Sun G, Adrian Chia, Bottom Duda, so many of you beautiful souls out there. Al Ben, all of you guys really do appreciate the support that you have given the channel as well. It's a massive, massive win. And probably, if I'm going to be honest, maybe the best win of the season, maybe the biggest win of the season. I don't even know if I'm going to even care if it's the best performance. It just simply is the best result of the season. Let's be honest. And it is a huge kind of, you know, what is it? Kind of cojones sort of tester. Like, this was a test of our nerve. This was a test of our backbone. And it feels like they did pass the test. At least for now, they passed the test. It feels like Spurs.
It's one we badly needed, though, because just quickly, like, you know, after this game, we've got Wolves, Nottingham Forest, Everton, you know, teams like that coming up, where it's a good chance for us to keep this run inside top four going. We didn't want the blip in the radar today. We didn't get it, which means hopefully come when we play Liverpool, Brighton, Newcastle United all back-to-back, hopefully we should have a lot of the groundwork already done. So that's why today was very, very important. But again, like Jack, I want to thank everybody from the pre-match build-up to the watch-along. Look, these are the days we love, when we sit here and we win games, sit here with a smile on our face and enjoy it. I know I'm going to. I hope you all will go enjoy the rest of your Sunday. In Conte we trust.
In Conte we trust. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, everybody. We'll see you for the fan show. We'll see you for all the rest of that good stuff.
Stellini ball.
Stellini-o, everybody. We will be seeing you. Come on, you Spurs. And Stellini, I trust. And Conte, I trust. Bye, everybody.
Conte, I trust.
Everywhere we go.